and everyone else feels as though they are battling to kind of get up into that level or to just fight for that third world slot. Because currently it is hard to imagine a world in which TL and Lion are not two of our top 3 teams at the end of the split. But there is still a lot of League of Legends left to be played, and teams can still catch up and potentially surpass where they are. Also worth noting, Fleet Footwork buffed on this patch. Call Me is playing that. And the Tier 3 Merc Treads were nerfed, and Tier 3 Berserker Greaves, plus as well as the I don't even know what the name is when they're actually upgraded.
The Gunmetal Greaves.
Gunmetal Greaves. The Greaves in general.
Yes.
All are getting 5% attack speed. So those were a couple things that people were thinking were going to help Yone and Yasuo potentially, quite a bit as far as, mid lane champions. And Yasuo, of course, can play top as well. And so he's using Fleet, and I'm expecting he'll probably go in towards Berserker Greaves, but maybe feeling like with Leona, you still need to go for those nerfed Merc Treads regardless.
Well, let's check what our junglers are doing here at the start, as both of them are going to start at the top side of the rift, path their way down towards bottom lane. Means we might get something kind of explosive once they get their way down there. Considering you've got Leona and Nautilus as your 2 supports, there's always the opportunity for junglers to try to come down there and make some kind of a play when the gank setup is guaranteed. Yeah,
absolutely. It does have a lot of power there. We touched on, obviously, the fact that TL and Lion looking like the top dogs, and we've been using the dog tier list quite a bit, so we can, if you haven't seen it already, we can check in. So here's where we were with the dog tier list. We have DSG down on the Chihuahua tier. But I have been thinking that even at the top, that dog is not big enough for TL
not a big enough
and
dog.
Lion.
It looks like a pretty big dog.
It's not a big enough dog.
Okay.
They have been separating themselves from the pack. We have updated and upgraded the dog. And now, I feel like this is more, it is the Chad Doge. This dog can be just bench pressing those other dogs. This dog is looking strong.
I don't know, but I don't know if that dog's all natural. He might be up to some...
He's enhanced by Koreans.
Activities in the locker room. That dog's looking a little too strong.
Some performance-enhancing kibbles for that dog.
Some PEKs. He's having a great time. Well, we do have a dog in the mid lane here with Kryra, too, who is not going to get slowed down there by Quid. Does go ahead and immediately use the call to pack to get
Chihuahua
out of
gank.
Any potential damage. But yeah, he just drives by, throws out a Dark and Dagger, whatever.
Going to be going up towards that top side. TL had Prow on bot side, so he knew he could not actually fight for that scuttle there. Leona was moving, so just crosses through, obviously not really looking for a gank so much as he is just getting across to be able to grab that topside scuttle. As much as we've been watching Quid just poke and prod and hit Call Me over and over and over, Call Me was chilling. He's even on farm and going to be feeling really good about that situation on that first base. And it is Quid playing Storm Raider Surge. Obviously a lot of utility there, but it is going to be less power in the laning phase. More about being able to escape in these team fights, being evasive. And we'll see if that does pay off later on. Because, since he's not playing First Strike or Area.
What the hell is going on? I can't call on Discord.
Less powerful in that early 1v1.
Right,
Hello?
exactly. The trades are going to have just a little bit less every single time.
Is Sneaky online?
It does
Where is this guy?
Eventually to make it a little bit less scary here early on for Call Me to maintain that presence in the lane. Just keep his...
Where the hell is this dude?
Quid, which you can see he's doing perfectly fine right now. Would be down only 1 minion if Quid farms all 3 of these. As Call Me
His
just
PC is
to keep the
bricked.
pressure on. And we can see our
He was
junglers
flown
just
out to
going through
Riot
their
for
second
testing?
clears here
Holy
again
shit.
After those first recalls. Meanwhile, up there in the top lane, it looks like Morgan is having no trouble whatsoever.
What's he testing?
Up against Surdy's Jace. Push currently in favor of the Team Liquid top lane.
Yeah, and Surdy clearly is looking at this as a farm lane. I don't think he's playing it to dominate. He went tier cold refillable as his first buy, right?
Am I just solo today then?
Saying we're just going to be scaling, and that is how I'm going to play it.
Ooh, nice follow-up there from Jose Diodo as Quid finds the scat of the week on Call Me to get this quick trade started. Now, of course, Call Me doesn't have to spend the flash to get away from that one. But Azale, he's not down to 200 HP. And remember, both these guys have already teleported back into the lane.
Right.
So Call Me in a pretty rough spot now with Quid getting that unleashed power.
Yeah, exactly.
Any new meta developments?
But Call Me was well aware of it, that he would be down XP because Quid had
Storm
the
Raider
push there,
Syndra.
and Call Me himself was about a minion away from getting 6. So he knew he had to back up, wait for it at the tower. And they're going to look.
Okay, Lions rotates over.
Call his phone and put him on speaker.
Lions gonna hit the dredge line, so
I
just a little damage
don't know if
onto
I've
Quid, but
ever.
if
I think
Corey's
I've
there,
called
they can't
Sneaky's
let him
phone
pursue
one
any
time
further. If
ever.
Call Me went in, he
No,
would
I know
die
that he called my phone one
instantaneously,
time
guaranteed.
ever. It
So,
was so
unfortunately,
fucking
Lions just
surprising.
has
I didn't
to
even have
try
his
to
number.
Protect his mid laner here, allow Call Me to farm up whatever he can, as we do see both junglers now also making
It was
their
for
way
such a
over.
troll reason too. It
Kryra
was like
stepping up here is Core JJ,
we were trying to
gonna
find
get
this
hooked in by the
mount
dredge
in
line.
WoW
He'll be
that
the
we were
first
camping
target,
for,
but again, as soon as they
and
know
we've
it's an
been waiting
even
for a
fight,
while,
this
and then
guy
it finally
has to
spawned like
back
right as I
off.
left,
They
and
need
so
an
he called me,
advantage with their
told me
jungler
like,
being
"Yo,
this
get
low
back on the
on, or with
computer."
their mid
And
laner,
I'll
excuse me,
spawn.
being this low on HP.
Yeah, they absolutely do, but he is slowly sustaining up. Kryra playing around with fire a little bit here, and Lions could be in trouble.
Oh, yeah, Core JJ starts this one off.
Surely
Lions
Lions
very
is
low as
fine.
The unleashed power goes
There's
in.
just not enough damage to
Call
kill.
Me positioning aggressively here to prevent them from killing off his supporters again. Jose Diodo
chunk.
looking for Kryra.
Big chunks,
Finds the
though,
quick
big
combo
chunks.
with the EQ. Nobody dead on either side. Still, despite it being a three-man party from both teams for the last minute.
Yeah, honestly, I think at the end of the day, that was very well handled by DSG. Even with Morgan moving down, DSG obviously were never going to get that topside scuttle. But Surdy got to push in, reset the wave, goes up 10 CS, and like I said, he is playing this kind of early scaling buy with the tier call, goes back, buys Serrated Dirk, Call Me at the end of the day, was able to catch pretty much the entire wave. He lost a couple minions, but he was protected well enough that he farmed well, and now has a wave here at his tower to pick up. So
Is it cheaper to
Call Me
subscribe
in a
while you're
pretty
in
good
Canada
spot.
or when
Surdy gets
in
a
the
nice little
US?
edge on the top side, and we are dead
Isn't
even
shit
here
more
through the
expensive in
first 7
Canada?
minutes.
Isn't there
Obviously,
money
still
like
very early in
Monopoly
the game,
money or
but
something?
DSG has shown us a number of times that they are pretty
What's up,
capable
Sailor?
in some of these early games.
Yeah, disguised, not giving TL anything to just start running away with the game early. I feel like a lot of the times, kind of that mandatory first fight that you see in almost every game is at the Rift Herald. So if I can see a team keep the game even till then,
What the?
that gives
Sneaky
you a really
just
good
messaged
shot
me
of
and
at
said,
least being able to
"Gonna
bet the
take a
game on
nap,
your
be
hands,
there
you
in
know?
90."
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, the one
What
big
the
issue
fuck?
for them is, of course, the advantage that Yon and Core are building. And Sajed and Lions have really just struggled in their 2v2s. This has been a thing all year long. They are just, I think, the worst 2v2 laners in the league. You know, they are kind of getting rocked in some of these 2v2s. And I feel like against Yon and Core, the expectation is you go down.
Yeah, Morgan going all out here, forcing the flash out of Surdy to get back away from the Cassante.
All right, well, I
despite the
guess
fact that
no
Surdy
Sneaky
does have the
until
one meaningful advantage so
90-minute
far on his
nap
team, he
at
still does
1
respect
p.m.
the pressure from Morgan as soon as he uses that ultimate. So Surdy without the summoner
Interesting.
spell, this could be a potential target for Jose Diodo.
Yeah, it absolutely could, but at the same time, Morgan now has to be a little
Okay,
bit careful
so
because the all-out is gone.
TL's
Surdy can
bot
play
lane
much
is
more
up.
aggressively at this point. Does
Almost
have to
20
be
CS.
aware of where that Jarvan could be, and I think he's playing pretty safe until Kryra is going to be up on those topside grubs. So now Surdy knows he has a little bit of coverage, so he's going to be able to play a little bit more forward in this lane, and
The
we'll
grubs
see if
have
that can
been
get him
pulled.
anything, because Surdy really does need to have a good
Are they
game,
just gonna
I
get
feel
triple
like, for them
grubs?
to have much of a chance here.
Yeah.
He's been
Jose's
doing
on
well.
the
Like,
way,
he's
but
actually
I don't
been
think he's
laning
fast
really
enough.
aggressively. You look at 4%, he is #1 in 4%. He is #1
Quid
in
could
damage
try
per
to
gold.
stall
So
it.
it's basically how efficiently you are using the gold.
I don't think he's there in
you know,
time.
in team fights, in 1v1s, and
Nope.
so on. And his damage per
Wow,
minute is
triple
second
grubs for
behind, I just
DSG. That's
believe,
honestly
Meteos,
pretty good.
if I recall correctly. But he's performing quite well, and I feel like everyone thought he was deserving of a real shot.
Yo, Rage
after
Man,
he
thanks for
came
5
in, but
months.
Call Me could be in
Oh,
trouble.
big stun,
Call Me, there's your
and he's
wombo
gone.
combo. Quid
Wow, and
sets
then
it up.
Lions
Jose
has to
Diodo
flash.
only has
His
to
hook
contribute
dragged him into the
flag
ult.
plus the
That was a
drag,
pretty sick Jarvan
and
ult.
that just means
Buffered
the
the
rest of
CC on the
damage
hook
is put
and
in
trapped
there by
Nautilus.
your Syndra. It took a little while, but it is Team Liquid who ultimately find first
I don't know if
blood
Nautilus
here,
needed the
9
flash
minutes
there,
into
but like
the
he would have taken
game.
a fuck ton
And
of
that money
damage.
does go over
And
to
honestly-
Jose Diodo after all, so Quid doing
Honestly,
most
he
of the
probably
work,
would've needed
but
the
Jose
flash.
getting most of the money as Jose has to run now, has Core JJ right next to him with Lions and Kryra potentially
What
looking
about
to make
doesn't listen to
something happen here.
casters?
There's your Solar Flare, not going to get the stun onto Lions, but
Yeah,
Xenoblade ready to
I don't
follow
know.
it up. And with the
I
rest
used
of
to
the
not have the
team
casters
right
on.
behind him, Core JJ leads the way to kill
But-
number 2 here for Team Liquid, and Quid does get the money on that one.
Yeah, nice
Why
pick,
not?
and Sajed now.
Oh no, Sajed in some danger. Has to use both summoner spells just to
Surdy
get
has number
away.
1 top lane stats?
Needed
Does
the
he really?
cleanse, needed the flash, still barely hanging on to 1/3 HP. Call Me is back alive, trying to make his way down here into this bot side river, but Quid just easily fending him away, protecting Jose Diodo
Is
as
he a
does
lane
take the Drake.
cheeser?
This was a pretty big sequence here for Team Liquid,
yeah.
Azael. Right as we were talking about how Disguised is doing a good job just keeping the game nice and even, nice and quiet early, Team Liquid found their moment to pounce.
Yeah, they have been playing this very well in the last couple of minutes. Basically, in the last 3 minutes, they went up, you know, a good 1,500 gold. That entire lead was created over the last couple minutes, and it kind of all started here with Calmy getting tagged. And this is one of those situations where, yes, it is a little bit of a nitpick, but also you need to be able to buffer CC. You need to be able to flash something. And he just didn't expect it. Gets tagged there by the scatter. I think when he snapped back, he needed to immediately, try to ult and try to immune some of that CC or try to early flash. But he did neither, and once he gets hit by the scatter,
anyone played Pokemon don't think they may play again, you can log in until September 15th and get a free Mewtwo.
Which snowballs into another.
Thank you for letting me know.
Beautiful pathing from Jose. You saw the observer showed us that small little bit of fog he had to walk through between.
What is there to do in Pokemon Go? I know you like go around and collect Pokemon and that's chill, but like you can't battle them or anything, right?
And ultimately that results in the first.
Is it just collecting?
So 1,500 gold lead.
Okay, lane's pushing out. Jarvan has ult. Sturdy no flash. I mean, he's just fucking gone. No way to live this.
Flash available on the Jace means Cataclysm is a death
sentence.
Jose applies one last swing of the spear.
I mean,
and that's kill number 3 for Tia.
I don't think there's a lot you can do about that. You just take it.
Maintaining that 100% KP. Cryo was looking for something around mid, but Quib was just standing back behind his turret, knowing that he could be under pressure. And now Kryra looking for a little bit of scrap, but not going to find much of anything. And again, Core JJ first to move here is playing around mid, and TL feel like they are fully in their comfort zone at this point.
Yeah, Kryra came up looking for a fight. Jose punched him.
I just noticed DSG's comp. They have
nothing really.
Only Kai'Sa for magic damage.
Now, Calmy again, just trying to do something.
They're just getting
way, but as soon as Calmy snaps
fucked
back,
by tabbies. And they're against Leona, Cassante, Jarvan. All easily going to get tabby early.
Over the wall.
And how are you killing anybody?
It has to use the Fate Seal to get over, so he barely lives.
Yone does magic damage. Yeah, bro.
He has no presence in the lane. He's got no ult. He's got no flash. Times are dire here in mid lane for Calmy, who does use the Soul Unbound to sidestep away from the scatter.
I honestly can't tell when it's a bit or when people are legit, because every time a team has like a really disgusting imbalance of damage, people will always cope and say stuff like, oh, they don't have a tank. Or like, my champion just like a little bit of magic damage. It's like, well, the real problem with the damage spread is if you make the other team have too easy of a time getting one of the defensive boots.
Okay, TL are in the enemy jungle,
and you just lose every mid-game fight for free.
Goes in with the Zenith blade, looking for the kill onto Lions. Call the pack from Kryra, keeps him alive, but
that's
Lions
the main
can't
problem with it.
Say the same. The Nautilus already down 4-0. Team Liquid 3,000 gold lead. Quid making his way down to the bottom lane to help clear out the waves here. Host Diodo trying to stop the escape route as Kryra and Sajed try to escape. Jose leads the charge towards the enemy AD carry. That Kai'Sa's down to 200 HP.
And he's just fucking solo killed by Jarvan with no ult. What?
Holy.
What?
This is crazy how Jose and Core play together. They, to me, are by far the best jungle support.
He can just do that, I guess. No
right
quest complete for Kai'Sa.
They are playing together. It has been insane. I think back to the match against FlyQuest, and it's kind of reminiscent to this. Remember Masu and Cryogen just getting chain dove, Jose just showing up behind the tower, zoning them off waves. Once Yon and Core create an advantage,
does it matter for AD anymore with Cleaver on every fighter? Yes, it matters.
Coordinated play
what are we talking about?
In the opponent's jungle,
if you have the option to pick enough magic damage to one-shot opponents in CC, like look at TL's comp. If everybody stacks tabbies against this team, you're up against Leona Syndra. You're getting one-shot by Syndra, and you're getting chain CC'd to death, right? You can't just for free stack tabbies.
Still the 1 point of power for Disguise, the one man on the map.
And if you buy Mercs on everyone, then you're taking a shit ton of damage from Ezreal, Jarvan, Cassante.
He's got an item.
That's what you want.
I'm not saying he's doing bad. I'm just saying direct your eyes to mid, to bot, to jungle.
People love coping about how it's not that big of a deal. And it's not the case that you can't win with it, but you're just at a strict disadvantage. It's like never better than not.
There's a mid laner in the top lane. There's a jungler in the top lane. There's a support in the top lane.
It's fine. Totally cool.
It might not be, but for now, it's fine.
Might not be. Probably not. Almost no chance that it's fine, but Okay, down here in bottom lane. This time, it's Morgan now squared up against Calmy. Goes to that third and Tofo strike, hoping he would step back into it, but not quite going to do it. Instead, it's just Jose Diodo.
Goodbye, Calmy. He's looking like me on Yun.
Was unfortunately just way too far away from his turret.
Did Kobe
there.
have
You
a
could
stroke?
see there was at least 2 inches of space between him and
Not?
the structure, so got
I've been
punished
watching.
for that little bit of an overextension.
Yeah, Gunmetal Greaves.
Is it troll to buy boots strictly for tenacity?
In that situation.
Yep. That fraction of a dagger
no,
does
that's
not
usually why you
quite
buy
pay
Mertreads.
for a tower defense in a 1v3,
I mean, Mertreads sucks
as
as
the
an
true shot
item.
barrage
It's
is
really
fired
bad.
From Jan Hosdioto,
You're
just
paying
stealing away the blue buff from
950 gold
Disguise, they're trying to get the Rift Herald,
like
trying to see
25
if they can
MR,
at least take something here off of the map, and it looks
30
like
MR total.
they should be able to secure that one.
Most of the cost is the
almost
tenacity.
all of Team Liquid's firepower.
And you don't do it
because
because you want to. You do it because if you don't, you'll get one shot in SEC.
Now the problem with them getting this Rift Herald, Azael, hold on. Call Me going in, finds the stop on the recall on Yawn, but the Soul Unbound is just going to take him right back to where he started. Yawn's exhaust makes it so Call Me can't do enough damage to secure the kill.
Yeah, the exhaust is going to keep him safe. And Jose on Pros was talking about how they are treating scrims in this split versus the other splits. He was talking about in the past, they were basically just playing to win scrims, right? And even in a game in this example, he says, we'd be up 50-3 in kills, and it's like, what can we improve here? Like, what are we learning?
I just got a message from Sneaky. He said he'll be on as soon as he finishes.
We're not doing anything. And this split, they've been playing to improve, not necessarily just to win.
Everyone has eyes. Oh, first kill. Let's go, Surdy.
At the very end of the range to catch Quid at that maximum distance.
He's
Surdy's right there
legit
for the
elo held.
follow-up. And now the Jace with the 1,000 individual gold lead.
Wow,
going
Serpent
to get
Fang
a
Rush.
little bit more. Remember, it was all 3 grubs for DSG early, so he's got that extra pushing power. But here comes a
Lion should have
TP.
taken the
Morgan
kill.
has returned to the top lane as Hosdioto and
Kryra?
square off
Okay, he
behind
has a
Team
Herald.
Liquid turrets. Surdy's
He'll
gonna
get the
himself
tower.
down.
No, he's not
Scorpion
even going to
playing
get the
a CC
tower.
to set this one up for Morgan, who grabs the kill into
He's
Surdy.
just going to
Kryra
play to
is
live.
just taking the car home. He called the taxi. He doesn't
mean,
want to be here anymore. The bed is calling. He's going to sleep.
Okay.
Because he does.
If they don't have objective bounties, it's kind of reasonable. I feel like I would have risked it though if I was him. Like your game's kind of fucked. If you die there, it's pretty whatever. You hit the turret. You guarantee get the turret. You can get back in the Herald. You'll probably die because the Herald will be low and Jarvan will just smite it. But you'll get the turret. But I guess on the flip side, if you leave a 1 HP turret, you can get it easily once the bounties turn on. So
Kryra with a hound's pursuit chases after him, ends up having to get back out of the fight. Jan flashes away from Sajed. Defensive solar flare coming out from Core JJ, guaranteeing Team Liquid's escape.
Yeah, a lot of summoners being spent there by TL as Lions tries to catch Jan, but cannot connect. And now Jose back in. But at the end of the day, they do not
ask who's stronger, Lion or TL,
it is 7-1,
Lion's
3,000 gold lead. So it has shrunk a little bit, was up over
yeah, I'm not
4K,
sure.
but TL still very clearly in control. And I want to bring this quote back up because I just thought it was very interesting.
I would
talking
guess
about the focus
Lion.
on specific things, like they're drilling specific things in every
But
scrim,
TL's
not
really
just
good.
playing kind of as mindlessly, if you want to say that, and just focusing on winning and getting kills. They are focusing on their setups. They are focusing
Look at that!
on
Look
their
at
coordination, on their dives.
dude,
you can see that, I feel like, in the game.
And now you can see Core JJ
I feel so vindicated. The whole hold that thought. Big Yone ult. Oh, big shutdown for Sajed. Wait, Call Me. Okay. Don't look. Don't look, guys.
Morgan with a flash forward goes in for the Pathmaker. Sajed, he's got no way out. Triple kill for Yawn.
Okay, anyway, so this whole year on the dive and like analyst segments and stuff, people were talking about how Team Liquid was like these scrim gods. They would brag about their scrim records and stuff, and I was sitting there the whole time saying, I feel like that makes me have less faith in the team. Because if you care so much about winning every single scrim to the point where you're telling people about it,
take more plates and extend that gold
I just
lead
feel like you're
almost
not
back up to the 4K where it was earlier.
You're not like making the most out of your scrims. If you're winning every game, I feel like you should
but it just wasn't.
like try to learn more stuff, if that makes sense. Like play shit you're less comfortable with. You don't need to win every single game. I mean, you should try in scrims, but it's just like if you care about the result more than anything else, like, you should definitely push limits in scrims. You should try to figure out, and part of that is
good comms. I mean, they're just talking through summoners, talking about how they want to fight it.
Knowing, going past the line so you know where the line is.
TL clearly in control of this one, 3.5K, the gold lead. DSG, at least.
And now they're coming out and saying, yo, we only cared about winning scrims before, not to try to
back a bit here. It is going to be
improve.
Soul, which isn't the greatest, of course.
So I feel pretty vindicated because I was saying the whole time, I'm like,
that's... Dragons have been definitely in control of most of the objectives and really in control of the map overall.
And to be fair to Kimtech Soul, I feel like Cassante is one of the best users in League of Legends of that Soul, just because it benefits you when you're on low health. You've got the shielding and the healing from the little drakes themselves, so could still be very scary stuff. We still have 3 on the Team Liquid side who have not died a single time in Morgan, Jan, and Core JJ. Jose Dioto's 1 death came from trading it for 4 kills, so...
That's not bad.
Yeah, I think he'll take that deal most times.
I'm surprised that gold is as close as
gold
it
is the lead. 30 seconds until the next
I
Drake
guess
spawns.
Surdy's
Team
up
Liquid
a bit.
should have total control over the area, but you can see some pings from the disguise
Wow, the jungle
side
gold's
in the dragon
not
pit.
looking great.
Yeah, you can, and you can
Holy
see
shit.
that's a pretty big gold.
All right, let's
gold
see how many
leads, obviously,
tabbies
but
we
also the
have.
experience differential.
Tabby
Sozi's about to
Cassante.
hit 13.
Huh, wow, Cassante
Kara's
build.
still 11.5.
Interesting.
Is over a full level
He would
ahead of
probably
Sajed.
build these items against
Really
any
across
comp,
the
right?
board, there are some pretty big experience
I don't think
differentials, more
having
than a
some
full
kind of
lead
like
for Morgan,
flat pen mage
as
or
well.
like heavy
You know, Quid
CC to
is
punish him would
a
really
little
be
bit
that
less than
good
half a
here.
level, so TL definitely
Imagine you have an Elise
DSG
and
trying
Cassante
to set
pulls
up
up
for
like
this
that.
dragon, see if they
Just
can take the
boom,
objective
one-shot
bounty
him.
away and stop this move towards Soul.
Yeah, here comes a TP from DSG, and Team Liquid's ready to follow it up themselves. Immediate scout of the week.
Hold up, Quid.
Quid could be under a little bit of pressure as Disguise try to fight
And
back. Lions
I don't
already
think
been
they do
killed.
any
Surdy
damage.
trapped inside the Cataclysm. Call me going into the back line yet again, but once more the scout of the week
Good
finds
Lord.
the target. Surdy on the run. Kryra doing the same, but they won't be able to get their AD
I mean,
carry out of trouble. Sajed is dead.
Wasn't even the worst fight for DSG, but they're just too behind and their comp sucks too hard.
But that went exactly how I expected it to go.
But, I mean, they were against
they feel the
no
pressure.
Flash
they try
Syndra,
to fight TL.
no
they
Flash,
try to stop the
no Flash
Drake
on, like,
stacking, but
most of
instead
TL.
they lose 3 for free. And now,
even if you hit your
21
shit,
minutes, 40
they don't
seconds
die.
is what reads the clock. It's time for Bear and TL. They'll take their soul point and they'll walk over, claim the other objective on the other side of the map.
I mean, TL are just playing so well, man. Every single game, it is nearly flawless. It is feeling like this team is just team fighting better, is laning better, is coordinating better, is advancing the game at such a quick pace as well when they get advantages. It is really, really impressive stuff here. As this initial hook from Lions made me think there was a real chance onto Quid, but part of the problem is, like, not everyone is there to actually follow up. Not everyone is in position. Yone is coming in on the TP.
So we get a hook into ulti on Syndra with an immediate follow-up?
Never follow up because it was scatter on arrival into Leona stun, and then Quid.
Could they not have gone harder there, like Kaisa ult and shit?
Ultimate as he comes in, and then this was just desperation for Sajed.
I feel like Quid should have died there. He got fucking
the hook was good. Had Calm
Nautilus up in front of the whole team.
R and get that off as he arrived. Maybe they win the fight.
Team Liquid just
is Kaisa in range?
taken their foot off the gas from minute
Surdy
one.
was thinking about
Speaking
going in,
of
but he
gas,
didn't
we're
have
going
flash,
to
so it would for sure be a one-way
in Atlanta,
trip.
Georgia, October 3rd and 4th. That's the destination for finals. I'm telling you what, right now, Azale, if Team Liquid doesn't make it there, I will be flabbergasted. This squad is playing like they are hungry for another LCS title, and they are certainly doing good work to get themselves there. As Morgan now in the middle of a potential 5-man play from DSG. He tries to take the all-out to get himself away. Fights
1K bounty.
But DSG committed everything, going for that pick onto the Cassante, which
Surdy's
means
up 1.2.
the rest of TL is just going to be pushing the other lanes.
True
Shot Barrage attempted to cancel the backs there, does only end up hitting Surdy, who was staying to push the tier 1 there in the top lane, grab the objective bounty, but this still should buy enough time for Team Liquid to do some meaningful damage here to the base of DSG. The Enchanted Cannon minion over in mid doing most of the work there. Onto the turret is Call Me, executed by the Unleashed Power with the Yone dead. That is big. Huge green light there for Team Liquid to continue pushing forward now. Mid lane inhibitor does die to the Enchanted minions. Now that inhibitor bottom is going to be your next target. Both inhibs about to collapse 24 minutes into the game. TL
I feel like
still
I would be
pushing,
fine with a lot of the strategy type stuff, but
now Morgan is respawning,
I don't play the
but
game
doesn't quite
enough.
have the TP. I feel like if Morgan's
Too rusty.
TP timer is ready, you just go to end the game right there. Jose Dioto will be caught by the dredge line there at the very end, flashes over the wall, trying to stay alive.
If I could somehow solo queue on low ping, I feel like I would be...
Oh! Just sat that
holy
down.
shit!
Lucky to get away, but that was beautiful from Jose.
He actually canceled the Neferi ult with his own combo.
The ultimate damage coming through from Neferi and then almost kills
That's good timing.
him. That was insane from Jose. So well played. And TL cracked the base, takes
I wouldn't have
hits.
thought you could do it like that.
This is
Let's see.
nuts.
He looks
I
so
thought he was
fucked.
completely out. Then the ulti comes through, and he knows he is dead if that connects, so he has
he
to
doesn't
interrupt
ulti.
the
He doesn't
Neferi
combo
ult with his
directly
flag
at
and drag,
Neferi because
times
that
it
probably would have
perfectly.
got him hit. He combos to the side. So the knockup hits him.
Wow. I'm fine.
I'm fine. That was beautiful.
Dude, look at that. He's getting hyped up by his teammates. That's
good
good shit, dude. That's the vibes you need. You legit need those vibes.
This guy is just so good at the game as he and the rest of the Team Liquid squad pushing up here in this top lane. Now Morgan's
trying
going to
hard not
provide
to be
additional
cocky.
pressure over in mid.
Dude,
Remember,
you don't need to be
Superman's
cocky if
already
your boys are
spawned
hyping you
in
up.
mid and bot lane both. Yon gets jumped on, but
Oh,
tries to get a little bit more
Sajed,
distance.
1100
Shut
gold.
down by Sajed, but he has to trade his own life
Wait,
for
this
it. That
is
Forte
actually
taking
not
away.
even that
The
bad
Fed
for
still chasing
DSG.
after
This could
Leona,
be
who
something.
does escape with the blast cone yet
That's all they get.
again. Team Liquid.
1 for 1,
they
big
trade
bounty
a
though.
1 for 1 there in a 4v5.
The gold
as
is
Morgan's
not
still
as
pushing
big of a gap
into the
as
enemy
it
base,
feels
does
like it should
crash
be.
the super
And I'm
minions
pretty
into
sure
the
it's just
Nexus
because of
turrets.
Jace.
Honestly, if you're DSG, you're happy for any sort of an even trade. Kryra jumps over the wall, but Morgan's ready and waiting. Doesn't quite find him at the Pathmaker or the third in Topo strike. So Kryra will be able to secure those wolves as Team Liquid resets.
Yeah,
A
Kryra
Sag,
needs every bit of
3
experience that he can
items,
get,
and a
4
Seeker.
levels down
Not
on Morgan, who has so
bad,
much
honestly.
armor. I mean, just look at the build, right? You are basically playing full
I
physical
mean,
at this point.
if
and there's a
TL
little
does
bit of
some
SG here
monster
and there,
throwing,
but Morgan is just a brick wall.
it could be
He's
playable
on
for
full
DSG.
armor items, about
I
to
will
complete
say
his
TL's
third,
comp,
plus he
not
already
the
has
best
skill
scaling
gap for a
comp.
long time, and
Like Jarvan,
he's just gonna be
Cassante,
nearly impossible to
Ezreal,
take out.
Yeah,
not
Sajed
exactly
and
late
Kami
game
both splash
champions. And then
magic
somehow if
damage,
DSG
right?
can get
But
to like,
still, you're up against
if this somehow
3
turned into a level
frontliner
18,
composition,
6
and
items,
you're
into
very
6
far
items
behind.
game,
Jose has his
I would
steel
favor
cap plus
DSG
his
start.
Guardian Angel now completed. Morgan has
Because once
steel
people
cap
have the
plus
percent
3
pen items and
massive
shit, the
armor
damage
items.
spread
Gorge
isn't
J
as
is
impactful. Like,
Leona,
it still
so that
matters,
kinda
but
just speaks for
it's
itself.
more of a problem in
This
the
front line
mid-game.
is impossible to damage for DSG.
Yep.
The only way to win
TL
is to
not
try to
a
get those
fucking
kills
MR
onto
item in
Yon
sight.
or onto Quid, who have each died a single time so far this game. And now that Team Liquid has claimed the Chemtech Soul alongside that 5,000 gold lead, you got to be thinking they're just looking to end the game.
Yeah, I mean, it just gets that much harder at this point. You can see Kryra was
in a situation where you're waiting for the enemy to fuck up feels so bad.
Whatever gold he can.
Yeah, I mean,
as well, as
ultimately
they know
you
this
just lose
could
games
be
like
the
this, right?
final defense
You don't deserve
here.
to win if you're
They gotta watch
DSG.
out for these scatters, though. Quid has just been
And like
laser
all you
focused and hitting scatter
can
after
do
scatter after scatter.
is hope they
And
mess
there's
up.
another one.
The best you can do
Third
is
Topo
just
strike ready
try
follow
to
it up, but
predict
Lions
what
uses
TL's
the
going to
dredge line
do
get himself
and
away,
find some
survived for
small
now.
window
Solar
to
for
punish
Core was
them.
also used, but didn't find the target as Team Liquid.
Usually that'll mean like, hey, let's put down defensive vision. They're going to come in and we'll try to like blow someone's flash or get a quick pick. Try to find somebody greeting for an item. But ultimately, you're just going to lose if they play it reasonably. You can still make it hard for them.
Have they held the line for now? They've got to be so careful though. If they
LS said
overextend just a
best
little,
Jace
Team
build is
Liquid is so
Essence
far
Reaver,
ahead, they could
Navori
easily
second.
turn, but the Baron is spawning in 15
Well, if LS said it.
seconds. So as Team Liquid exit, you can see them using their sweepers, laying down wards as they go, controlling the vision in the jungle of Disguised. So if DSG try to do anything around the Baron, TL will be
I guess
ready.
the idea
As
is you
see
can
the teleport
double
from
shock
Quid
blast through your
back into the
acceleration
mid lane.
gate.
He went back to base.
I mean,
healed
you would
back
get a
up,
lot
he
of
did
shock
his
blast with this
shopping.
build, but they
Baron
wouldn't
is
hit that
spawned.
hard
Jose
because
Diodo
you
was
have
already in the area clearing out vision.
how much
Yep,
AD is
gonna
Essence
be
Reaver, like
trying to reclaim as much vision in this area as he possibly
50
can.
or something?
I don't really see
Essence
much of a
Reaver
chance of actually
lead.
contesting this Baron, though. TL have been so good about their Baron takes. They're not going for any
50
sort of
AD.
50-50s, and they are going to move up here, clear
You would
out
have
vision.
50
They have a
AD
lot of wards in this area. 3 wards,
no
4 wards
lethality.
across that enemy jungle. Morgan pushing up mid.
So you
They
would
see
shock
the
blast
bot,
him
so,
twice,
this is gonna be
probably.
uncontested,
If you
and I
can
think that's
somehow
correct
shock
from
blast while
DSG.
autoing things
I feel
for
like at this
Navori.
point in this kind of game, your
But,
only
like,
real hope, and it is a very small
doesn't seem
one,
great.
is trying to steal Elder,
If
right? So you show up
Navori
for
could,
Elder,
if
you
it like
hope
if your
that TL
hammer
just try to
form,
burn
or no,
it
sorry,
down, you
gun
can somehow
form,
steal it, you
W,
can somehow
cooldown started
nuke
when
out
you
that
pressed
kill,
it
right?
rather than
That's
after the 3
basically
autos,
your
it would
real
be kind
shot.
of
So
okay.
besides that, they're just going to stay in the base.
But the
try to
cooldown on
hold
W
on
doesn't
as
start
much
until
as
you've
they
used
can
all the
here, but
autos.
It is 2 open inhibs, and it is 2 members still out on the map, so DSG going to lose this tower in a hurry.
Exactly, those inhibs just
don't
now
think that build would be
respawning,
optimal.
but are
I think
still
you'd rather just
vulnerable
have
alongside
mana immune
this third one here on the top side as
and
the
Ghost Blade or
last tier
something.
3 turret falls for DSG. Team Liquid still have their Red Bull
Jewel
Baron for
Gauntlet
another
slow and
2.5
steady for it to be
minutes.
good.
They take out the top lane inhib, and they can just easily
Yeah.
walk this through the entire base of Disguised Lion going in here with a dredge line as Quid gets tagged there, and immediately it's followed
Hold up,
by
they get a kill.
Sajed, the ultimate
Sajed,
combo combo, and Nautilus tries to find the first
yo
kill.
guys,
Sajed using sticks
yo
to
help,
try to stay alive.
oh
Both players
shit,
force that one, and Sajed will already die. Now all out, Morgan's ready to go all in. Kryra in danger as Yodo traps 3 inside the Cataclysm.
Big Yoda ult.
3-man knockup coming in from Morgan. It's
Oh,
all too
God.
easy for Team Liquid. Quid is the sacrificial
Get Sag
lamb,
to team,
but
please.
the sacrifice pays off. A triple kill for
Is he
Yodo,
elo held?
21-5.
Maybe.
Team
I don't know.
Liquid made quick work of disguise.
Man, they are just looking a little too good. 21-5, crazy game 1 dominance from TL.
Did you expect anything else, Emily?
No.
Did you expect anything else?
Absolutely not, because as people saw from our predictions, they were all 2-0.
Yeah.
But in our Samsung Rift Vision breakdown, I would like to take a look at some of
Yo, Asher, thanks
Jose's
for the
kind
68.
of early ganks and setup.
If my
So
friend
we're
has
gonna
500
start
games of
with
bronze and iron over
this
the last 2
ward
seasons, is he
in
elo
the
held?
River Brush
I mean,
that,
probably. How else would you be sucking
he
up bronze if
actually
not for elo hell?
manages to avoid as I toggle the fog of war
Anyone
here,
with a
right?
regular
So
amount of
he
luck will get out
is
of bronze.
Essentially going to
The
end
only
up
way you stay there is if you're
popping
really
in
fucking
from
unlucky.
nowhere, immediately get that kill. I'm just gonna adjust our vision back because we're gonna check and see what's going on in bot lane because this leads them to be able to set up and
Or
start their
bad?
Drake
No.
setup. Yawn is pushing in.
Skill doesn't
this
matter,
bot
dude.
wave, and Lion
You're
and
literally
Fire
one
decide,
person
okay,
on the
they're
team.
gonna contest for the crab. But
Think
guess
about
what?
it.
Syndra
Every
is
game you
already
play,
TPing in.
you're only
CL have
20%
already
contribution.
decided exactly what they're going to do.
Your contribution
Core
matters
lands
way less
is
than your
ultimate,
teammates.
And immediately this leads into
Therefore,
first
the
Drake.
game is almost
I just
entirely
absolutely
luck.
love how coordinated this entire team is. I think it starts with Jose, which is why
you guys
he
wanna
was
climb,
my personal player of the game. However,
gotta get into winner's
this
queue.
entire team is just firing
Which involves
on
either
all
being lucky,
cylinders. There's a reason why they
buying
are the biggest
skins,
dog.
The biggest dog. I mean, player
buying
of
the
game
battle
I see
pass.
right now in our teleprompter is Jose Diodo.
Yeah.
So Emily, you and the casters are aligned. Me and Raz have a more refined 80 carry taste.
Yes.
But
Is 80 carry
Jan
a more
didn't miss many
refined taste?
cues in that game, but the whole team is.
If I'm not carrying the game,
operating
I
at such a
push
high
a side lane
level
AFK
right
till the rest of the team groups on me and lets me carry.
In fact,
True.
I feel like what made it like.
I mean, it's actually a pretty good way
mechanic on EQing
to
try to come back.
Fury engage. That was,
People
yeah.
are with me, guys.
If you're the jungler doing it, it
Yeah.
usually looks
Yeah.
tilted, but
I
like
hate to
it's
break it to
not
you.
that
At
bad.
this point, they're probably recording Tuki
Look, that
as
cancel,
Jose Diodo
that
votes.
cancel was sick. That's not actually why I thought he
Yeah, it was
deserved player of the game.
Yeah.
You guys may disagree. However, during the LCS summer split, you at home could win a trip to a League of Legends
With
event.
that logic,
Save your
how about soccer
MasterCard
has 11
as your
players?
card on file, and
Yeah,
make
I
a
mean,
purchase
even
from
less
the in-client
important.
store for a chance to win. Game 2 is next, but first, our very own Raz caught up with Team Liquid Alienware mid laner.
What's the best
Quid
time to
in our
climb,
player
mornings or
review.
night?
That's me.
You definitely want to climb in the
Congratulations,
mornings
Quid,
on
winning
weekdays
your week
only.
3 Player of the week. That's
Yeah,
two.
it's
Quid
a
already in such
well-known
quick
fact
amount of
that
time. What's been going on?
of all the players who play,
Yeah.
in the
it's
morning,
nice to be
everyone
here
queuing in the morning has a
I think
70% win rate. But if you queue
I'm
on
happy that
weekends
we're
or
showing
late at
better and
night,
better as a team of
everyone
players.
is 30% win rate. It's fucking
I think
crazy.
this split
You
has
wouldn't
been
think that was the case,
Really enjoyable split so far.
but like
I don't want to see you here again because
it
I'm
really
running out of
matters.
questions.
It really
Put
matters.
that out there. You've been here before. Do you know how the game goes, correct?
Mhm.
All right, rapid fire questions. I'm gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Your solo queue name is Oh My Golly Gosh #Gosh. Where does that come from?
I don't know where did it come from, but I think someone in my team was using that, like whenever something bad happened. Oh my god, gosh!
Someone?
Oh my
I'm pretty sure
golly
it's
gosh.
Spooks?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I expect. That sounds like it. Because you also got the, what was it, the donut
Yeah,
solo queue on
crazy
account as
name.
well?
Yeah.
Stupid donut?
That also came from Sam.
You're just, at some point he's gonna ask for IP. Anyways, we gotta go to the next one. How many times have you been banned?
Ban.
Yeah,
Solo
banned.
queue.
Solo queue.
When I became pro, when I became pro player.
Yo, he's
Well, it's
hesitating a
fucking
bit.
dope.
Most people could just say
The
none.
socials team seems to be putting out lies out there.
I'd say it's 5 or 6 times.
Oh my
I thought they were
God,
lying. Oh my
that's a
God,
lot.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Holy shit, he's toxic.
Who on your team should be banned?
Yo, Blanket, thanks for the
Based
sub.
off what you're seeing from their, how they take in solo queue or anything like that.
Or say Jose.
Jose needs to be
Okay,
banned.
Jose, there it is. Who in solo queue has impressed you?
Impressed me.
Yeah. They don't have to be a pro player.
Say Meteos, come on.
I think there was Joey Love, both you. I
Okay.
think it's Yoju and Cupid.
Oh my God, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, they're
Fuck, you didn't say Meteos.
Any feedback for Spook's jungling? Because I feel like you've been doing with him yesterday. Now's your time to flame him.
Not sure. I don't think it's fixable, but his mechanic looks a little bit sloppy.
It's really sloppy?
Ooh.
Even on the Jarvan?
I don't want to say it.
Now's the best time. But honestly, that's going to be time for us, so I appreciate it. You guys are going to be going up against DSG. What do you think DSG needs to do for them to beat you today?
I think they should be willing to fight us in an object situation or in a 50-50 situation.
Yeah.
And they should actually take the fight and win the fight to beat us.
Okay.
I hope they do that so game looks.
Wait, Meteos, was that stat real?
All right, appreciate the answers. Thank you
Yes,
very much.
dude.
Maybe we're looking for a player of the week number 3 after
It
this
is
week.
a
Let's see how
very
that
real
goes.
stat. Every single player queuing has a 70% win rate in the morning.
Different.
So if there's a game in the morning with 5 versus 5, 7 of those 10 players will be winning that game.
We're about to get into game.
Emily, let us enjoy it.
You guys need to lock in. Maybe
Yeah,
this'll help.
it's totally real, dude. Queue in the morning. The only thing holding you back is when you queue and the day of the week you queue. Trust me. That is the most important thing. What about the other 6 players? What?
Red Bull gives you wings.
Rich in the ground before Dove can even get there.
How do time zones factor into calculations?
Don't feed. Get fed.
It's all Chicago based. It's not. It's based on the
QR code for
server.
deals only on Uber Eats.
Think about it past 10 p.m. You're getting Meteos brand jungle because they're all 20 bong rips deep. My brand jungle goes hard as hell. You would be so lucky as to get a 20 bong rip deep Meteos brand jungle
I think you might be
at
balding.
any time of day.
You got like some on the back of your head.
Don't look.
You got like.
Go away from me, Quid.
It might just be the way the hair is turned over the headset.
Why them get to see and I don't get to see?
I don't want it to show him either.
And your hair's not as thick as Quid's, for example.
Oh, his hair is thinning? Holy shit, he's getting
Said I'm
old.
Balding.
You might be balding.
Any plans for
I'm
Riot
not.
to add a
But
new
he's not
champion
back.
to the
Yeah,
game?
it's only very slowly.
Like,
it'll-
they added
it'll
lock
take
to the
years.
game pretty recently.
You're trolling, right?
No, it's
Oh, Quid. Is he trolling?
it's just like
As far as future plans for the game, I am not at liberty to discuss anything like that.
That is future then.
nah, it's just Jan, it's just the headset. It's just the headset.
I can see it.
Jan, it's just the headset, man. We lost Jan.
He went to the bathroom to check his hair.
Probably.
Can I leak why Sneaky's not here? Yeah, he actually messaged me at the beginning of last game saying, I'm taking a 90-minute nap. Which is a really specific amount of time to nap for. At a really strange time. Bring back powdered wigs? That's facts. That's actually facts. For any of the RuneScape enjoyers in chat, I'm trying to do that grind to get the Elite Void set. And, seems fucked up. Now that I'm solo streaming, I can talk all the shit you want. I don't talk shit. I'm a nice guy. What are you talking about?
DSG cooking tier list. Who's master chefing and who's burning down the kitchen?
6 Kryra for sure.
Kryra 6.
Kryra's definitely the best.
Castle was here is number 1.
Can I don't cook? I've only ever seen him eat takeout.
I think I know is what. What? No.
Last place, Kryra, and then Pepe.
I don't know. Is it Pepe?
Yeah, it's unseasoned chicken breast.
Yeah, but that's like easy. I don't know.
Yeah, it's easy, so it's not very good.
And I just like survive, you know. I just do the simple stuff. So maybe I will be 5.
I can make like 4 things, like steak, eggs, like.
That's better than I've seen everybody else do. You got 2.
No, Ido's probably better than me because
Really?
he's older. You know, he probably has more experience.
That's true. He's pushing 40. I think I'm definitely the best cook on the team.
I think Pepe
Pushing
might have that unlocked with his
40.
chicken breast.
No,
Holy
it looks dry as
shit.
He comes, his girlfriend makes food. Yeah, he's 4. No, he's 5.
Yo, Lady Willow
He's
thinks
5.
13 months.
He's getting carried. No, you're 6.
I should have taken a photo of the steak I made last night, but the crust was immaculate. I'll say that
Yeah,
much.
so I just don't believe you. And
Okay.
there's no verifiable witness.
Yep, my bad.
Position 3, Shikun 2, Ido 1. We agree?
I feel like you're trying to sneak yourself into first a lot here.
Who's best cook in C9 house? Probably
Like, if
the
we did one of
chefs
those,
we
Azale would have to
hired.
be clear-cut number 1. Like
you.
this guy, I know that you like cook all kinds of stuff.
Bro,
the
like
couple
how
times that
how
I've
do
been
you
to your
have
house, it's
time
always
to cook
delicious.
food
Well, I
when
appreciate
you're a
that.
I can't
gamer?
remember the last
That's
time
like an
that I
entire
ate
solo
something
queue game
that
you're
wasn't
missing out
frozen
on.
beforehand.
Because you're
So
cooking food.
I'll take the number 6.
Come on over, brother.
I'll take the number 6.
I'll cook you up something nice.
Hell yeah. I
Made
can,
some pancakes for Lily this morning.
Yeah.
They were pretty tasty.
We can trade skills. I can teach your kid how to ride
Think about it.
four-wheelers and
What if
party
the
hard,
lesson you
shovel
could have
dirt,
learned in
and
that solo queue
shovel
game
some
would have
dirt? I'm
won you
expert on that.
the
And
next
you can,
LCS game?
And I will take payment in good food that was not frozen.
And
beforehand.
winning that
Oh,
LCS
yeah.
game
Easy.
would have given you
Easy
better
deal.
seeding
Pleasure
into
doing
playoffs,
business
and
with
it could have been a
you. But,
butterfly
in
effect that
terms of
would
business, it
actually
was all
make you win the
business for
World
Team Liquid in
Championship
game
because you
number
decided
one.
you had to
These
cook
guys made
food.
quick work of Disguised.
Like,
Jose and Core
are we being
JJ
serious right
all
now?
over the map. Morgan making sure that Surdy couldn't carry anything. And then obviously Quid and Yawn both putting up plenty of damage to get everything
do,
across
season
the
3 for
finish
food?
line. It never really felt
Probably
super
ordered
close.
most
I mean,
of
we
the
mentioned
time. I
how
know
the first
we
was like 7
tried
minutes.
at
yeah,
least to
first
chef
like
at
7
some
minutes of the
point.
game, nothing happened.
No, actually, I
And
remember
that was
season
the closest
3,
that it was. As soon as anything
we lived in a
started
place
happening at
in
all,
Santa Monica, and me and
TL
Sneaky would
immediately
walk down.
booms out to
There's like a
1,500
McDonald's and a
gold
Subway
lead,
right
and
next to
it
each
just
other,
got
and like
worse
we
and
would
worse
go to
for
one of those
DSG.
pretty often.
I
There's a
think the
sushi
thing
spot
that is
we'd go
impressing me
to.
most about TL really is their ability
We
to
didn't.
snowball the game.
I
and
feel
move
like that was
forward.
kind of
And it is
before
so scary to
ordering
lose a
food was
skirmish
super
against this
meta.
team
That was
because
kind of when it
if you
was
do
starting.
lose that one fight, it feels like Core and Jose are going to ruin your game, right? If your bot lane falls behind, well, Core is going to be at every crab. He's going to be moving around the map with Jose. If your jungler falls behind, well, guess what? Your entire
It's a
ward,
waste of time.
your vision is all
Exactly.
warded out. You know, you're in your jungle, you're getting invaded, you're getting chased out, and we have seen them then move around the map constantly, put pressure on mid, put pressure on enemy jungle, and then when the enemy support moves to actually try to cover that, well, Core and Jose are behind your ADC now. And now your ADC is getting dove bot, and now your ADC is getting zoned off waves. And it feels like they're able to do this so consistently.
Ordering food's a
that I really
scam,
have
really?
been blown away by how they are playing.
Why?
I said it last game, I'll say it again. I think Jose and Core right now, by far the best jungle support duo in the league. And they are playing at just a ridiculously high level. I feel like TL is looking the best they have looked since I want to say they're back-to-back championships.
Since the quadrupede. Yeah. That was certainly an impressive run in LCS history. I mean, it's the only LCS squad to ever do the 4P, right?
I feel like they haven't looked that good since.
Yeah,
like,
and this is just a nasty look. It's like they had their performances at MSI, where the only games
How
that
do
they
you
lose
portion?
are
How do you
against
track
T1, and they're
macros?
like,
How
wait
do
a
you
second,
avoid
if we
excess
put our
oil and
minds to it,
fat?
we actually are the real deal.
Well, and the thing about that
Who's doing all
is
that?
Jan was playing pretty poorly in that series, and now Jan is playing really
Track
well.
macro?
Jan was playing pretty poorly
You
last
need
split. It's
wards
not,
for
it's
that.
not
It
just
has
some
nothing to do
cope
with
feel,
your
I
food.
just didn't perform against
First
T1.
pick
No, he wasn't
Olaf.
playing well in LCS in split 1 or split 2.
Okay.
And he didn't play very well at MSI.
Lucian
and he was
and
playing really well. And he
Milio.
was supposed to be the guy, right? This is who they were
Or
kind of rebuilding
you
around
wait.
was Jan and
I think
Core.
you wait.
And so when
and you
Jan
see
is
what they
back
pick.
to playing at a really, really high level, and Quid and Morgan are playing
I
at
think
the
you
same
legit
level,
wait,
and Jose,
and if they
who was
go
kind of the expected,
Yunara
I wanna
Lulu
say
or some
almost
shit,
weak link
you
at
go
the start of the
Nami.
year. People are like, we didn't get inspired. That sucks.
And if they go melee
how,
support, you
how's
go
Jose
Milio.
going to do? He wasn't that good on FlyQuest before. Well, Jose is an MVP
And if
candidate.
they don't pick bot
back-to-back
here at all,
splits, he's playing insane. So now everyone, it feels like, is playing
Okay, what
at
if they
that
go
ridiculously
Kate
high
Nami?
level, and I
Ooh,
feel like
Kate Bard?
if you put this
What do
TL
you
in
go
that
into that?
series, they're winning some games.
TL is certainly looking ferocious. Let's catch up with where we are in the draft. Bans are already done for the first half. Cassiopeia, Nocturne, Vi banned out by TL. Disguised getting rid of that Jose Diodo, Lee Sin alongside Akali and Poppy. DSG elected for first pick.
I don't know how I did that shit in college, honestly. The idea of eating a dozen donuts to me now makes me actually feel like I'll die, just even thinking about it.
Meanwhile, Disguised, they
when I was in
first
college,
picked
I would just
Olaf.
like
I mentioned in
go to
game number 1
7-Eleven,
how this
get
has
a
become more and more popular.
dozen
It's
Krispy Kreme
very
donuts and just like
now.
eat them
You
all
also have
back to
the Caitlyn
back.
Bard bottom lane for DSG. You've got Lucian, Nami bottom
I was really
lane for
underweight
TL.
too.
Now here's
It
where
was
I'm
crazy.
at, Azale. I feel like normally
I don't know how the hell that
Caitlyn
was
Bard
even
is one of
possible.
those really oppressive laning duos that you can try to use to keep other powerful lanes like a Lucian Nami in check. But we talked a little bit about it last game. Yon and Core JJ are on fire recently, and unfortunately for DSG, I feel like individually ranked, if you took a tier list
They're on
of
fire too, just in a different way.
yeah, if you took a tier list of all 8 starting players across the
Krispy
LCS,
Kreme donuts
I
are
think
pretty peak,
Sajed would be
but
the
I don't know,
rank
man.
8 AD carry, and Lions would be the rank 8
I
support.
really like.
So that means there is so
my
much pressure on
tolerance
this
for sugar has
Caitlyn
been
Bard
going down and
against this
down.
Lucian Nami, because if it goes bad, brother, it's going bad.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. And I also think it's really
I
interesting
just feel
because
so
in
shitty
Tier 1,
afterwards.
this split, there has been
I'm like
one
tired.
Nami play. And you probably know who
If I
played
eat-
it. It was
if I eat
Core.
healthy food, it's like I
Core
feel
brought it
good.
out last time, and I think it's actually a really smart adaptation. These days in pro play, when you see Lucian, Melio is coming, and you know that, right? And Melio is generally a lot weaker into some of these kind of range versus range matchups. He really does have a lot of success against the melee champions, denying the engage. That's where he's
like
getting
a fire kick.
Exactly. That's where he's getting a lot.
All I
of
know is
that
when I was a
edge.
kid, I could
And if they
just
try to
chain
go
eat
for all in,
candy
you have double
and
shield with warm hugs. You
feel
have
great.
healing, obviously. You have the additional range from Cozy Campfire. So there's a lot of power. Not to mention the breath of
Have I
life.
played Fizz
They're
jungle?
fun
I think
names.
it's sleeper OP.
But Nami is
I've
much
played
more
it a
of
little bit a while
champion that
ago,
is
not
lane
recently.
dominant, and
I don't
also
think it's
really
OP.
strong in these range versus range matchups because of the additional sustain.
Oh no,
because
it
of
feels
the
like
poke
it.
and these short
it
trades
sounds
so
good on
powerful
paper.
with Lucian. So
winner wise,
it
it's
is
actually
really
not bad.
interesting to see them go towards it.
Better than
they
it
have
was.
played it
Maybe
once.
it's
They
not bad.
dominated that game, and I'm going to be interested to see how it goes here against Sajed and Lions.
All right, second half of the bans are done now too, with the Azir and Wukong being banned away
That's
by
true.
Team
Yeah, it does seem a
Liquid.
little loud.
Disguised getting rid of the Vayne and the Jax. Double bans focused towards Morgan to try to protect that Surdy Olaf.
Perfect
Set Surdy up
stream
for
vibes
success
to
here in the
stroke my
game as we
shit
have
too.
Team Liquid picking up Rise for their mid laner, and we do have the Orianna and Sejuani locked in for
What?
Call Me and for
Would they
Pride.
type that?
It's an old combo, but
All right,
it's a good
TL's
one.
comp.
Sejuani plus
Nothing
melee
tanky
solo
thus
laner
far. What
is
do we
a
pick into
very
the
powerful
Olaf?
2v2.
There's no Jax,
And I just
no
think you should
Vayne.
be playing towards
Is there
Surdy, right?
Gnar?
I felt like
You
that
Gnar into
he is
Olaf?
their main lane
That might not
position.
even be good. Fiora would be
I
kind of
think that
sick.
he is the best player
Doesn't
right
seem
now
great.
as far as their carries.
There's
are
no way
concerned
they
by
Fiora,
far on their
right?
Team. And don't believe the Fiora. I'm not going to believe you at
Nope.
all.
Kled.
Kled would be pretty cool. Kled definitely can beat
That's-
Olaf early.
that's pretty cool. I like
you
that.
definitely have the ability to do that.
Seems
I do
good.
think if you do not get ahead, as are true of almost every single Kled matchup in the game, things get tough. This champion sucks from behind. This champion is
He doesn't
horrible
do
from
much
behind.
of anything except fall off his list.
Fizz
You
jungle
just ult
sounds
in
like
and
it would
then
be
die.
really
Like,
good
it is definitely
if it
rough.
was
You know, if you start
functional.
losing lane,
And
you're just
winner
like,
wise,
all right,
it seems
time
not
to
bad,
just
but I don't
go
know.
around the map
My
and
experience
try to
playing
figure
it,
out fights.
it was
But
just
that
hard
being
to actually
said,
do enough damage to kill people.
You have obviously the
I guess.
built-in healing debuff.
So when you're mid phase, you have
with your
like
bear trap on a rope. When you
Ignite.
get that pull, it does apply
You have
grievous wounds.
fucking
That is really nice, and you can trade very aggressively
Lich Bane,
into
Electrocute.
the Olaf, depending upon your remount, right?
kinda just
Olaf
one-shot
wants to
people
take
if you're
these really
fed.
aggressive fights, but especially once
Jungle
you get
Fizz
two,
is like, he's got
you
good
can
mobility,
hold that skill
he's
point,
good, his ult's
fight
like
until
really
you
strong for
dismount,
ganking.
level up your
I don't know.
W, basically use that as a one-time
Shit,
active.
it never
get
really felt great
instant
when I tried
remount,
it.
and you can put Olaf in a really difficult position as a result, where Olaf is down low early and then just kind of has to rely on just throwing axes to farm, and then you run out of mana, so can be a pretty beneficial matchup to Kled early, and
How
I'm
much
curious
has
to see how he
Belvis
plays it.
gone down?
Yeah, I
since the
love
patch?
really like minor
Minus
mechanics like that
2%?
that
Damn.
impact very specific things in very specific matchups in League of
In
Legends. I
Emerald.
mean,
All
less
ranks
than 1% of the
1.7.
time on anything for any reason are you going to hold your skill point, except for
That is
previous level
tough.
1 invades before the spawn timers on things. which
Yo,
is
Zora,
great,
thanks for
but
29 months.
I like how that works. It also, to me, poses the question of, are junglers going to try to get involved earlier
love
than
to see
normal?
Fizz
If
in the
you're
jungle, you
Cryra,
want
are you
Elise
trying
back
to
in the
make sure that
jungle.
you're around early in case there is
I feel
some
like
super early
Elise is
aggressive
literally
play
not
from
allowed to be
Morgan on the
good.
play.
Also very cool. First time Morgan has brought it out.
This
in
is
his career.
this is
That
like a
just
non-Riot opinion.
dissect, and so it is going to be
I
his
have not
first Kled game.
heard anything from Riot about
as you
Elise,
know,
but
one of my favorite
so my take from
champs.
playing the
Yes,
game
sir.
is
I
anytime
haven't played
Elise
as much
is
recently,
remotely
but I was on a
decent, she
huge
gets
Kled kick
instantly
for a
nerfed.
while where I was just playing
You've played
Phil.
with
So I think she's just
Yeah,
too
and I was
obnoxious
playing
as a
with her.
I was playing playing Kled in all roles.
The stuff she does early game to lanes is
Kled.
just
no matter where I was going, I was
fucked
playing
up.
Kled, and it is a really fun champ. And I'm curious to see how Morgan does pilot it because it is so feast or famine. It's one of the reasons I really like watching Broken Blade as a player because he is a a big Kled enthusiast, brings it out in the Scion matchup, and so it's cool to see this in to Olaf, which Olaf is just becoming so popular in the pro play meta, so people have got to
just like Renekton Elise or something.
Well,
it's
maybe,
just
maybe T1
it's
should
such
have
a
taken some
miserable
advice from you and
experience to
watched
play
some
against.
Broken Blade Kled VODs before they played against
Holy
G2 there
fuck, you can
back
just
at
do that?
MSI. Because anybody who might have missed out on that one, Broken Blade Kled certainly had the time of his life in that series against T1. But into this game, we will keep an eye on Morgan. Ignite here in the top lane. You already mentioned how, yes, you've got
she can do the same kind of dive with, like, she can drop Tower Aggro the same way, but she doesn't stun you and one-shot you while doing it. I think what makes Elisa's dive so good is the fact that you basically crash the wave and you just start the dive by having Elise shoot a stun at them, right? Because if the stun doesn't hit, you don't even get aggro. If the stun does hit, then you just one-shot them. So the person playing against it has to decide, like, okay, do I flash the stun before they even have tower aggro? Because then they'll just dive you anyway. You have no more flash.
And it does take a headshot.
And if
for
you
his
don't
double,
flash a
but
stun,
Lions,
then you
yes,
just
they
die.
got the wave in, but he took so much damage that it is a pretty
her
difficult
early
spot.
game
The
diving
court
tools
is
are
low
pretty
on
fucked
mana,
up.
but Miana is
So
very,
I would not
very
expect
healthy.
her to ever be
Lions is low on mana as well, and Lions is just going to head back to base.
like
So it should be a
super
pretty
viable.
easy reset here for
I don't think she's
Jan
horrible
and
by any
Core.
means. I think at least
Jan is of
okay.
course playing first strike, so a little bit less early kill threat compared
I think
to
she has to be
PTA
tuned
or
on the
something
weaker
like
side.
that, but it scales really well and is a lot of power later on.
Plus, in North
She's
America, for those of
50%
y'all who
win rate in
remember
average
years
play.
in the past, there was a long time when North America Lucian was
52% win rate
very
in Emerald
just
Plus.
shameful. Was not a good pick. Every time you saw it, you were just groaning out loud. Jan was one of our players who kind of broke that stereotype. He earned his right to lock in the Lucian, and so I always enjoy seeing him on this pick.
And
what is
Morgan,
it
if we
now?
can click on Morgan, you can see his skill order. He's level 3. He has 2 skill points, so he's holding on to the W, so he is playing for that. I assume he'll put 2 points in Q. Yep, there's the 2 points in Q. He's still holding that skill point. So now he's going to just try to fight and force this interaction where Surdy has to fight him. He gets the dismount, and then he's going to level up his W.
Kled not
and
leveling
get an
his W is the
insta-remount. You really
goofiest
wanna
shit,
try to
man.
force it off of a bear trap on the rope, so he hits that here. And if Surdy hits him, he knows he's going to take that trade. So Surdy doesn't want to dismount him just yet. But it's going to allow Morgan to just get this push in. And of course, you're eventually going to level the W, even if you don't get this force. But they might be able to even try to threaten a dive if Surdy's not careful.
Yeah, if they can get this dive going. Oh, but Kryra is here, and luckily, there is the ward in the brush from Jose Diodo to see the Sejuani. Morgan now has to be a little bit careful. Does sidestep the first undertow. Surdy about to pick up that second axe. Meanwhile, over in mid lane, it's Jose Diodo over the wall.
Goodbye, Call Me.
Rune Prison to follow up the Pantheon.
Where the hell did he
they
come
make
from?
it so easy. Jose Diodo with the flash over the Raptor Pit wall gets first blood.
I mean, that is just a beautiful play here, and it's a multi-part play because he goes top. He puts the ward behind the top lane tier 1. They see Sejuani. He knows he cannot get counter ganked, so that allows him to go for the super aggressive play here. And Morgan hanging around. Of course, he is not playing TP. He's still holding that skill point. We'll see how long he holds it.
He's going to have this thing at level 6, dude. He's going to learn his R before he learns his W.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes people literally will just hold this because it is so powerful to have for that 1v1. So Jose gets spotted, but he moves up here, gets a ward down. That spot's...
That is so goofy.
Oh, meanwhile, back at
live, Sag? Oh, wow, nice timing.
Second shot from Lucian's double tap. Jan calculates
So,
and guns
you're telling me... Wait, Bard heal, by the way?
Lions had heal. Did
the
he come
fuck?
up after he died, or did he just not
I
get it
hope
off
it came
in
up
time?
after he died. If that's... Oh, if he...
Surely he didn't have it, right? Surely he didn't have it.
Massive blunder.
Yeah, especially, I mean, because it was
Dude,
double
how are they
flashes there
so
from
gapped
TL,
bot?
and the final auto, the passive auto, killed him. So if you have heal, he lives 100%, and they lose both.
How are they
flashes.
this... Oh,
There's
Kled level
the
W.
And that Kled is running in.
All right.
Wait, he's
His
fucking dead.
Tendencies are active. He finds the bear trap on a rope pull, and now the Kryra is up here for the top lane. Morgan.
Oh, no, Jose's here. Wow, good timing.
The glacial flail for now. Jose Diodo has arrived. They want to try to get something back, but Jose.
I feel like they
uses
could
his
have... Okay,
stun
they
on
did
the
kill him.
Sejuani,
Uh-oh,
and
Rise
that means
and
Surdy's
Nami
gonna go
here.
forward. Quid has arrived here with the realm.
Yo.
He's got the ghost already active. Puts
Surdy
Kryra
needs
into
a team,
Rune Prison.
though.
Surdy trying to go all out here with a Ragnarok.
Bro.
No, Core JJ has also roamed up. So Team Liquid.
My bad for
take
winning
the
my
fight
lane,
there. They'll
guys.
get the 2 for
I'm getting
1 over the
4-man.
extended play, only losing Morgan. It's a 4-1 game for TL.
Yeah, Morgan does end up
Good
going
lord.
down. Of course, he did not
All right.
have his bear. So heal is on cooldown.
Okay, he doesn't have heal yet.
if the UI can be trusted here. So it looks like
okay, he didn't have heal. He didn't have heal.
So it came up after. So
all right,
he is innocent. I'm not sure if he had any shrine charges or anything he could have healed him with, but that was a close one. And then we have this earlier replay. Morgan had not yet even been back to base, so he had no purchase. So even though we do get Jose up here, they chase a little bit aggressively. I think with Rise moving, maybe Morgan could have played this a little bit more slowly, but Surdy gets in. The W flash from Cryo finishes him off, but even with him going down does not matter because Core has roamed up, Quid has roamed up, the Nami is out roaming the Bard, TL playing the map brilliantly as they have been all split long. You look bot, it is a disaster for DSG, and then after that top play, it is
Has
tough.
DSG won a bot lane all year? Oh, wait a minute. Wow, the timing. Really just trying to prove me wrong. Oh, wait. Yo, he's blocked. He's blocked. Bro. Holy fuck, that sucks for him. Oh, my God. That is so sad.
Yeah, that is a great play from DSG, something they absolutely need, because even with that, they're still down 1.5k at not even 7 minutes, but a great Q flash there coming out from Lions does tag Core JJ. They have the follow-up CC, and then Kryra with his level 6 hits Yon, and that was very well played and a much-needed play here as well, because Quid definitely getting strong once again, and this guy has just been on fire.
And earlier, since we were posing the question about Lions with the heal, he was ultimately exonerated. Hold on now. Morgan's trying to get away with the charge, and he does manage to get the distance. He stayed in front of the Olaf, so there was no way to cancel that charge out. So that means Morgan stays alive as Sajet and Lions rotate up into the top side. But before any more action happens, I do just want to give credit over to the Team Liquid bottom lane for that kill that they got on Sajet earlier, calculating it right before the heal from Lions came up. That's what ultimately sealed the deal. And you can see that Team Liquid bottom lane happy to just take the absence of Sajet and Lions and farm up some plate money on
lane
this
swap.
Yeah, exactly. And they see Surdy moving down there, but of course,
oh God, bro. Nah.
So much damage.
Nah.
Ragnarok ready. It was still on cooldown from earlier in the top
just so
side.
fucked up.
So as soon as he gets down
hey, bro, I know you're winning your lane in a counter pick
immediate
matchup.
damage,
You're gonna get 4-manned, and you know what? We actually can't lane bot, so we're gonna need you to go ahead, go in there, and right when you get there, you're getting dove. And then we're gonna try to dive Kled, and we promise we won't fuck it up and give him a bunch of kills. We lied though. We kind of lied. Oh yeah, we're gonna give him a freebie. Sorry, bro.
And Sajed's in Rune Prison. He's about to fall once more.
We barrier this? Oh wait, he's actually get out. Oh nope.
Sajed's still gone. He dies to the projectile in the air while on the magical journey.
Too fucked up.
And Team Liquid are doing
It's
it
literally
again.
so fucked up.
This is just crazy, man. TL are too good. They had Morgan up on top side.
Dude, I just knew that shit was going to happen. Didn't you guys feel that in the air?
Coming in. They perfectly timed the ult from Jose.
You just knew that dive was going to get fucked
into
somehow.
The stun, into the bubble, dead instantaneously on arrival. Then Morgan outplays in the 1v3 on the top side, takes down the Sejuani.
Wait, so is this Saj's fault if he missed the trap?
Stuff here from TL.
If you miss a trap,
Core was already sprinting top after making the dive bot. They knew this was going to be coming in. Morgan just kites back here.
Yeah, I mean,
has that W active. Also,
I don't know why he's just spamming traps right before that.
Shotgun, so you lose no time. You don't lose an auto because you're just knocking yourself back against the wall. It allows your next auto to come out that much faster.
I'm not even trying to hate on Saj, but like he just feels like he's so not LCS ready.
Taking him out. Quid is everywhere once again.
Just too many mistakes that don't make sense.
Insane. I feel like he is in MVP form, and he has just been on fire for TL.
Yeah, down in the bottom lane, it's Lions and Kryra trying to
I don't know exactly how trap comboing Kled works, because when he gets dismounted, he kind of goes like untargetable. But there's no way the way he uses traps is correct.
Stay alive with the barrier. Core JJ even blocking him off here with the ace in the hole, and as this fight amounts to a whole lot of nothing, you saw those stats at the side of your screen. Quid making so many moves in the conversation already for potential MVP this split, and in our road show here in week 6, that's not next week, but the week after,
limited damage, but
going up
living doing a
against Saint, who we'll
counterpunch.
see play tomorrow.
Yeah, that
as
sounds about
Sajay
right.
and Lions both try to get away off to the side, but it's Team Liquid in the enemy jungle
Especially,
yet again.
he got
They
that
bring
kind of
the
like mini
full
rework
fury
thing
of
a while back.
all 5? Is that all 5?
He gets
Yeah,
like
down here.
super
No, Morgan's
tanky
making
off
his
of
way
his
over into
horse.
mid. Now it's the full fury
But
of all
he doesn't
5.
do enough damage
And
to really
Calmy is
one-shot
under
people
pressure.
most of the time.
Hosdiono flashing in, ready to follow. Calmy tries to get
Like-
away with a nice two-man shockwave. Morgan gonna drop the turret aggro there thanks to the dismount.
He's okay damage, but yeah, I think your
There's
assessment's
no
right.
punish he's gonna get on
He's
Jose
really
Dioto.
beefy.
That Pantheon is just stronger.
I mean, DSG just can't even breathe. They can't go anywhere. This is crazy. They're just getting stomped in every lane. TL moving around the map so incredibly
Playing
well.
Cled top,
Finding
I feel like you
pick
just have to be a
after pick,
psycho.
play
It's like
after
Warwick
play.
top.
It is non-stop. 10
You
kills
just
in 11
live
minutes,
life
a nearly
on the edge.
5,000 gold lead, 3 winning lanes, better coordination, better mechanics. It is just better everything from TL here
think
today.
TL finishes
They
in
are
under
looking
25?
amazing. And Morgan
That would be
finds
pretty
that
fucking
really
surprising.
successful roam. Again, coordinating with Jose. There's just no hesitation. They know
I would
their
not expect
limits.
that.
It
I think
feels like
DSG
so
has too much
precisely.
wave clear.
This is
In Bartle.
really fun stuff to watch from Team Liquid. This is just impeccable team play.
We'll see, though.
You've got your Titanic Hydra done now for Morgan. You got your Rod of Ages online and stacking for Quid. As once more, Lions going to look maybe for an opportunity to make something happen down here. Throws out the Cosmic
Yeah, I mean,
Lightning.
it's
No target
it's tilting
on
to be
that one,
sturdy
as
for
Quid
sure.
can easily just walk away. We do have first
You
Drake
just need some
going
kind of monk
over to
mental
the
or
Team
whatever.
Liquid
You just
side.
go into these
Nobody
games
has gone
knowing
after the grubs
it's
here
probably
just
not
yet.
winnable.
Sajed, I feel like he's got to be
You just
so
know your
careful
bot
on
lane's
this
getting
Caitlyn. I
Astro
said
gapped,
at
and
the
you just
start
do your
of the
best
game,
in
back
terrible
the draft,
situations,
that
perma.
Caitlyn and Bard are gonna have to play
You have to
so
like
well to
dissociate
make
from the
this
win
work, and it just
itself.
hasn't
You have to
happened here
like
so far.
just
Core JJ with a nice tidal wave into the
get
bubble,
satisfaction
protecting
out of
himself. Sidesteps
the
Glacial
small
Prison
things.
as well. Core and Yon in the 2v3 end up winning out and force disguised back.
Yeah, well played there by Core. A little side
But
step,
that's
the
super
ulti
fucking
into
hard.
the bubble, and now Quid looking for Sajed.
DSG fans, avert
And
your
just gone.
eyes because Jose Dioto is unstoppable. 5-0-2 on this Pantheon. Sajed, his 5th death in 12 minutes on the Caitlyn. The plan has not worked, and TL is up.
You guys
over
ever do that?
5K.
Like when you're in a really
Legit,
fucked
This
game,
game, and then the game last week where they played
they're in some
Lucianami
super
against FlyQuest,
snowbally
against Team
matchup, and you
Naralulu.
just can't play,
I
and you
wanna
just
see a
start like
roll of how many kills
celebrating.
behind
It's like,
the
yo, can I get, like,
tower
one
Jose
minion
was
this
getting.
wave?
It just feels like he is living behind the enemy AD carry,
minions this
behind the
wave?
tier 1 bot, constantly
get
finding
XP? That's a
jungle
win.
camps, constantly zoning them off waves, constantly killing them. This has just been absolutely insane. I think Jose is again, on an MVP split, and Sajed,
Oh, but it's still not going to work. The ace in the hole so weak it can't even break the barrier, but now Young going to get caught up with the
Gotta
ball
be high
potentially by
schoolers who would do better than these
Tempered
bums.
Fate forces the
Eh.
flash of the Team Liquid AD carry
I mean, we'll
Lions
see
with a
come
flash
the
in. Get
promotion
that fighting,
tournament.
but he won't get it. Instead, he gets
Ultimately, it's
bubbled.
just the case that
Lions is gonna be first to
the
die, and he may not die
most pro
alone,
players are
as
pretty
Jose
fucking
and
good.
Quid are backing up Yon.
Just
Low
because
health
DSG is
bars
getting
Team
shit
Liquid
on,
is just
it's like they
another
could
opportunity
literally
to
be
kill
better
your
than every other
opponents.
tier 2
This
team
guys
by a
cannot
lot.
find a single
But they're just
avenue into
way
this
worse than
game.
LCS
I mean,
teams.
you get them low, but you're just starting phase 2 of the fight. Everyone's jumping in
It's
like the
Elden Ring,
Avengers.
man.
It's crazy. You have
As
Jose
soon as one
just
thing goes
flying
wrong,
in from the
it
top
a lot of
rope,
shit
Morgan
can
coming
cascade
from somewhere,
afterwards.
Realm Warp in from Rise. They are just arriving left, right, and center. DSG can find nothing. They can find no purchase in this game whatsoever. Surdy, he's doing fine in the 1v1, but it just does not matter because this game is just completely out of control. They're going to keep trying, though. 4 members, make it 5 as Sajed is heading up towards top as well, but not sure if 5 is going to be enough because TL has
Sag
3.
was Academy MVP multiple time tier 2 champ.
Liquid
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Morgan's gonna step back.
Like, he literally
has all
could
4
be the
stacks,
best tier,
Sejuani
like,
stun on him, but
better than
you
all
can
the
see
other
how
tier
much
2
he
players.
cares.
Just
He steps
because they're
back
getting
up to
shit on
just
does
farm
not
the
necessarily mean
minions.
there's
And now DSG recognize,
some
okay, this play
obvious
didn't work. They gotta send
improvement
Calmy down to the bottom lane because
available.
Quid is crashing the wave into the tier 2 turret. And now these Void Grubs,
But
14 minutes and 35
this
seconds
bot
into the
lane's just
game.
been
These
getting
are
on
some
perma.
very late
Vandal
Void Grubs,
Pipe
about as
Bard,
late
I
as they can possibly
don't
be.
see that every
Jose
day.
Dioto has already grabbed the first. He'll grab the second, and he will secure the third. And then honestly, you
Yeah,
just
Cryo
wait
was
for
really good in
10
tier 2.
seconds in the pit, and you've got another objective to pick up right there waiting.
Yeah, but before that, they are heading down towards the Dragon here. And TL, it's starting to feel like there's not a lot of champs you can give them. I mean, you're
sometimes just the team atmosphere can also make people play way worse.
Rise, this guy's Mr. Worldwide.
If teams don't have good understanding of the game for like what each person should be doing, you start having to split up your focus between what you want to do and like also worry about what your teammates are doing. And when you lose so much, you start losing trust in each other.
Two expectations in the first couple splits.
I mean, I get it. I've been on some lower tier teams. I've seen the cycle. It's hard to break out of.
Even the French.
Yeah, even the French. Europe was after him. Everyone was after him. And TL was the one who won the Quid Lotto. But it was feeling like they lost a lot to taxes.
Yeah, I think he's asleep.
Once they cashed in that lottery ticket.
Just a quick government hand in the pocket there.
Yep. But, you know, he's scaling. He's looking incredible here once again. And it has been kind of just a total mindset shift for TL. You know, they didn't click immediately. And I remember talking to some of the TL members and hearing them in interviews, and they're kind of like,
TL's been playing really well, though.
That they joined a team with such good players, and they're like, oh, well, when I played against TL, Yon always carried. Oh, when I played against 100 Thieves, oh, cool.
I don't think DSG would be getting shit on this hard against other
guys. I want my lane. Like, I don't need to do anything crazy.
What has their schedule been so far? They played C9.
They weren't pushing their advantages in the way
they played most of the top teams,
haven't
they?
But I feel like now everyone is kind of taking their own individual ownership, looking for angles to carry the game.
I don't actually know.
Looking for angles to push things forward. And that has resulted in a TL that looks like this.
Yeah, I'm not going to act like I know
what
Shopify,
FlyQuest,
look like,
C9.
and kind of the revelations that
these not like the best teams,
but what I do know is that whatever it is working, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is
now it's
clearly
TL.
5 guys who are on the same page, who have
they haven't played Dig. That's one of the weaker teams.
Even if there is
haven't
disagreements in what they're doing, they ultimately seem to align on some plan of attack very quickly.
And something I really kind of got to go.
I don't really expect them to beat anyone. I think their bot lane just struggles to run lane.
Kind of changed the vibe of the team.
They haven't found a way to just stabilize bot lane.
For a play here on Quid.
Yeah, Quid flashing away immediately and popping the ghost as Sajet is under pressure yet again. I'm sorry, Sajet. But every time we
your bot lane's just getting killed 2v2, and then when you actually can make a play with your winning top lane, you're just counter ganked by fucking jungler, mid, and support. Just like, what the fuck, man?
By the cosmic binding, a little bit more damage is plenty enough. The tempered fate is way too late as Jose goes on yet another.
There goes my hero.
6-0-2 for the Pantheon. Hop inside the car where we drive in,
my friend. Team diff?
Straight down disguised lane, and it is
I would
not
say
their
team
territory any longer. This tier 2 turret just about to crumble. Objective bounty
Jose's popping off, but
side, at least the one objective for disguised this entire
I don't think he made his bot lane 2v2 killed him.
They've got no Drakes, they've got no Grubs, they've got no Herald, they got a tier 1 turret, and that's it. 8K lead, 18 minutes on the clock for TL. It's about to be even more. Call me flashing away just to stay alive.
If you want some good news, I don't have any. If you want some bad news for DSG, watch the inventory of Yon as he goes back to base.
Okay, I'm watching the
inventory.
inventory.
Some good news?
My
I don't
eyes
have any.
Are on the items.
Click the buttons, Yon.
Teal Cleaver?
He's waiting.
Nope.
Okay.
He had 2,800 gold in pocket.
Ooh,
so
yeah, that's
Lord
tough.
Dominique.
That is definitely tough. Is that basically his entire gold lead he had not spent yet? So
like, holy cow,
yeah,
man.
he is very, very fed. But yeah, I mean, TL was always kind of known as like a super serious team, super try-hard team, Korean work ethic. They're going to be grinding. They're going to be taking it really serious. But I feel like they are seeming more like friends now. Like they're more relaxed. They're more vibing. And I got to give a lot of credit to Jose for that, because Jose, I think, is just such a positive force on the team.
Oh.
And has really
wait, Morgan's going in here? Oh.
Now Morgan getting jumped on, but it's not going to matter.
Oh, the Rise ult got canceled by Bard.
Okay. He does ultimately fall there to Surdy, who is immediately
a little bit awkward. TP out.
To teleport to get away, but
they got a kill. They got a kill.
So Call Me barely survives. They do get their kill onto Morgan, but it cost them Surdy and Kryber together, as well as Call Me's retreat, meaning more map control for the Team Liquid side. Oh no, not again. Hold on. Let's
shit,
let's
bro.
See Quid. He's going after him.
He's walking
the rise
quickly
is
in his
pretty
direction.
fast. Oh, Jose and Core JJ are also coming in to cut him off. In the arms of the angels.
Okay, hold up. Pause, champ.
Journey yet again. All right, Sejed
He actually escapes.
Let's
Wow.
go. DSG, they got him out of the hot spot. It was an escort quest, and they passed it.
Chris Paul hits a huge three.
All right.
Down to 42.
Now it's Jan's turn.
He
He looks pretty trapped here.
Take what you can get.
He looks
Jan
pretty
versus
dead.
Call Me is going to turn into a 2v1 here real quick. Jan trying to step forward towards the brush, but there's no way out once 30 arrives.
Since
Nice
the
shutdown.
barrier.
Give credit over to Call Me.
There you go.
He's got a gold lead. He's ahead of Quid.
Wait.
He is.
How do you have so much gold instantly already?
For sure.
Jan completes his LTR.
He just based like a second ago, and he has
a big
finished
sword,
Lord Dom
so,
and a BF. He
that
had
is
like
something.
2 point something.
Yes. A powerful sword indeed. But remember, TL is one of our best teams. You know where the best teams go?
Yo, Call Me is up
the
in
Gas
gold.
South Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. You know where we're going to go? The Gas South Arena.
South Arena.
And you know where you should be going? The Gas South Arena.
Hell yeah, brothers and sisters. See you there. As these
Hell
guys are
yeah,
not going to
brother.
the Gas South Arena, they're going straight after Disguise. Team
Okay.
Liquid going forward yet again. The Tempered Fate
Split
at
'em
least
up.
slows them down enough to get Disguised out of danger. But Azale, we've got 10 seconds on the clock until the next Drake spawns. We have DSG afraid to enter their own jungle because Team Liquid are just
Am I
going
going
to
to
be there
Atlanta?
first. Call Me at least
Maybe?
trying to get whatever minions he can down here in the bottom lane. Does have 2.5 items here on the Orianna with the Blackfire Torch and Leandri's double burn itemization. Has the Blighting Jewel in inventory.
I'm not sure.
For that magic penetration as well. But look at Jose Dioto's inventory. He's got his core of Sundered Sky and Black Cleaver, and he's got the pieces of his Guardian Angel as TL go for this dragon.
I mean, it makes sense to be scared, because if you were a Chihuahua, would you want to be fighting that dog?
The Chad Doge.
Would you want to?
One of his pectoral muscles is bigger than the entire Chihuahua.
It's true.
It's scary stuff, man. He can probably hold on now. Potential catch onto Jan.
Hold up.
On the Lucian. Beautiful shot
Okay.
to pull him back. Call Me goes on a rampage.
I mean, DSG's at least getting some stuff done.
At one of the VIP targets on Team Liquid pays off, and they get a shutdown.
Oh, that's huge. There
Jose's
you go.
laughing at him.
It is an 8 gold
Said,
lead
"Lol."
for TL. 16-7. Yep. 3 dragons in their favor. 3 grubs. At least they're getting some kills. You know, they're getting a little bit gold. They're still trying. They're still out there fighting it out. But TL are just looking so damn good right now. Jan has to be a little bit careful, though, a little bit respectful, because the only thing DSG can do at this point, obviously, is just group 4 or 5 and just hard send it on someone.
Just YOLO it, yeah.
So, you know, maybe they need to be a little bit more respectful of that. Wait until they can see people in other lanes, then push forward, because anything that's even close to an even number fight, TL is going to win, right?
Yeah, there's no shot.
Exactly. You just need to make sure that it's not like a 2v5. A 2v3, that's probably completely fine.
I honestly think TL could win a 3v5 at this point. But if
Which
you can
3 are you taking? Who are your guys?
Who are my guys? I'm taking. Give me Morgan, give me Quid, and then give me anybody else. I think it'll work just fine. Call Me's already got the kill there.
I mean,
Jan, though, as Team Liquid is coming
Jan
in,
has
we're gonna
literally
take the
ran it down
potential
3
right
times in a
after
row.
Jose Dioto going after Call Me as Morgan has already killed off Lions. Call Me going to be your next target. Realmore better to reset the positions of everyone else.
It's not great.
Also fallen. Call Me on the run. Morgan on the chase.
Probably
Jose
doesn't
Dioto
matter,
ready to try
but
to cut him off as Quid goes over the
bro is
wall.
actually
Cry
bored.
Immediately stunned up by the Pantheon. Gunned down by the rest of TLAW. The
Actual
law has
3
come to
deaths
town,
back-to-back.
And Disguised are going down.
Is it his
Team
fault?
Liquid picking up another
Or is
team
DSG
fight
being
for
cringe?
1.
There is just no escape for DSG. They get another pick onto Jan.
I'm pretty sure all 3
seems to be
deaths were
getting bullied a
between
little bit
his
here, but
last
TL
flash and
come
his
in,
flash
they
just
get
coming up
their
now.
revenge, and Jan having
That
a laugh
is
there on the player.
efficient
You can
feeding.
see LTL laughing about it a little bit. He's like, "Oh, Jan, you died again?"
These guys, they're ganging up on Jan on the playground. They're kicking his ass, and then his 4 cousins come to town and tell him that that's probably not the way they should behave.
They beat up the little Chihuahua, and then you look over your shoulder, the big Doge.
The big Doge.
He's not feeding as hard as
Ready to
Sajid.
rock and
That's
roll.
true.
10,000
He's
gold
4K
lead
gold up.
for Team Liquid.
Made a mistake today, brother.
Oh, and that mistake is going to keep on hurting. We've got ourselves 2 minutes and a half until the next dragon comes
Holy
up.
fucking
Sturdy trying to stand and
damage.
fight up against Quid, but immediately
Ow!
back. Seraph's embrace
Yo,
shield, gonna
what?
keep Quid alive.
What the hell?
Dioto shows up, and Call Me is just forced
Uh,
to realize the gravity of his mistakes.
All right.
Jan on the side here with a culling takes off
That was a
half
lot of damage.
Kyra's HP. Sturdy still getting away for now. Jan has flash. He's hasted by Core JJ.
Get in there,
How does he
Jan.
wanna play this? He dashes forward. Kyra's already
What's
down.
another
Trying to
death?
wave there onto Sajed. Caught up.
Fucking Jan.
Still
Quid's literally laughing and looks over at him.
Oh, why am I having having so much fun with this. All right, Jose Dioto's running in, trying to...
You know what?
He's
You know what I
actually
realized
bored.
After that, after
What?
seeing that 1v3 bot,
What?
Quid might only need
Bro has
4
over
guys,
half
so
of
we
his
know
team's
might
deaths.
maybe
Maybe he
need the
does
third.
just need... Quid and
Jan
Morgan
is laughing
versus all
too.
of
He's just
DSG.
like, what the fuck, man?
I give him even odds.
Yeah, I actually think it's pretty close as 2v5. All right, Morgan's going in. The charge. Jose Dioto right behind him. Yeah, the Tempered Fate locks up Team Liquid.
Wow,
but
the
Lions
25-minute
is locked in there
end
with
call.
them. Now he's the first
Yo,
to die.
they might be
Kobe's gonna
fucking
your
around.
second
This is a
target.
big
Jose Dioto
bounty.
alive for now.
Yo.
Will resurrect with the Guardian Angel, but he's on the steps of the enemy team.
Yo, they're
Spouting
actually
will
for funning a
top.
little bit.
Nice use of the cupcake there from the Caitlyn as this mid lane inhibitor almost dead. One more plank.
Nyrise, thanks for the sub.
There it is, the cannon minion getting it done.
We'll say, I think they're getting a little bit fast and loose. And Jose told us there was no more just farming them for kills, 50-3 scrims. Well, we have 25 kills in 25 minutes just from TL.
Yeah, this one feels like a scrim.
This one feels, you know,
This one feels like a scrim.
maybe having a little bit of fun with it.
Yeah, perhaps. League of Legends is a video game. Video games
Yo,
are.
I don't think they can lose,
At
but if
times,
they do
depending
lose
on the
some
game.
here,
True.
And the
that would
teammates
be
of the game.
some
Yeah, but this seems like they're all having
Breaking
fun. You see
Point
their player
2.0
jams.
content.
Just
But
5 dudes sitting on the couch playing party games.
It's all a matter of perspective. You
Yeah.
think TSG is having fun?
No.
Exactly.
Probably
there you
not.
Go. As I said, all depends on the game and the teammates in the game.
Yeah, that's not a very fun party over there at the DSG LAN as they
All right,
try
we've
to
got
hold
Soul.
on, but it's 10 seconds
Yawn
on
is
the clock
not
until
here.
the dragon spawns. It'll be Infernal Soul for Team
sorry,
Liquid.
he is here.
Their Baron's going to expire right
Not
after
dead
that
yet.
Drake is live. Defensive Glacial
Dodges
Prison
the
from
Sedge
Clara.
ult.
He does get away, but now that ulti's no longer
Going in
available.
on
JJ
Morgan.
Caught up in the Tempered Fate. Morgan knocked off his Lizard.
I mean, this is
Tidal
kind
Wave
of awkward
flies
for
forward,
TL,
Clara down to
honestly.
half HP. Another Comet Spear flies
They don't
out.
have as
JJ
good of a
targeted with
team-fighting
Ace in the
comp.
hole. Nobody bothers to block it.
Morgan
Nobody
doesn't have
cares.
TP. He
Core
doesn't have his
JJ
horse.
down.
Dude, they might actually just have to give
DSG's
this.
down the bot side river. At least Kryros starting up the Drake. Recall from Morgan. He doesn't have his teleport,
Which is
so he's just
crazy
gonna walk
looking at the
back
game
himself
state.
to the fight now. So
Oh,
yeah, he's got the ult. The charge
okay.
is ready to go.
Jan
Core JJ
dodges
with a
the
flash away.
Orianna
Jose
ult.
Dioto here jumping in after Calm. He throws out the shield, defending himself for now. The Dragon's still at about half
Uh-oh,
HP.
Kled's coming back
DSG
in.
looking for their
Okay.
opportunity.
Somebody
Surdy goes
lights
in,
out.
Surdy goes
Oh,
down.
Saj
Jan's
flashing.
staying alive for now. Quid behind enemy lines as Morgan grabs
shit.
the kill on Sajed. Quid should probably die here. The raid boss is
no.
down, but what about the ads? Jose Dioto tries to get a little bit of vengeance as Lions
They tried.
and Calmy
Wait,
and
how did
Clara,
Rise die?
they're all alive, but they can't do anything about this Infernal Soul going the way of Team Liquid. It's a 2-for-1 trade favoring TL. Morgan just wants to get the blue buff to add insult to injury. Cryro will stun him up, does manage to buy enough time to Arctic Assault back over the wall, but that's Infernal Soul, Team Liquid.
Yep, 10K gold lead, Infernal Soul, 27 minutes in here. Honestly, the fight was kind of closer than you would expect.
Rise ulted in, tried to 1v3, I see.
As they almost killed off Jan, so Jed flashed
Sometimes
forward,
you
tried to
have
finish
to.
him off, just didn't quite have the damage. And on the side, we did see Quid get taken down, but it just has not mattered. TL, they are feeling inevitable.
Saj
and,
is
Jose and
going to
Jan
get that
maintaining
third item
absolutely
eventually, I
enormous gold
think.
leads, nearly
I think he
5,000
will.
in the favor of Jan,
He will
4K
get there,
in the
probably.
favor of Jose.
Damn,
And
2 and
TL
9 is a
are
crazy
looking
Caitlyn scoreline.
Really, really good.
Team Liquid is the
He's legit
the
getting
Avengers
fucked.
Infinity War Thanos that wins.
Okay.
Except Jan is being turned into the Avengers in-game beginning of the movie Thanos, who gets his head chopped off because that's all.
Yo,
DSG is doing. They're
spoilers,
just
what
trying
the
to chop
fuck?
off Jan's head while he's sitting at the farm. But
We chop off Jan's head enough times,
then
we can
eventually
win.
we end up in the timeline where we win, right? Unfortunately, that's not how the movie goes,
Yeah.
and that's also not how
the
this game
goes.
is
Yeah.
going.
I mean, DSG are holding
I
on.
guess we're just
They're
spoiling shit
like
now.
Climber, you know, they're at the top of a very tall cliff, and they're only holding on with their pinky.
And they forgot to attach the rope thing.
Yeah, no rope.
The rope thing was accidentally left at base camp.
And you're hearing the thunder in the
It's
background.
like, oh no, my rope thing. Where is
Wasn't
it?
a good movie anyway. I liked it. I feel like
It's gotta be a
the
rough feeling.
Tough.
Infinity
Yeah,
Wars in
not bad.
Endgame. I thought
We
that
got
shit was
30
hella
seconds
cool.
until Baron spawns, though. Elder Dragon, I feel like we're at the same spot that we were in the last game, where if you're disguised, you're just kind of clenching and hoping that you can get to an
Oh,
Elder
baby.
Dragon fight to try to win that. But Cryra's on the front line, nearly killed at the very start.
Yo,
Big
Kate,
Timber
you
Fate
good?
locks up everybody. Cryra's still
Nope.
almost dead, but he'll
What,
be
in the Bard
second
tunnel to
fall
get
as
Kled
his
to
AD
chase after
carry is
Orianna
down
as
here
well?
too. Sajed taken out. Lion's going to be the third to die as Surdy barely gets away. It's only solo laners left alive on DSG, but I can't even finish my sentence before Morgan finishes the last remnants of the health bar on Call Me. As Team Liquid, they're 5 strong in the enemy base. They've made their way over the Nexus turrets. It's not even 30 minutes on the clock. As Surdy is your last target, gets to the steps of the fountain, does buy a Seeker's arm guard just to see if he can stay alive.
I was playing some solo queue yesterday in this Morgana. Got a fucking Seekers at like level 5 or something, and I was so shocked. It was like an instant stopwatch nostalgia thing. I'm like, how the fuck is he having this so early?
As this is the last time we'll see them before they're.
Let's see, what did Orianna do?
Before the way down, still almost dead. Nearly killed, clenching and hoping that you can get to an Elder Dragon fight to try to win that.
We're watching Ori.
Nearly killed at the very start. Big Temper Fate locks up everybody. Kryra still almost nearly killed, clenching and hoping that you can get to a same spot
wait,
that
he ulted like
last
here?
game, where if you're disguised,
he tried to stop the
just
Lucian ult?
clenching and hoping that you can get to an Elder Dragon fight to try to win that. But Kryra's on the front line. Nearly killed at the very start. Big Temper Fate locks up everybody. Kryra still almost
Yeah, I think he was planning on like a Sejuani going in with the ball on Lucian while he's ulting, which honestly, I feel like that would have been a pretty decent play. But yeah, Kryra wasn't ready for it, and then he tried to flash while the Ori ult was going, and it still didn't hit. Yeah.
Team Liquid, they're 5 strong in the enemy base. They've made their way.
32 kills in under 30 minutes just for Team Liquid.
Yeah.
Your fantasy team is
undefeated.
looking great.
It was a good strategy to all in Team Liquid. I want to hear what Jan has to say, though, you know, about the scrims being a little bit better, about how they're not playing super aggressively, and they dropped a 32 ball.
They just that was pretty damn aggressive.
Yeah.
I feel like that goes counter against everything they've said thus far.
A little bit. Jan!
Woo!
Welcome.
Why am I here again?
Well, because
we have a little
we have some
thing
questions.
we need to address.
We have some questions for you.
Yes.
You did die the most on your team that game.
Yeah.
Would you like to explain why?
They were out for me. Motherfucker didn't McHale's me.
Motherfucker didn't McHale's
Even
me.
at the end when I'm screaming, cleanse, maybe I misspoke. Maybe you didn't understand. But I'm screaming for cleanse, and he just didn't do it. He said, I got you next time.
Next time?
Next time never came. When I died mid, he said, next time I got you. It
I
never
think he's doing it on purpose.
He's doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
He's trolling you, actively.
Spooks was looking at the back of your head during one of the drafts. We heard that. What's going on there?
Yeah.
He's lying on his ass. Where is he?
You're not balding? He says you look good.
That doesn't sound convincing. He said you look good.
We have imagined what you would look like if you are in fact balding.
You tell me.
Production,
Take a look.
They made the shot.
We have an actual. Is that an actual? TV?
It's a bald cap, man. Chill out.
It's a bald cap.
Wait, that isn't even Photoshop. That is.
That's actually just what you look. That is you.
That is just a bald cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does it look so natural?
Did you like that look?
Is this what you guys brought me on for?
It was Raz's idea.
Is that the only reason I'm here?
It's possible. It's possible. But also, just like talk about how it's been so far. You guys have been pretty loose.
Yo, he's a real one for that.
I thought you guys weren't going to be dropping like
he should have just left
20, 30 bombs, but this was a very, very, very active game.
Yeah, I think that was quite hectic.
Yeah.
I think people were having too much fun. Maybe I died a little bit. I died the most, you said?
Yeah,
I mean, I think. Yeah, at one point it was true. But so did Sajed. So everyone, like the 80 carries were just having a rough one.
Allegedly, you said that like the solo laners have been the ones that have changed the most different from the Korea trip. But they accused you to be the most different since the Korea trip, that you've liked it in Korea the most.
Koreans are great at gaslighting. I'm American.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Who do you think got player of the game for this one?
Fairback.
I see you looking at the screen.
You've been here enough times, you know where it is.
Oh, they scrolled up. Yeah, they don't want you looking.
Maybe, it's hard to pick, but I think Quid.
Oh, yeah, okay, well, you nailed it. There we go.
Yes, it is Quid. Quid Rise is aggressive. I mean, Jose Dioto had like 12, 13 kills on Pantheon. I mean, it was just a crazy game. I do want to ask, what are you guys going to be working on the most in the next 2 weeks? Because you have a week off, and then you go to play 2 games in Mexico City. So what are you preparing for with your undefeated record?
To be honest, we've been working like just like 1 or 2 things at a time, so I'm not too sure what will be next.
Okay.
Hopefully, Spawn will have some stuff because he'll be in person next week.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And he'll be joining you in Mexico? Awesome.
In your opinion, what is the thing you need to work on the most? Because I know it can be really hard to kind of focus inwardly when you guys are stomping so hard?
To be honest, we just, like I said, we were also just mainly working on like 1 or 2 specific things on like each day kind of thing. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's not like one
Not
thing
like one
you can
thing.
pick
We're just
out?
like, let's just focus on this, guys. It's been a problem for like a couple days, something like that.
Okay.
What are you expecting going into Mexico City, having to go up against Lion that has won 2 titles so far this year in LCS? But this is going to be, I'm assuming, the first time that Inspired is going to be playing the split.
Yeah, assuming Inspired is coming this week.
I'm assuming that.
Assuming? He'll probably be here by this week, right?
He's not playing this week, but he'll be there in
yeah.
2 weeks for sure. Yeah.
They're still a good team, so excited to be the first team to play Versa? Second?
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Who's first?
I wouldn't know.
You that
I'm assuming
weekend.
you.
Yeah, but I don't know who's playing because there's 2 weeks.
exactly. It's Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. Maybe it's us. It'll be fun.
Okay, well, Jan, thank you very much for seeing you. We're not going to see you for 2 weeks.
Yeah, cool. I'm glad you guys really
unless you're on
brought, you
broadcast.
guys couldn't have brought Morgan here. Yeah.
No, we could not have. We talked to him last week. All right, thank you, Jan. Shopify vs. Dig is up next for the Ultimate Grudge Match Bowl Part 3. We'll see you there.
Let me see your hairline.
I saw that.
Hello?
Whoa. Mama Gorgon 85 lives here?
Yep, that's my mom.
The absolute legend who went from gaming on her phone to ruthless online streaming slayer with no mercy for any living thing is your mom?
Hey guys. Apples with peanut butter?
How is this possible?
With AT&T Wireless and Home Internet.
Hey, text me if you need anything.
Level up your connection with AT&T Wireless and Home Internet, now available across the nation.
No, she's so nice in real life.
Red Bull gives you wings.
They're looking at guys. We should
I wanna fight
go.
mid.
Yeah, fighting mid.
I ulti heal. Ori no shockwave.
Shiba.
Ori no shockwave.
Go.
I'm on Ori.
Fight no flash.
Bar no ulti. Ori no shockwave.
Ah. My Chunga slide, man. It's so fucking annoying.
I did the air bit this time.
Yeah, this is the first time swap core.
Paro.
You guys go burn.
TLAW, the law has come to town and disguised are going down. It's Team Liquid picking up another team fight 4-1.
welcome to the Ultimate Grudge Match
Bowl Part 3! Let's go! Okay, there we go.
For people that don't know, this is a grudge match. More specifically, we set up between Palafox and
It's not
and
just
Contracts.
a grudge match.
The Ultimate Grudge Match Bowl Part 3.
There it is! Oh my God!
I keep saying Part 2
Yes,
because Part 2 was the last time. But this will decide who wins the Ultimate Grudge Match.
Yes, and of course, as per usual, you end up winning this bowl and the series. I think the series is very
Last time we have money. I think we've traded a more secure trophy for the lack of money. I don't know if I like that.
I don't like that. It needs to be beat up. We need like stitches or something on it.
We got to hand Palafox some wads of cash the first time he won it.
That's true. And I hope he doesn't believe that's legal tender. I hope he doesn't believe that.
We should have put our faces.
That would be scary. But yeah.
You don't want to be a currency?
I do not.
I think it'd be fun.
I feel like with every trilogy, you need like someone to come in and just like big it up. Dardoch is that member, but of course it's going to be, I think we got an interview. It's an interview with Jad, so let's take it away,
with
Jad.
The Ultimate Grudgers.
Let's see if we can work. Ultimate Grudge Match Bowl, Part 3. Palafox, formerly of Shopify, now on Dignitas. The current record this year is 1-1. So how, tell me about the importance of this grudge match contracts.
Honestly, it's not that important. Just another LCS day. I mean, if we win, we make playoffs guaranteed. So that's a pretty big accomplishment here for us in terms of solidifying our future. But to be honest, it's just another day.
Do you want to stop that from happening?
I mean, I fucking hate Shopify. We gotta win. I just can't lose to these guys again,
I mean, I don't think I'm gonna lose to a guy that doesn't wear shoes. So this guy's got no shoes on. Oh shit.
He said, "I hope they don't show the shoes."
Yeah,
and
I did it on purpose. Yeah.
That was off camera. My goodness, the grudges go deep. What do you have to do today, gameplay-wise, to win contracts?
Probably not much. I think they'll probably int the games away for us. But I can probably, Christian gets a little bit emotional when there's no vision around mid, so maybe deny some vision.
Same question to you.
Honestly, I think I just got a nut in team fights and we'll win. I think that's it. I don't think Shopify does anything special. So
there we go.
Yeah. Okay, this is the Grudge Match Bowl Part 3. Starting next. Since the dawn of time in 2013, North America's premier League of Legends league has been there to witness history. Sometimes the proverbial butterfly wings of NA League flap so mightily that the course of fate changes with it. This week in the LCS, fate is in the hands of the players as the Ultimate Grudge Match Bowl is back for its most explosive bout yet. How does the outcome of Shopify versus Dignitas blow the winds of change so strongly? When they first played in Lock-In, Dignitas' decisive victory over Shopify saw a Palafox clapping so incisive that both United States hockey teams claimed gold at the Winter Olympics, while American Alyssa Liu, or should I say Dignitas' jungler Spica, dominated the free skate to win the gold. What would have happened had Palafox not gone 8-4-8 on Azir? When Spring Split rolled around, the Rebellion were ready to answer with a sweep of their own. With a performance so mesmerizing, it would inspire the NASA astronauts on the Artemis II barely a week later to successfully complete the farthest distance traveled in deep space by humans. Surely, without contracts going 6-0-10 on Xinzhou in Game 1, NASA would have abandoned the mission. But how do the Knicks, winning the NBA Finals for the first time in 53 years, or Spain defeating Argentina in the World Cup Final, affect the legacies of Palafox and Contracts? Does that diminish the run of 2023 NRG? Time will tell. Is the downfall of Messi a bad omen for the continued success of Palafaker at the height of Palafox summer? Or is Spain's victory an omen of the razor-sharp margins this best of three is about to play out on? Will New York's blue and orange be a burden to the longtime NorCal sports fan Contracts, or is his smiting prowess the reason the Knicks are where they are in the first place? Does Dardoch's fateful return to the LCS provide an eerie sense of deja vu? Or was this strand of fate necessary to weave so that NA could become the third best region in the world at MSI? Inspired by the thankless work of their peers, only time will tell what great feat this upcoming match will stimulate. as the LCS hosts its 3rd edition of the Ultimate Grudge Match Bowl.
Hello and welcome everybody to your 2nd series of Saturday, the Ultimate Grudge Match Bowl Part 3. Yeah, Kangas and Kobe on the cast for a momentous occasion in LCS history here. We get the trifecta, Kobe, the trilogy.
I like how Contracts was trying to downplay it.
Yeah.
He said, oh, it doesn't matter at all. But Christian came with the fire. Palafox, boom, bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
He was trying to reignite the passion here. I like it. Palafox never wants to lose to Shopify.
Welcome back.
Ever. Let's see what happens here. Obviously, for catching everybody up, the impetus for all of this production, Zinni replaced Palafox. He's the only player that Shopify kicked and tried to replace, and you know, we'll see if Palafox can once again get his revenge.
And I gotta say, Palafox Summer, are you feeling the heat, Kobe? He's been looking better, at least in the game 1 so far. We'll talk more on that later, than Zinni has as well, because Zinni hasn't fully slotted into that Shopify comfort zone. My eyes will still be on him, because Contracts kind of mentioned a win here means that they lock in playoffs. They would be 3-1 going into that weekend in Mexico City, playing up against the
Have I
big
addressed the
dogs,
sneaky
as
drama?
we like to call them. That'd be a lot of momentum.
Yeah,
for
I
them,
just
but still, the cohesion from this team is something that we're keeping track of.
Feel like
Are they improving as a year goes on? So far, I'd say
what was Devil's reasoning?
a little bit. They're getting better. Technically,
I was gonna repeat what Devil said. I don't even remember what it was anymore.
Split, and now they've already beaten
Fuck
Sentinels
it.
this time.
I'll try again next
Can
time.
they take down Dignitas the next hurdle?
I like it. The big question, and you're like, maybe.
A little bit.
All right, so let's catch right back it.
Yeah,
Because
focus on the
Palafox,
games,
a lot of
viewership.
These very big games that he has had so far this split have been game number 1. And so a lot of them have also been with Orianna, which Shopify was their first ban, you know, targeting him. And so they decided to go with the Cassiopeia, which has been very flexible, can easily slot it down to FBI in the bottom lane if they don't get a good matchup here for the mid lane angle for Palafox.
Also, our amazing stats guy Leo's checking into Contracts claim just to make sure that
Sneaky's legit getting flamed right now in
That would be a
Discord by
cool
Double Lift and Mark Z.
statement game then for Shopify if they're able to do that. It's gonna be Lucian Emilio.
Lucian Milio. All right, hit him with the Yunara Lulu.
For FBI, if you believe in still the Mage's bot lane, those changes though, all those 80 carries.
Can you not
get
like
those
Corky
magic
Nami into this shit?
Buffs and also
Actually, maybe that
some of
sounds
the
like shit.
itemization changes coming in here.
Yeah, it's definitely very good for the 80 carries here. And Lucian Emilio,
Why is
such
he getting
a powerful
flamed?
bottom lane.
Because Sneaky is the least responsive person to Discord DMs you will ever meet.
Like Dignitas are going to go the double poke, the Ezreal Karma here. This hinges kind of
If you want to get a hold of Sneaky and he's not
really early on here,
live streaming or like in your vicinity, it is impossible.
Try and get your poke damage here. Try and get that push and try and get that control on the bottom half of the map, which is going to be really big between these two teams with the importance of these two bottom lanes.
And then an answer in kind here for the mid lane. No, it's actually going to pivot away from the Ahri and towards the Jace instead. Now remember, Contracts has played this to
Email
allow for
him.
a carry for Fudge, but this is also one of Fudge's kind of tried and true classics.
Yes,
Sneaky's
sir,
probably got one of those
it
email
is. And
inboxes with like a million plus
if you want
emails.
to call the crazy shots, then you would even go as far as to say Jace is a 4-roll, you know, flex pick, because that Berserker do really well with it, and then you would have to put Lucian mid. So you would have to call a crazy parlay here.
If you believe the Jace Emilio bot lane, is that real?
Yeah. So you
I'm going to press X to that on that one, Kobe.
You would have to mess up everything in order to do it, but you could do it. All right.
Emilio top.
Let's get back into it. It's kind of interesting here. Still banning the Olaf. We did see in LEC, you know, Broken Blades Olaf was absolutely pummeled by Jace early on, and then they dove him under tower, and he was got down to like up to 4,000 gold. I think was the biggest discrepancy in that game, but they're gonna ban it out anyways. Olaf has been hard to deal with
Victor
for
ban,
most teams
and
if you
Nivea
don't
ban.
have a really
What are you
good
picking to
jungler
Cassio?
intervention.
Ori's
And
banned,
the
maybe
Jackson
Syndra.
and Kled have been
They
the
go Syndra ban
premier
here?
answers. But we'll get back over to answering the Cassio, since that was
I don't even know if
Dignitas
Syndra's that good
did
into Cassio. I
reveal
feel like
in
later it would be
deciding,
good, but
we're gonna try and get
Syndra's
the
early
double
game
poke
is
here,
just so weak.
against the Lucian Milio, and so they're trying to ban out a lot of the good laners into Cassiopeia, Victor, it just farms well and scales well into it, and doesn't have a lot of the dangers
Don't need a Cinder ban.
Cassio, so they don't
It is
want
Zinni,
to
though.
be able to, like,
Wait a
play
minute.
safe
Don't
and
tell
just
me
scale up. You know, Powerfox really
we're just
does
giving
wanna
Zinni
try and,
Galio
get in there
again.
for the 1v1.
Put Zinni on something
Oh.
that has to interact a little bit more with the Cassiopeia.
He's picking Ari.
Locked in for Shopify.
He heard me talking
They hovered
shit.
this earlier, did not lock it in, went for the Jace.
Maybe
Still
Zinni
will
needs a
lock
little
on
bit of
Ari
motivation.
now.
Maybe he just needs people to talk a little bit of shit.
Are very light on CC. Luckily for them, though, tank junglers got buffed on this patch. So contracts, I think there's a lot of good angles right now to go for tank junglers.
This is kind of interesting.
Skarner is
Jungle's
very
being held
good
so late in
as far as
draft.
tank junglers. Probably it's also the most common for pro play at the moment. But you know, obviously you can still you would rather have melee synergies to go for a Sejuani.
What jungle do you go here?
But you can
Wukong?
also do the
Wukong looks good here.
Maokais or Zacs. They're just even less common. But right now they're running so light on structure for their team fight. I'm just expecting Shopify to try and round it out with a tank for contracts here. From the jungle, they do clear, you know, decently faster with the buffs to the jungle pet.
I'm thinking, though, because this is reminiscent of one of their drafts that they had earlier in the split, where they actually pivoted the Jace into jungle for the Vayne top lane. Vayne is still available, so I just want that in the back of our minds. It would be the opposite of what you're asking for, because if you're looking for engage and more
Shopify's
frontline,
Giga range.
I don't know if you can get much further away from that than a Vayne top lane.
They could do it and just go all damage.
I feel like that Cassante could have been Malphite.
Not a point and click hard fast engage tool, but can get in there. Can be.
I don't know. I don't like playing Cassante in comps like this.
Range damage from the Ezreal and the Karma.
I feel like he really struggles when people that outrange him.
The early game dueling for the Xin. You know, if you got pushing Jace on top lane, you have Ari to look for kills too. So with flashes for Xin and Ari, they can fight a lot.
Did I see Belveth in LPL did 800 damage the whole game? Oh, I did see that. Yeah, someone tweeted that at me.
This Xin
That's
has
sick.
a lot of angles to go for here. See if maybe they can even gank towards the Ezreal. Ezreal Karma is just so safe a lot of the times, but if they're trying to push you under tower, then maybe they'll expose themselves a bit.
Mid-jungle synergy, the name of the game for Shopify Rebellion. Contracts with his new mid laner this year. They've been leveling up slightly, split over split, and now they have an opportunity with the engage tools to make a lot of action happen. And Contracts even said, hey, Christian panics a little bit, you know, when there's no vision around mid, so they're definitely playing into that.
He also said he's not going to lose to a guy with no shoes.
Wasn't his build like fucking Kraken Slayer Heartsteel Belveth?
Updated to now be able to
That
buy
was
shoes.
goofy as hell.
But the character model still doesn't have shoes.
True.
So
Honestly,
pick your side, really, on which
I
one
do
you
need
think
to
that
try
reinforces here. Shopify
Heartsteel.
Rebellion
Next ARAM I get
versus
Belveth, I'm gonna
Dignitas,
try going
a
like
tale as
Heartsteel
old
Titanic
as
shit.
2026
Because
as the ultimate
that shit used to be really bad on her
because
her on hits did less damage, but now they do full damage.
All right.
Like I don't think it's
a
good, but
a lot riding on this series, as you saw
it's
with the intro
relatively
video.
better than it
You know,
was.
could alter the course of history.
Reputations, player fines, all kinds of things on the line here.
I mean, the fall of empires.
This will be studied.
But generally,
by
I mean,
historians in future
games where Belveth
generations.
loses, she's gonna
This
lose
match
hard
as
as hell. That's
Palafox
the nature of the
actually walks
champion.
forward to get a ward down.
Oh,
The charm comes out early for
oh,
Zinni as
oh,
Contracts
that's not
gets
good.
right on top of him. Palafox
Oh, he gets the
taking
Q.
a huge chunk of damage to start off the laning phase.
That's
leave
tough.
these stats
Hey,
up
bro, can
here.
you ward the
Yeah,
Raptors?
As I pull up the Palafox Game 1 stats, another little stat that's not shown there on the side is going to be starting HP, because that will be significantly lower after the early visit there around mid lane. They get the exhaust out.
Summoners.
The exhaust is already used, as is the heal.
Dig used two sums there for that trade.
Dignitas.
Well, already Raz's match
They
of the week
really
is
want to
delivering
push
here,
it all
Kobe.
fucking
Darnak's
costs.
going for an invade. Palafox starts lane at half health, and FBI and Ignar will not have two of their summoner spells in the bot lane 2v2. So no kills early on here, but definitely a lot of early action set up as B-Boy and Zazel will control the wave, hit level 2 earlier, and have the confidence to walk forward because there are only flashes available for Dignitas' bot lane.
And I do want to point out that Dardoch circumvented the ward on Raptors. So he did red, and then
Look, they're pinging it. They're like, he should have been there by now. He's doing some bullshit. That's good awareness.
So that's why
if Contracts doesn't know this is happening, it could be really bad for him. But if he knows Dardoch's doing it, then it's like
nice
kind of whatever.
Tricky invade here. We'll see.
We're gonna see where he's going. Oh, look, he pinged it. He's like, yeah, he's on my top side.
To his top side jungle. Even though they are kind of question mark pinging these Raptors, and now he wants to go take them.
He doesn't know exactly what Dardoch's doing, though.
The extra ping there as well.
Because as a jungler, Kobe, you could probably assume if you see that he's starting on the bot jungle. I would.
He's saying he might have been in my top side.
Raptors. But a reminder, it's old news on Palafox Summer. Like you had just shown, it's Palafox Game 1, baby. His stats in Game 1s alone are exceptional. And already he survived that early rough start. He's still even in CS.
Dardoch's path is kind of weird, though. Like, his path's not even that good. Sometimes if you put too much effort into trying to, like, invade and then cover every single option the enemy jungler can do, you end up just not even getting ahead. The only way you really get ahead is you just play it greedy as fuck and you hope they make their own choice.
And just fight his way towards Crabs, you aren't actually down yet.
The junglers are extending trades here in the jungle. Dardoch in the 1v1. Zinni's coming up, and so is Ignar. Flash forward from Zinni, looking for damage. Contract's following up, but into the brush. And he's still alive. He got over there, as now the rest of Dignitas, the trap onto Contracts. FBI gets the
somehow that's
first
the
blood,
result.
as Ignar will walk away. Dignitas get their jungler out of there.
Dardoch does not panic. Kangas, under no circumstances does he panic. He does not hit his flash early. He's holding on to it, waiting for the team to collapse. And then after Contracts and Zinni both flash on him, he saves it till the end, and he's able to escape. Take a look at this once again. The teleport from mid lane on mid.
I was gonna say, I was surprised this duel was as close as it was, but it's because Dardoch has a full longsword up.
Palafox had to come from base. He flashes over to
Where
the
was
side,
the charm?
then dodges into the brush. Flash over here. They can't follow him.
He just shot it now.
They already committed,
he was trying to hold
into
it.
miasma. FBI collapses. Palafox collapses, and Ignar escapes with his life as well.
Fantastic series of plays.
I don't think he flashed from the dogs. I'm pretty sure he flashed, like, flash W'd and then Q'd after, trying to make him flinch, because, like, a charm flash is, you know, you're going to expect that.
Shopify thought they had the
Dardoch will probably react to that.
advantage here, and they double flash to ensure it.
Or it'll get blocked by dogs. So I think the way Zinni played it was actually, like, kind of reasonable.
Full damage onto him, and him escaping
actually
is
get the charm
critical.
afterwards.
Palafox getting the upper hand in the beginning of this grudge match.
And add on to that, Dardoch had the successful invade. Contracts was not able to get a lot done afterwards, so Dardoch is ahead in the jungle. Top lane for Shopify Rebellion is going all right.
If you look at her base armor compared to every other jungler, hers is so much lower.
Advantage over Denethor, now just one way
I think level 1 armor, Neferi's like 28,
but
Nocturne's
that's really the only
38.
area for Shopify Rebellion that has a gold lead. Contracts and Dardoch finding each other
Significantly less than everyone else.
Jungle once more. This time Dardoch
He's
jumps
just
in on the
going for it.
Contracts.
He doesn't
Palafox
give a
is
fuck.
nearby.
No one
Big
told
chunk
him
of
his base
damage.
armor is low.
Dardoch is winning the 1v1 trade. Zinni lands the charm, trying to get the Foxfire, the Spirit
Dardoch's
Rush
kind of
to dodge around Palafox. Not enough damage for the kills.
Kinda
He might look
mogging
for
on
more,
him.
though.
Wait a minute.
You should have one more take of the ultimate. He just throws out the Orb of Deception for the kill, and Zinni picks one up for Shopify.
He was mogging on them,
Keeps up
correction.
the chase, finds him at the Raptors. Kangas, I thought it was going to be even better for Dignitas because they had that red control ward. You see, in the banana brush here, right by the river that saw Contracts walk in there. But in the end, it's Shopify that fight right back. This is going to be double exhaust again.
Yeah, exhaust from both bot laners. Hazel taking a lot of damage here, but B-Boy is still healthy. They'll still decide to back off here as FBI and Ignar have been getting the better of these trades since that rough summoner trade early.
This is what the people expect, Kangas, when you schedule an ultimate grudge match.
Bowl.
They expect both sides slamming these fights. And we've had both junglers go down as the casualties. So we'll see about the next reset here. They do have control ward on Dragon, so nobody going to be able to sneak that one. But last time around, Palafox had been kind of dry on mana there in the Cassio. So
let's hope Dardoch doesn't tilt.
To follow the play.
He's reformed now.
Zinni was able to keep it up and
he
find
won't.
the extra kill here. That's going to be very, very nice because early Sork shoes on Zinni means that Ahri really can have the advantage for roaming and making a lot of these skirmish plays. Once her ult comes back up, you know, Zinni has a lot.
Has there ever been an example
of
of someone who said they were reformed but they weren't actually?
Already purchased.
flaunting the shoes on Palafox.
I can't think
hey,
of any.
I got him. You don't. Palafox still building into the Rod of Ages. Could be more of a scaling, stacking build for the Cassiopeia, so coming online a little bit later. Expecting Zinni to have another window to make action happen, because Zinni kind of saved that jungle conversation that we were just having. Dardoch had the successful invade. He's able to survive the counter invade and get a kill for his bot laner, but then Zinni showing up and backing up contracts in that moment.
Tarzan? No, he did reform. Tarzan's reformed so many times.
Maybe would have been able to
and
snowball.
even that still gets some permaban. It's
The
just
extra
sad.
tension here.
Yeah.
We live in a society where there's
Now
no
we're gonna
second,
see
third, fourth,
after
10th
another,
chances.
Clear here from Dardoch. If he's going to be able to answer contracts move on bottom side, I don't think there's going to overcommit to it. But Ezreal Karma, sometimes you can kind of draw the enemy team into an extended attempt on bottom lane.
Man, my eyes
they're not going to
feel so
overchase, though,
dry
from the side
today.
of Shopify. And so Dardoch's just going to be able to
allergies
clean
or
up that
what?
Scuttle Crab, no problem. And we will remain calm here.
It's so tough to actually lock down a Karma Ezreal, especially when there's still summoner spells on the Karma. So contracts will just be spotted, walk back up towards the top camps. Dardoch has just been power farming. Now goes for a reset, picks up some more components here as contracts will head up towards the grubs. Palafox straight down to Zinni, meanwhile. Chunking out the Ahri in a good exchange. Contracts is now on the grubs, but his mid laner is quite low.
Yeah, and enemy jungles just
Dardoch up a lot of
refarming
CS,
another
TBH.
clear,
Old
so-
bot lane from B-Voy. Big trade back on FBI.
Good
Ignar.
XP lead.
And it looks like there's going to be no contest at the grubs, actually. Dardoch's just back into his camps.
And since there is no contestant, we have a moment of calm. We have a very critical question
Look at
for
that.
all of the chatters.
Ooh, okay.
Something that you would like to decide for us.
Would you rather have Palafox
right
or
now
Zinni as your
have
mid laner?
Palafox or Zinni on your team?
Jesus.
Please vote in chat.
The catalyst.
Can
of
I
the
just
Ultimate
take
Grudge
any
match ball.
fucking
It
random
was
solo queue
Palafox
player
leaving
instead?
Shopify, Zinni coming in.
Yes.
And okay,
Can I
is
take a
this
mystery
overall on
box?
your team or just game one?
This
Kobe?
is overall. This is on
Overall.
your team. You're building a team, Kangas. You're committed to this team. Who would you rather have? Make your choice right now, Palafox or Zinni.
See, I'm torn because Zinni already has a kill right now in this game, so
Yeah.
that's pretty good argument. But we showed the stats from Palafox earlier from game ones. So I don't know. I don't. Where are you leaning, Kobe? Do you want to sway the poll right now? It looks like it's actually Zinni favored currently.
This is for chat to decide.
Oh.
Ooh, Petrifying Gaze goes after Palafox onto Zinni. He's
I
able
don't
to
know who I'd
sidestep it.
prefer
Get your votes in quick.
Does not
between those
stare
two. I feel
down
like
the
probably
eyes of the
Zinni
Snake Lady
because
as
of what
it
he
is
plays.
Close
Like,
to 50-50 here.
if I can
in
get
the
him on
poll
his Galio or
of
his
which
Annie,
mid laner you would like with a slight edge for Zinni.
even if he's
currently.
just gonna not
Lot
carry the
going
game,
into
if he
it
can
as
just like
well,
sort
and
of
Dignitas,
hold it down.
Pretty nice take on the objective
And
there.
ult me
for
as
them.
Galio, like,
Dardoch
I can work with
has,
that.
Played pretty good attention to
No, but
this
realistically,
bottom triangle
like, these
of
players
the
are-
map. Double control wards for them.
Oh.
Actually getting swept out right
They're
now.
good compared to
Palafox
your average
actually
solo
went
queue
over
player.
50.
They had
He's in the
most people in
lead.
solo
Was
queue.
it the extra twin fang
Zinni's
that he was able to
Galio
land
winner in solo queue is like
on there,
90%.
Kangas?
It might have been
In
Zinni
GM
missing
Challenger.
in
It's
that
50-50
moment.
here,
It is,
Kangas.
A lot
it
of
is
games.
dead even right now. I believe we are ending the poll right now. So that
Got
means
it.
it is
Remind
Palafox
yourselves.
Oh.
that
Just
should
because
have
someone's
it.
not as good as other pro
Squeaks it
players
out.
does not mean they're
All right.
bad.
People have spoken, and the people think that Shopify made an error
Genius midfielder.
by 1%.
That's very close, actually. And I know that we say it a bit tongue-in-cheek, but the
Hellfox
serious
has had
kind of
one good split in
undertones of
8
that is the
years?
promise of
Really?
Zinni versus the reality of what he
He
has actually
beat
been able to
G2.
show us so far in the LCS.
Thoughts?
Along with Palafox in a bit of a resurgence split here in summer, stepping
Sneaky
up and
sleeping?
having a couple of better
Yeah.
performances, specifically again
Yeah, I
in
believe
those
so.
game ones. We don't talk about the Annie, game 2 from last week.
Yeah, I mean, the people have chosen. They've drawn their battle lines now.
Yeah.
The viewers of this game is 50-50. Palafox supporters and Zinni supporters. So everyone will be on the edge of their seats for each mid lane duel. Meanwhile, we're going to track the junglers, though.
Okay.
Junglers have been a huge story for both of these teams. Dardoch, obviously, with his huge return to the LCS, and Dignitas really needing someone to come in and step up. And I think that
How is
he
our game state
performed
looking?
very well.
Pretty even,
in
honestly.
The debut week that he had with Dignitas,
One drag for
even
Dig.
though they lost.
Rubs
And
for
to me,
Shopify.
the best performance was how he held himself in all of the content and after the game.
Yeah.
The Dardoch
Dardoch's
of
quite
old
ahead
that
in
everybody
XP though.
remembered from previous LCS. There was, there was no
Who's
flaming, there was no rage. It was very calm analysis the entire time from him.
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't feel like either team has like super clear scaling advantage. It seems pretty even.
The scenes.
I would say maybe Shopify slightly.
And talked to Dokla and just thanked him for being an inspiration for him to continue playing League of Legends. He's played for a very long time here, and it's hard if you don't immediately find success and you get knocked down.
So
and
not by big march or anything.
To put in the work and being rewarded with another chance is such a.
Wondering if Rat has any idea to fix matchmaking. LP gains the season.
In the LCS.
Getting another reset's mandatory.
About Dardoch, I want to highlight some of the teammates that he's played with in the past.
I don't know enough about matchmaking.
Ahead of his debut,
I've not been grinding solo queue very hard.
The LCS, and they had mentioned all
I just play my DK games,
and
then I play a lot more like Mayhem or Flex or whatever.
He played with, and I actually checked in with Johnny Rockets this week to see how he felt Dardoch's debut went in the LCS. Johnny Rockets, nice guy. You can trust a smile like that. He said it was sweet to see him back where he belongs in the LCS. Shame the first game ended how it did. He was looking like our god on Lee Sin. Absolutely incredible. So that was our little Johnny Rockets check-in right there. Happy to have him still as an esports pundit, as Dardoch's going in for an invade with his support, pushing back contracts. Minute 30.
Do you think Dardoch could have been the GOAT NA jungler if he had a better attitude?
The setup for vision around objectives if teams are going to go for it. Already an early control ward placed by Dignitas as Shopify rotate their bot lane up.
That's what you mean by like could he? I never felt that Dardoch's skill was like insanely high when I played against him. I think he was good. I don't think he was bad. But I do think that his play style was
He's doing good. He's
more it leaned toward looking good more than being actually good, if I was to describe it.
Contracts. There's that good poke, but the poke is there.
Like I think he played greedier than most people and would
the battle of the mid laners.
like allow his teammates to be in bad situations so he could get ahead more than other junglers.
No spirit rush now on Ari.
Which like I didn't really think was great, but
Zazel's back will even be stopped by Dardoch.
It is an option. If your teammates are okay with it, then it can work.
They did get poked down, but it was so far in advance of the arrival.
But it does kind of shift the burden of some situations onto your team.
Delay the back to maybe get a better opening there for the setup for that dragon fight. Mountain Dragon also takes a very long time. It's the tankiest of the dragons.
Is there a pro player you'd be willing to call bad?
Not going to be able to,
a
rush
current pro jungler
or anything afterwards. And so basically everybody does get to go for their resets anyway. Meanwhile,
I don't love the idea of sitting here calling people that are better than me right now bad. Like that just seems troll to me.
Long gone are the days of the
I think it's like there's some players like XU is getting gapped by everybody. I think Sajad's getting gapped by everybody. It's like relative to other pro players. They're getting outclassed. But I feel like if you're just sitting here calling them bad, it's kind of doing them a disservice. And the whole pro scene to some extent. Because these players are literally professional players. They are better than pretty much everyone else in the region.
Very nice things for this comp.
And I do feel like for a really long time there's too much negative bias, but I guess that's just kind of like a fandom thing in general.
With Ari, with Zinni still having his teleport, having his upgraded boots, flash and ultimate ready, they can definitely look for one of those trap plays. And since you've got Malignance,
I don't know. I generally lean toward like trying to respect the players
and look to see any picks. Right now, though, they're actually not looking for picks. They're just looking for the trade.
Put a little respect on their name.
For Shopify, as they're pushing in the long lane and taking the Rift Herald, and you assume that Dignitas will be able to take their
talking riot mode.
Dragon here, even though
that's not even a riot mode thing, dude. I feel like I've kind of had that impression of co-streaming since I've started. I'm sure I've had times where I'm like, say people are trolling. People make bad plays and shit, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Just clearing out the jungle and getting their vision down, prepping to make sure that it is safe for them to go for the other side, and then they also get the alert. A Rift Herald has been taken by Shopify, so they know they can comfortably finish their second dragon, and Dignitas continue farming ahead.
And now Contracts with that freshly acquired Rift Herald will just drop it mid lane. They already got the top turret. Gonna get a huge chunk on this mid.
But I mean, dude, I honestly though, I've kind of felt that way even when I would play. One of the things that would actually really tilt me on every team I played in is like, say LCS or LCK would be on or whatever, and so many teammates I would play with would watch other regions and other people play and like laugh at the players and call them dog shit and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I've seen you do way worse shit in scrims.
You're kind of useless there in mid lane, so it has to go all the way back. They lose another tower.
It's like the just looking down on people for the sake of doing it. I've never got that. Usually if somebody makes a really horrible mistake, it's like you can understand what happened. It's not like you haven't done that shit before. It's just
for
part of the game.
The next few minutes leading up to the next.
That shit always irked me, but it was never worth like trying to bring up because it's just like, they're just talking shit for fun.
As well here. FBI is working towards his Muramana. See if he can get that combined before the next dragon.
I'm looking at Fudge right now, though. I mean, the next dragon's gonna be 4 minutes away. I'm assuming that more items will come in from Dignitas by that position. But currently, man, Fudge has a lead. 1,000 individual gold. That's 2 items completed. Serpent's Fang will help cut a lot of the shielding from things like the Cassante. The Karma is a big one. Palafox is not actually building.
Ale got so mad how bad the LPL was. He decided to become a pro player.
Regard, but still, it will give you a lot of utility in the 1v1.
I mean, respect for that at least.
Ignar shield's going to be much.
You can back it up, sure.
B-Boy finds a little angle here onto FBI. That's exhaust out from FBI, and not a lot of damage traded back. So a chunked out Ezreal as he looks for a little bit more on the Zazel right there. Ignar helping him out. Throws out the Q, gets some damage down as the invade from Dardoch and Palafox comes in. The Petrifying Gaze lands onto Contracts. Crescent Guard early. Dardoch's able to dodge it as Contracts has to try and get back to the turret.
But
he will live.
Oh my,
wait,
Brock's passive on the fucking
and now he's
dogs
looking
to
for
live.
more. Charm falls up onto Palafox.
This
That's
is
an
awkward.
exhaust. A follow over the wall from Zinni.
This is
Palafox
really awkward for
cannot flash
Dig.
away. That's a double kill to Zinni.
Doesn't look great. Hold up, Lucian's gone.
Denethor will get one back.
It's actually looking okay for Dig.
Credit. Shopify Rebellion are trying to retreat back into their jungle, but Fudge has just joined in on the fight.
Denethor's kind of fucking owning
kill.
this fight.
It's 3 for 3 on the scoreboard so far. Even kills traded in this fight. In a 2 for 2,
that was a crazy
Dignitas
fight.
Scrap in the jungle.
Looked pretty cursed initially for Dig. I thought they were going to get wiped, and then somehow they just
FBI griefed it at the beginning.
Yeah,
there, trading so heavily
come out ahead.
With the Lucian expending the exhaust and getting down to like 400 HP himself. But they still pull back the team fight despite FBI dying.
Fire both these teams, get some silver from solo queue, and it'll be an improvement for both.
You'll notice the teleport.
Dude, if you saw an actual silver player in a professional game. Oh wait, I didn't even notice how FBI
Meanwhile,
got fucking
Contracts you saw the entire time during live in the front and center on your screen had gotten chunked so low, but they couldn't finish him off.
Silver players get shit on by gold
nice
players.
Start to the play. And so it ended up being very, very close. As
you think a
Zinni
challenger
trying to
versus silver is going to look...
It
wouldn't even be entertaining. It would be sad. You would be literally sad watching
here, able to take him
you
down
would
and
feel
even up that
empathy.
fight, even after their AD carry was
Bro would be like
defeated
7
at the
levels
very
down.
beginning of it.
And out of the replay, the Ultimate Grudge Match Bowl is dead even in gold. 34K to 34K. 3 kills to 3 kills in a minute 20 until that next dragon.
Yeah, Denethor's been sick.
You can't get games much closer than this. Maybe you'll find some at the Gas South Arena, October 3rd and 4th. Get your tickets now. Scan the QR code if you haven't yet.
1v1
Come
your
join
challenge
us.
your friend 20 times in a
and
row.
if the games there are as fun as this game is, I think we're in for a great finals.
Depending on the matchup, like...
Truly. I only hope that our finals
It's pretty hard to beat people that are
match bowl.
higher rated than you and shit, but I
I
think one thing
have a little invade there.
in League, even though like the jungle role leads to so much frustration, I do think the fact the existence of the jungler is one of those things that like makes it a lot more tolerable for people.
You know what? Maybe they
Like if you're getting shit on lane, you can tell yourself you're like, dude, this guy's playing so fucking disrespectful. My jungler should be punishing him. And then you know what?
Unfortunately,
your ego's protected.
I think that we already, you know,
You didn't get gapped. Your jungler
just.
if you're winning lane, you get ganked. You're not bad.
That prediction, you're kind of stuck
You're
with the
generally
team
just
for the rest of the year, regardless of how they do. So that commitment's
It's
been made.
perfect.
But I was going to say, regardless of how far either of these teams would make it in the playoffs, we should just have, you know, a show match. The Ultimate Grudge Match Bowl Part 4. What's better than Trilogy but a 4th movie in the Trilogy?
True.
Yeah. No, Fudge gets him poked there onto FBI.
Same for Jungle, you can say your lanes are shit. True.
This is the objective that we've been talking about for quite a while.
I mean, even for someone like me,
Rebellion have allowed 2 to go over to Dignitas.
play perfectly every game, not one mistake,
if they can get this objective.
And still,
Currently,
like, I get the
setup here is,
worst laners.
control the mid push.
It's just so
Zinni's
unfair.
in the bot lane pushing that in, but Denethor's already grouped up with the rest of Dignitas.
Who do I
So
predict for the series?
5-man's walking in.
I think I
FBI
predicted
a little
Dig.
separated from the team, but now Zinni has a flank angle here, spotted out by the rest of Dignitas. If they can keep their eyes on the Ahri,
Contracts? What are you doing up there, bro? You got no flash. You have no flashes in Zhao. You can't be this far up, or can you? Wow, he lived so long.
Dignitas get the kill on the
He was way too far up.
Shopify were so split there. The other members were wrapping around the Dragon Wall.
I swear Xin Zhao is one of those champions that's like, he's not difficult to play mechanically, but you have to be really fucking aware of where you can go. Because you're strong, but as soon as you overstep for like a second, you just either have to flash out or die. He has no way to get away. Oh! Oh! Yo, he's not dead for that?
has the shields from
What?
Zazel and will get out of there. But that was a low
He
health
actually doesn't
illusion.
die?
And a little bit of danger. Shopify
He just had no
will
follow-up.
go for their resets now. Contracts will be respawning. Nobody actually got the dragon.
Yeah, with their jungler being down, Shopify don't want to, press anything, but they are able
Yo,
to
Zinni's kind of popping
the
off.
rest of the members of Dignitas to push them back
I
away
think this
from
might
the
be the best
objective,
game
and
we've
with
seen from Zinni
teleport
all
being
year.
invested up to the top side of the map should be a
That
Shopify
might not
objective
even be an
for themselves.
exaggeration.
They are opting here on Dignitas just to get some more money into Palafox up there at the tower, get that minion wave, get some turret plate money off the top side of the map, while they expect Shopify to be investing resources towards the dragon, towards the bottom side. But in fact, Shopify are not doing that.
Yeah. Contracts
These fights
instead
are
just
so
spotted in the
awkward from
top
both sides,
river.
though. No, it's like
Palafox knows, hey,
neither team has
jungler
super clear
near me,
engage.
has his own jungler in
The
his
last
back
two
pocket,
fights
but
have
they
basically
will
just
all
started from contracts
reset.
overstepping
Now
and getting jumped on.
Shopify are in the
But if he
bottom river.
doesn't do
Couldn't
that,
get
then what
dragon.
happens? It's just sort of a standoff.
And somebody's got
You're
to
like
hit
waiting
this
for
at some
Ezreal
point,
poke or
surely.
Jace poke or
Shot blast
Ahri
onto
catching
FBI.
someone.
He's chunked down low. Fudge has been hitting these pretty consistently before the fights break out.
Let's see what Denethor does.
Shopify
I hate
will
playing
now
Cassandra
start
in
up
this
the
kind of
dragon.
game
Finally,
when you're just
23
outranged by
minutes in, the
everybody.
third
Feels
dragon.
really hard to do
Round
anything.
2, Dignitas are approaching. They have all members here. Palafox walked all the way down as Cassiopeia has the rocket belt available. Zinni's looking for the charm of the wall.
standing
not
in
able
front
to
of
get
his
it
team,
onto
getting poked.
FBI as Dignitas can now reapproach here. They're going to look to engage onto B-Boy. Another
Contracts
dodge from Dardoch.
sort of
From
sends it
Zinni's
for
charm,
fun.
Zinni will go back in with a Spirit Rush trying to get
Bro,
some damage
what?
down. The Dragon is the focus,
What?
though, and Contracts is out of there, so Dignitas get the
How is
Drake.
that the
That's
result?
3 stacked up.
How did Dig?
Huge.
How did they
They're
just get to
able
walk
bully
in?
them off the Drake.
The fuck?
Even with, I really thought
Why did
Zinni's
contracts go
angle
in?
Here onto FBI was going to be perfect.
Yeah.
I'm so
but,
confused.
he doesn't
Let's get a replay on
instantly
that.
Go for the play. I thought for sure that's like, Charm or even Charm Flash straight out of.
Just hit him when they're
Farm
walking
and
through that choke, or just take
maybe
Dragon
go
and
for
dip.
the deletion on FBI
Contracts just
again,
needs to
but
play,
perhaps
like,
he was
counter
thinking,
engage.
Hey, the exhaust cooldown
Let's
is
see
up,
that shit
so I
again.
don't want to over commit to it.
Could be a myriad of things.
Oh,
Ooh,
what
Palafox
the
actually
hell?
predicted that Zinni was in the brush. Throws out the miasma. Petrifying
What
Gaze
the
will not land the
flip?
stun, but he's just going to chase down Zinni, force the flash out of the
He
mid
just
laner.
fucking guessed.
Ooh, Zinni's able to
Or he's
spot that
ghosted.
one because of Zazel in the brush, so Zinni walks away. But Palafox, I mean, that was some heads-up play right there, using the rocket
How
belt
come
to
in
jump
traditional
forward
sports the
to spot
coaches
out if
usually like, I
anybody
don't
was
care
in
what you
that
think,
fog
this is
of
what
war, and then see
you're
Zinni
doing,
there.
this is our
All right,
strat.
chat, anybody switching
But in
sides?
League, it's
Are
like-
y'all sticking with your choices right now?
What do you
Palafox
think you're the
has
player? You know more than me.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
they're
Zinni's
really
gotten a lot
fucking
of
different games.
kills.
For one, it's
True.
like,
But,
900 gold up.
hold
B-Boy
up.
under the
Hold
turret
that
gets
thought.
exhausted, has to flash away. Dardoch went deep for this one, trying to get out
Ooh,
now.
is
Zinni
he out?
looking for his
No,
fourth kill,
almost.
but it's a shutdown for B-Boy instead.
Yes, I mean,
B-Boy
I've
on the
definitely
scoreboard
talked about
with
this
one kill to his
topic
name.
a lot.
Dardoch gets punished for the dive.
Uh-oh, yeah, that was unforced
But
error here.
in
as they
sports,
really
there's
tried
a
to
lot
force
of history
hard
to go
on
off of,
mid.
right?
The only thing up, though, for them to
Every
really
sport
pressure on
has been
is
around
Baron,
for a
but they're
long
immediately
fucking
teleporting
time.
and walking
And
that way. Kangas.
the games
Yeah,
haven't changed
I
that
mean,
much. Sure,
they
there have been
have the numbers
some
advantage,
evolutions
no
to the rules
enemy
over the years, but
jungler
they're
for a
pretty
smite
similar
steal attempt.
compared to League,
They
where
play
it's
the blast cone, the
literally
true shot
every
barrage will land onto
patch,
3,
the
so
way
pretty
matchups
chunked
work,
out.
the way
Baron is doing a lot of damage back to
seasonal
them as Dignitas are
mechanics
walking in.
work,
Palafox
items getting
has
changed.
two
Like,
items
there's
completed
so
on the
much
Cassiopeia.
knowledge that you
Watch for the
cannot
snake.
know unless
And
you are
Palafox get
good
into
enough
good
to play the
position
game.
for this fight. Contracts jumps in on that
So the
FBI,
idea of a
just jumps straight
coach
away. That's Crescent Guard down.
having some
Shopify
like
up the back
crazy
way. Zinni
authority
looked
over the
for
players just
charm
makes
over the
no
wall,
sense
not able to land
as a
it.
model to me.
And Shopify will just
if
back
you're
off with
actually
a
good enough at the
TP
game
out
to
of
understand it perfectly,
Shopify just end
you
up
should probably
losing
just
out
play.
on the play. They're going to lose their whole jungler right now too.
The chase continues here. Again, the Petrifying Gaze will only be a slow, but that's Zinni now down. Denethor on a killing spree. Dignitas they commit to the invade. They push him off the Baron and say, where are you going? I thought we were here to scrap. Let's just chase you down. And now they could look at Baron.
Yeah, Shopify, they're so squishy. They just took so much damage from Baron. They
running him over.
Their opening that they had with their kill on
You wish
the
more
Dark
X players
Dog.
were coaches? I mean, I think being an X player helps, but even still, is like,
No real
I think
threat on it. Dignitas
to
pushed
be a
them
really
out. They
good
get the
coach,
kill.
if
They
you
get
want to
the
be one of those
tower mid
coaches that
as
for
well,
some
by
reason
the
is like
way. And the Baron
top-down leadership of the team,
What a turn.
then
I mean,
you would have to like
with them
still
being in a
probably
rough
play at a
spot, getting
challenger
picked
level
out.
currently.
But
And I don't think
again,
many coaches
all
can
they
do
needed
that.
was the extended push.
I don't know
and
if any
Shopify to do
can.
the classic
I
blunder.
think like DeMonte
of
and
throwing a Baron. So many teams
Rigby are
have
pretty
tried
good,
to go
but
for an early Baron and get punished for it.
Sometimes
Yeah, I don't know.
it seems like a blessing, maybe a curse. Ooh. The blessing of, we killed the enemy jungler.
Also the fact that
What do we do
when the
now?
game starts, the
Let's all
coaches
go
are
right
not
into the
involved
Baron
whatsoever.
pit and
Yeah. And take three.
Drafting is a big
three
responsibility for
champs, big
coaches.
chunks,
I
but
think
two shot
drafting is really
barrage.
hard, and coaches can
I mean,
stand
again,
out that
they got
way.
the TP
but-
out of Denethor. You could see the game plan from Shopify was get out afterwards. But
Yeah,
Dignitas
I mean-
had a good play to say, no, don't let them run away.
Yeah, in these scenarios, it's really hard because you're using so many spells on Baron.
Yeah.
But really what you want to be able to set
Why
up
aren't
here
Eastern
is
orgs run like that,
draw,
though?
draw the enemy team over so you can get your 5-on-4
Do
fight
either of us know
while
how
the-
Eastern
while the
orgs are
Fury
run?
is dead, and they don't have like a, an Ari charm, play to start it out while Dignitas are coming to check or anything. And so Dignitas, in the end, just win out so heavily. And since
I think
they're
the best
ones
teams
with,
generally
true
have,
front line
like,
of Cassante, backed
an
up
in-game
by
leader
Ezreal Karma poke range,
who should have like
and
more authority than the
Cassiopeia
coach.
that is now level 16 with an arm guard and with flash is just, this is a hard carry mage.
If Faker wants to do one thing and
It's going to be really hard
his coach wants to do another, who are we really
team
listening
comp
to?
with Baron buff on top of it. You've got Ezreal Karma poke, a lot of safety there. You're losing your whole jungle as well this entire time. And Dignitas, they're looking to regain
So if League's around for 10 more years, will we see
of
these
the
50-year-old
Ultimate
coaches who are
Grudge
physically
Match
too old to be as
Bowl.
good, but the knowledge they have is too OP?
They won the opener.
Oh, I
and they
doubt it.
lost the second
I mean,
one.
the
Those
biggest thing is
odds
League
are
is just
high.
changing so
And
much.
now they're
It's an
looking to
ever-changing
close
game.
out the Ultimate Grudge Match until we extend it to a best of five.
Yeah,
after
then
this.
it becomes like a whole thing where we keep going.
Yeah.
They're going to match each other.
And I feel like
Oh,
even
we're
at
gonna
50
extend it
or
already.
60 or
20
70
seconds
years
until the
old,
next
if
dragon.
you're
This is
actually
soul
as
for
good at,
Dignitas, and they
if
have
you're
the
as knowledgeable as you think you are at the
3.7K
game,
gold
you
lead.
can
A lot
get
of
to like
that on
Master
their
Plus
jungler and
without
their
very
top
good
laner. Their
mechanics.
front line is
There's
strong.
so many
Front line
options
Gaze
to
just
climb
gonna
in
slow
League
B-Boy
without being good
again, not
mechanically.
quite landing the mark.
So anytime I
Xbox
hear
has
someone
not
who's
been
like,
able
yeah,
to
you
get
know,
the big stun
like,
he's looking
I'm a
for.
genius at the
Couple
game,
times
but
in a
I'm
row here,
silver
but
because
Dignitas
I just don't have the
control
hands. I'm
approach
like,
from the mid lane.
you're
Zinni
probably
has
still as good as you think you
another
are.
flank here unspotted by wards.
There's a lot of silvers who
If
think they
Dignitas
should be
don't
higher.
spot the Ahri, that
What's-
could be the
what's the
hero that
difference between you and them?
Shopify need. Watch Zinni. Denethor's going to chase down Fudge. FBI's walking forward. If
FBI, there's an Ahri in there.
Right over the
Oh,
wall, on Vision.
what?
Oh, the charm goes wide.
Bro.
FBI's still going to take down
How?
Fudge. Almost gets the
Is he
kill.
allowed
Zinni
to
pushed
walk
away
like that
Contracts,
and not
looking
get
at the
punished?
Dragon, but in goes Dardoch. B-Boy
Brother.
goes down. Double kill to Dardoch.
Oh my
Make it a
God.
triple as disaster
That
for
was
Shopify
actually-
Rebellion. They'll deny the soul, but they'll lose 4
That was like a
for it.
fucking mouse walking
And
into a
Zinni's even
snake
getting
hole or
chased
some
away.
shit.
If
Like,
he
FBI
falls, that
wanted
is
to die
an
there.
ace for the
Then he just wasn't
Dragon.
hungry.
Disastrous trade for Shopify Rebellion. At the very least, Zinni's back will be delayed here as Dignitas will push mid lane and continue
You've shown
to
us
chase
time and time
onto
again how
Zinni.
hands are not
Charm
necessarily
goes
hit high
wide.
elo.
Igniar's looking for it. Support
Yeah.
of combat.
Good one, Wick.
Igniar's all they need. Oh, the Q goes a little wide.
Very good.
Double autos. Gonna get him. There it is. Ace for Dignitas.
All right, I think we're going to have to wrap up the first game, Kangas, of
think
the
so.
Ultimate Grudge Match Bowl. Remember, do not be a game one Andy with your grudges here, okay? Dignitas and Palafox may have the upper hand in our series, but it's just beginning.
It's just beginning.
This is just the beginning,
Hey, if the
folks.
first one was Dignitas winning 2-0, the second one was
Dardoch
Shopify
smited
winning
his champ so they
2-0.
didn't get dragged?
Okay, it's fine.
Wait,
I'll-
really?
I'm chunking Zen. He has Q charge. That's good. Jace is dying.
No, be kind for me. No, be kind for me.
Yeah, I'll block Ahri, okay?
Watching Kusate, watching Kusate, watching
When did he
Kusate.
smite a
Nice,
champ?
Cassante. Nice, Cassante.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dragon, Dragon, I go.
I smited melee on.
Yeah, I'm going.
Oh,
I'm gonna
he
go
said
bot,
it.
I'm gonna go bot.
You can go by, yeah.
Ahri,
I
Then the
smited
third
Milio,
one.
sorry. I don't,
Gotta
dude,
go all
I
the way,
swear.
right?
Surely.
so.
Smiting
I have to
champions
say there, though, during
is
that
just
replay,
so fucking useless most of the time,
you
unless
know,
you're like breaking off a spell
FBI
shield,
is
it does
just going all
40
out on
damage or
Fudge. I
something.
feel bad for Fudge. He's trying to bait FBI over to the Ahri for the Ahri Charm combo play, but
Oh shit, he's in there.
Jumps in straight onto B-Boy. The true
He's
shot
aggressive
barrage
as
is
hell.
enough. FBI just snipes B-Boy down from long range. Ooh. Give this guy a sniper medal right now. That will be engaged from Contracts. Jumps in with the Crescent Guard. Zinni looking for the Spirit Rush. Palafox goes into the Stasis. Now FBI can walk forward.
Ooh,
Fudge again
look at all
gets
them
baited
dogs.
into the fight and again will go
There's
down.
so many dogs.
That was Shopify's last effort.
Get 'em.
As Dignitas can barrel down this mid lane here. It's 3 members up versus 5 of Dig. That's a reset from Palafox, who'll TP back into the mid lane. Dignitas already started hitting the Nexus turrets. Shopify, they don't have their ultimates available. They don't have any amount of gold in their pocket to turn this fight. Dignitas in the ultimate grudge match bowl part 3.
Zinni started 3-0-0.
Game number 1, 12-4. They didn't even need the Dragon Soul. FBI almost goes down and does get shut down.
We'll just leave it there. He started 3-0-0.
Maybe Dig were playing with their food a little too much, but they got the autos on the Nexus. GG. Game 1 to Dignitas.
Dardoch was legit just for funny that whole game.
Dignitas bringing in Dardoch for a grudge match seems wise.
Yeah.
Dardoch had a very good beginning of this game. He only had the one kind of excessive mid-tower dive. But other than that, I think he had a very positive influence on Dignitas' side of this ultimate grudge match.
What do you think, Lounge? What do you think? Is Dardoch the guy?
Yes!
What happened to Shopify? I mean, that roster's always just been wildly inconsistent.
Why does Kobe have to bring up the one negative thing Dardoch did? He was 70
From the time they were like CLG, Energy,
got his
whatever.
First win
They were
since
never
coming back
consistently
into a
good.
Dignitas jersey.
They could look really good,
during this
or
game
really bad.
How much I'm
Depends on the
pulling
week.
for this Dardoch story.
And
to
yeah,
have
Zinni's
a
looked
payoff.
quite
Dignitas
rough.
hasn't won since the
Zinni's
last,
quite rough. I think
since
Fudge
Ultimate
contracts
Festival 1. That was the last
really
time
hit or
they
miss.
won.
That's actually a
An
crazy
LCS
stat.
series.
That's actually a crazy stat.
We're never beating the allegations
Whoa,
of looting
put that down.
for the best narrative. I just grabbed it because it was fun.
I think
figured
B-Boy's
it fits
alright.
the grudge match theme. However, what I
don't
want
think
to
he's
talk
bad,
about
but-
is actually a play right around Baron, because Shopify kind of think, okay, we've killed off Dardoch, we
I'm
can
kinda
go
like
for this. And I actually really liked
middle of the
how
pack, AD carry.
coordinated Dig's response was, realizing that Shopify had taken so much damage. Ignar kind of baiting Shopify to respond to him with poke. As
What makes it a
soon
grudge
as
match?
Contracts pops his
Because
ultimate,
Palafox
they
got
immediately
replaced.
have to back off because there's just no follow-up. And this was actually a massive play for Dignitas that I really liked seeing, because I feel like prior to like last week, they aren't as decisive, right?
Yeah.
Like this is obviously a play that does involve a lot of risk. I just really like holding this, it's fun. But props to Dig for
Damn, she's
recognizing
strong. She can hold
the
that
window
axe with
that
one
they had
hand.
and really capitalizing.
Put the
on it.
weapon
Sorry.
down.
I'm looking at Big Dardoch doing 21,000 damage. The moment that I was most stressed in this game, though, is what I need to go over here. And it's because Dignitas,
All right,
like,
I
I
gotta
like
get
it
my
and
dog
I
out
hate
real
it.
quick.
So I wanted to start
I'll be
back here.
back in a
Watch
few.
FBI and what he does in the mid lane here, as I'll just pull up the scoreboard. He takes a ton of damage, but it's because they really want mid prio, because Dardoch says, I want to steal Raptors. However, as they do steal Raptors and go on to contracts, you're looking over here. FBI is not looking over here. He's just dead to rights. And now I feel like we're in this situation, especially once Palafox goes down, where I'm thinking, oh no, like this is a 3v5. We're here, our base is over here, and you can count 5 people, well maybe 4, out of respect for Jaden Daniels. Contracts isn't really in this play, but overall, I do think that this moment from Denethor, just staying aggressive, going all in on B-Boy, and how the rest of Dignitas commit to the play, keep fighting. Dardoch stays aggressive. He dodges the EQ from Fudge. They get the kill onto him. He's now no longer ahead of Denethor in this game if we check the gold, only 300. Like, that was the comeback moment. Like, mid-fight in that 3v5, being able to turn that one around made me relax a little bit for this Dignitas team, because otherwise I could have seen that go into a dark place.
Yeah, and props to Denethor, right? Like, obviously, it was a unanimous...
5 out of 5.
It was a unanimous Dardoch. But I think he was kind of the runner-up because he did fall behind to Fudge so early on. Some of that was the matchup. Some of it, I think, was his comfort level with it. But he ended up being so crucial and such a crucial front line buffed by the Karma in so many of these fights. And I really liked how he played them out.
Yeah, a lot of those fights were really close. Almost as close as this vote between Denethor and Dardoch.
I mean, it's just the big Ds.
Yeah.
We were talking about this earlier. I feel like Dignitas didn't have enough Ds in their team.
They didn't have
They
enough
needed
Ds.
to add
They had
another
Photon
D.
XU. They had 0 Ds. Now they have
could have
2
had triple
Ds.
Ds, but they didn't.
Yeah,
They got double.
They could.
I can't keep a straight face. Oh, I'm such a bad actress. It's unlucky.
Well, don't miss any LCS action now that we're done with the D-Natos. When you get your favorite foods delivered on Uber Eats for less gold, we'll see if Game 2 Dig can be better than previous iterations of Game 2 Dig. They've won 2 Game 1s so far, no Game 2s. Can they close out the series? Up next.
Desafío is going international. The forest calls for the battle, and Desafío's battleground is set in the enchanted wilds of TFT. In the new edition of El Death's tournament, players from different parts of the world face off, and only one region will have what it takes to conquer the enchanted wilds. Each country has summoned its legends. In total, there will be 40 duos, each one with 1 pro player and 1 casual player. The group stage takes place on September 1st and 2nd, when duos face up against their fellow region mates in double-up matches. And here, players have to prove their worth because there are no second chances. At the end of the second day, only 1 duo from each region advances to the final. And epic battles call for epic finishes, don't you think? The Desafío Grand Final takes place on September 10th, live in Los Angeles and broadcasted to the whole world. 4 duos, 1 from each region, go head-to-head in the final showdown. Who do you think will come on top? The players have been chosen, and your support changes everything. Follow TFT and Desafío on social media and gear up to cheer for your favorite country. Desafío Enchanted Wilds is coming.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Rich in the ground before Dub can even get there. In time to try to knock out as Impact gets bursted.
Don't feed. Get fed. Scan the QR code for deals only on Uber Eats.
know we're not, you know, closest of boys, but I just want to say appreciate you, bro, because you're a big reason why I kept trying to go LCS. Really? Well, like, I see you doing your thing online, you know what I mean? Yeah. It gave me the hope. You feel me? Like, not like, oh, Dokes is doing you so bad, you know what I mean? But like, somebody my age who didn't start off with a bunch of wins, you feel me? Yeah. I appreciate you, bro.
I'm stunned. I never thought I'd hear something like that. I'm keeping the hope up for the Unks out here in LCS. That's cool.
Keeping the hope up for the Unks is Dokla. That was a great moment between Dardoch and Dokes. As, yeah, I mean, at moments like that, you're just so happy that there was a camera there when Dardoch comes up and has that moment with Dokla. Because he would have done it regardless of if they were filming or not. But the fact that we got that, that's wholesome. That was a great moment.
Good job, Cherry.
Yeah.
Honestly, too, Dardoch performing really well. So as far as keeping the hope alive, good job, Dokes, because we got a good jungler in here for game number 1 for the Grudge match.
Yeah.
Good performance from him.
Exactly. I mean, player of the game for game number 1. Dardoch also in last week's series versus Lion had an incredible game number 1. So this is back-to-back really strong starts to series for Dardoch and Dignitas. Now, Dignitas are a bit of the game 1 merchants.
The next couple games are not guaranteed?
I'm just saying there's a worrying trend for Dignitas in the old words of Joshua Leisman. Joshua Jat Leisman, I guess would be the official title there. But regardless, they win a lot of game 1s, then they struggle. So now my eyes will be on the rest of the roster. Can they play clean back-to-back games? Because that was a good game 1, but let's do it twice now.
Summer's over. The last one game of every series.
Yeah.
Fuck summer. Let's see about the rest of the series. That was quite a convincing game, but again, on the other side too, Shopify also a team with very high variance. So let's see what they can correct here in this one. Again, we mentioned Fudge has been very good on the Gnar, and now that Jace is out due to Fearless, maybe he does find a Gnar angle. That champion is very specific. That champion is good in a lot of scenarios, and definitely takes a decent amount of time to be able to master. So we'll see if they can find it here. And they're going to start out, though, with the very early Varus that can technically be, flexed onto the top side here or still be in the hands of FBI. I know FBI really does enjoy playing this champion. He's quite good at it. So, assuming bottom until the necessity for a flex up the top side really emerges.
I don't know if we've seen really Dennis pull out the fun range top lane picks. He's played the Jason Gnar himself, but other than
we
that,
are
it's
back.
Oftentimes tank duty. It's a lot of Ornn, a lot of
What's up, chat?
Maybe like Aatrox or Mbessa if he's going for more of a bruiser, but it would be interesting if they've
Jhin?
been working
All right.
on Flex's top lane. You always got to
GG's, guys. GG's. Oh, Wukong, though? Hold up.
Wukong for Shopify Rebellion.
Did I kill Sneaky? No, he actually messaged me. I think he's awake.
Yet another Annie game from Zinni then.
Yo,
After
what up?
this Ari game where he did get 3 early kills, but Shopify as a whole were a fairly
not much,
team
just watching some League.
and it didn't give a lot of
How was your nap?
errors, and they're unable to hit some of the critical moments.
How's my nap?
Some
Your
of the
mic cut off.
critical
It
openings
was
for
great.
assassination.
Yeah, how was your nap?
Wukong Annie duty.
Am I on the right mic?
As far as playing into it.
I'm hearing your mic normally, but it's cutting out.
It's cutting out.
Or a bot lane Varus. The top
I
lane
heard
one
that,
would be
yeah.
more tanky.
Chad, am I cutting out?
Is guaranteed engage on anywhere.
Tough thing about Annie though is you're also low mobility. And the moment I see
Maybe
something
it's
like a
okay.
Trundle
Maybe
locked
he was
in,
just
I'm like,
unlucky.
ooh, that pillar kind of tough for an Annie to get past. You really have flash and not much else. More engaged.
I woke up at like 3 a.m. or
Varus
something.
has Chain of Corruption.
Fuck,
Trundle's
why?
got the pillar. Now Alistair on top of it.
Went
Ignar's
to bed at like
Alistair
9.
victorious. He loves his engaged picks and oftentimes looks best on them.
What the hell is the schedule?
Even this year, he's had a legacy Ignar
What do you mean?
Alistar game. Very successful
Normal
at that. But at the
man of
Alistar's
my
end,
age schedule.
Guess who else can use
I
Alistar's ultimate?
see.
Ooh, Silas.
Silas. Those are some pretty good
All
Silas
right,
ults.
this is Shopify or rather Dignitas not doing all their homework.
Yo,
here
why is
because
he not
the
playing
moment
Galio, bro?
that
Just lock that shit
Alistair
in.
is on the
Drop the ego.
screen, Silas stocks shoot through the roof. I mean, I'm buying. If I'm investing in the Silas stocks.
Those are
right
some
now.
pretty good
You have
Silas
that
ults.
insane ultimate to steal. Even like Chains of
First
Corruption isn't
3.
a bad one. The AP scaling on that one too if you want more engage options. But typically that
So we're
Alistair
getting
is the one you're
game
looking at as like, man, this Alistair
2,
card
huh?
Yeah, plus they can
And
protect the mid matchup here too. Take away
Yeah, I mean,
the
they do have
Ryze,
Jhin,
very
though.
Annoying lane, a lot of damage there, and then the Ryze can get some roaming opportunities as well. So Trying to help.
I was looking at
a
Game of Legends though, and apparently Jin's doing well in Korea.
For yourselves. They actually spent it on the top
So
side.
maybe it's a user error. I've just seen him losing and being useless for so many games consecutively that I'm not sure about it. It looks sketchy as hell.
Yeah.
Respect main ban, at least. Also,
Yeah, I mean, he's, for some reason, extremely high pick percent.
What do you feel about the
Not even looking at any stats,
like
just
Jin's
looking at
like
every
the-
fucking game. I
the
just see him.
safe, like close to baseline stock that's like your backup in case you're crazy.
So there's something there.
Yeah, so Jin,
It's
when I have a lot
48%
of
win rate overall,
damaging
so I mean
champions
that's
on my
fine.
team, I think is fine.
Yeah.
And
42
the
in
Jin
top
stocks are
regions, so not as
incredibly
great.
high in LCK right
Ziggs is
now.
35.
And so
Lucian's
oftentimes,
40.
Our stock market
Win rate,
mirrors that of the
35.
LCK.
Yeah, he's
In
25
a lot
wins,
of regions,
47 losses, almost
actually,
twice as many losses as wins.
Stock markets in champions.
And we're nerfing
if
mages.
you follow that LCK, so we'll see as it continues.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
trail.
There's no
And
point.
the Shen still a very good support, even with the support changes that have come.
I mean,
into
I
the
think the
game.
3 MR thing is
So
really
many plays
whatever.
and
I don't
can also
even
be
think it's
the
really
flex for
significant
topside,
of a nerf.
topside Shen.
I think it
Not
is.
used
Mainly
as
because
frequently, but
mainly because it
definitely has some really
descales.
good
Like,
moments where you can go into it.
becomes
Yeah,
less
I don't
relevant.
expect it to be, if it does go for
Yeah.
Zazel, to be as
I don't
much
know.
I opened
of that road support with the
Pobe
changes
stream or
to
something, and he was
matchup
mentioning
really
Sorks has more
have this
pen.
kind
Was
of,
that on tier
negative
3 boot?
XP up to level
Both, I think.
5 now instead of level 3. That really changes how
See,
much you're able to roam
right
through
there,
with
that
one
already
level
negates the
6
buff
in a
as
timely
well.
manner. Let's see what the
Well,
Antlers are
almost.
giving us now
Yeah,
with
that's
the
true.
Gnar. Presumably
They
fine
nerfed
pick. I mean,
the
again, Shen
tier
could
3
go
mercs
top
as well.
lane, so they're going for the Gnar as a safer pick with Talia in the mid lane for Palafox.
Okay. Let's see the reveal here.
I feel like the tank boots were pretty strong, both sides.
I mean, if
Mercs and
Denethor can
plated.
have a good game, which I've been definitely impressed with Denethor, especially coming in as a tier 2.
Oh wait, they
player.
gave Silas another
Have
good
a strong
ulti? What the
game, then
fuck?
You've got, Nar,
Talia,
very strong side
dude,
laner
what a
with some
No,
sick
good
fucking
ult.
ult,
Gnar.
so maybe the Shen ultimate.
What an
won't be as
amazing
big of a
ult he's got
problem,
there.
but, if it goes the other way and Fudge
I guess they just figured he already has insane ults. What's one more?
Up to the
Fuck it.
Ambessa, and then Ambessa becomes side lane problem. Plus you've got
Yeah, I don't know if
Wukong
that's
and
great
Silas
logic,
here
but maybe.
I don't think so either.
Dives, so.
Gnar is like
Honestly, I like the Shopify
for sure
side.
Giga S
Talia
tier
locks are
Silas
quite
ulti.
nice versus Wukong versus Silas versus
Gotta be
Shen
the top
versus
5.
Champion versus Ambessa.
That
So we'll see about the
that one
positioning
dude
for
Petrosite
Palafox.
tweeted out a tier
He
list
might
of
be one
best
the
ults.
big difference makers. With Talia, E, as well as
What
the
else did he have up
Alistar
there with,
having,
assuming he had
The-
Gnar up there?
hard for some of these melee champions on Shopify
Let me
to
see.
play. We'll see if
He
that
had, like,
is
good
gonna be
rationale to
enough
it.
to hinder, all of this this dive with Silas,
Hey.
Wukong, and Shen.
Hey, wait, he
Palafox
doesn't
had
even
the
have
vote of
Gnar in S
confidence
tier.
from the
That's interesting.
audience.
Basically, it was
Toby
like
by a whole 1%.
the ones he put in
When we
S
asked
tier
them
were
during game one,
ultis
which
that are
mid laner
useful
would
even if you don't have
rather on
flash,
your team, Zinni or Palafox?
which is like
He got the
Shyvana,
dub. In
Malphite,
game one, he's
Fiddle,
got the big
Volibear,
stretch
Swain,
right
Amumu,
now.
Hecarim,
Zinni had the
Ahri,
kills, but he was not
GP,
able to
Ashe.
turn it into teamfight
I don't know if I
wins in the
necessarily agree
late
with all those
game.
because he has like
So
Nico
already
below. I feel
Palafox
like
has
Nico
the
is really
tools
insane.
to control the team fights yet again. Unraveled Earth, an incredible tool
Believe
to
that is
deal with
pretty
all
But I
good.
do
the
kind of follow the
dash
logic of
mobility that's on
like a
Shopify
Malphite ult
Rebellion
because you don't need flash to
so
get you
far.
out of
0-1.
it with Silas. You
Shopify
just fucking
Rebellion
Malphite ult them and they're
versus
dead.
Dignitas as we get into game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, that one's a
of our
little
ultimate
Shyvana's
grudge
crazy
match.
obvious. isn't it?
Well, if you're bringing it up again, I might as well vote again.
I haven't actually played Silas for Shyvana much recently. I played it a little bit when it was like really bugged. They did some changes to it. So I don't actually know how to judge how strong Silas is when he's turned into
as
Shiv.
Raz would call it,
he didn't kill it.
Is there a surprising one on that list that
No,
you wouldn't expect?
I did not
For
In the
sure.
S tier, I mean
Powerful.
Volibear, I wouldn't have thought is S tier. Ashe, I wouldn't consider S tier.
Yeah, it's fun.
Mm.
So you're stepping on
GP, I
Raz's
probably
face a lot.
also wouldn't say
Well, I
S
don't
tier.
like
It's
to
like
think of it
they're
that way.
good, but
No,
I would
just
put them
bring
like
Raz
I wouldn't put
wherever I
those
go.
above shit
Wow.
like Nico,
It's really
Kennen,
cool.
Gnar.
Would you rather, though, have Palafox or Zinni as your mid laner?
Maokai.
We're asking a question
Yeah.
here, Kobe. Do you think that
I haven't
your
seen
answer changed
Silas stealing
from game
GP
number 1?
all
Because you
in a
never even
while.
gave your answer.
Yeah,
Can't remember
my
his
answer
strength.
has not changed, and I'm not revealing it either.
Oh.
The
man,
dodge
mystery.
forward for FBI does not get taunted.
Hazel not quite
Surprised he
able to
just
connect
jumped
on
the gun
that
pressing
one.
that taunt there.
We'll see
Jesus.
as the second vote comes in, if the
He doesn't give a fuck.
vote will have skewed at any point. point there. Because again, like
he had him
it
cornered.
is a
He just
funny
walked
thing
into
that
him.
happened game 1. Zinni got all the kills, but Palafox
Like he should have
got the
too,
win.
because it's Alistair.
How much do you value winning
Shopify's not laughing, Kangas.
over a solid performance? Oh, now
Just
it's
take
like
any
really
fucking
in
fight, doesn't even
Palafox's
matter.
favor. Okay. I think some people change their mind.
Can't do
usually does
anything.
do that. We'll keep track of it here, though.
Or the Shopify fans all left after game number 1. Maybe that's what happened.
No, they're just going to jump ship after game 1, Kangas?
It's sad.
That's you.
It's
That's your people.
Hey, I don't claim them.
Where do you put Alice? You put Alistair Alt in S tier.
So you already jumped the ship, even before the first game.
Hey, I still had them highest on my power rankings for this split. I'll have you know.
The worst ones he had were Twitch, Cog, Zoe, Zach, Samira.
You're still in the boat or not on the boat?
I'm in the boat. I'm in the boat. B-Boy right now getting rocked in the boat.
Those do sound pretty useless.
Onto him, but the damage is traded right on back. That's Flash out of Ignar early. Dignitas' bot lane struggling.
And
I would definitely put Alistair a tier lower than the actual God ults.
Is a lot focused on.
Wait, sorry, his highest tier is S+, so S is technically the second tier.
Oh.
Why can't people just make tier lists fucking normally, man?
Probably just a dive attempt FBI-wise.
Just like
Was I with you when I was complaining about that? I literally complained recently as well.
I'm sure we've talked about it before, but it's so troll. People are like, this is Z+ tier, and then Z tier, and then Z- tier, then S, triple S++. I'm just like, what the fuck are you typing, dude?
Yeah.
But I love when supports do this. Zazel just
I'll accept S as like a highest tier, but just leave it at that. Like that's just the best tier, and then you go to A after.
At this point as a support, you're probably not going to buy
What the fuck is Z tier?
Maybe
Is that even a real thing?
You still have one of your starting potions, so
No.
I love
Or
just
is it
highlighting that
literally
when
like
supports just
it's like
try to
Dragon
optimize
Ball
their
or
time.
something.
Little back window for B-Boy. Zazel shows mid, comes right back bot, and we'll catch the XP with this wave alongside B-Boy.
I feel like even S tier is Dragon Ball. I don't know.
See the sights and sounds and smells.
Yeah, people use it to try to like
smells like Kobe.
add emphasis to just how strong something is, but I'm like, bro, that's what S is. Like S is the strongest.
Yeah.
This shit is relative power.
What's the humidity like in the
People just adding on layers to forge for fun.
Yeah, and eventually you get tier lists where it's like the lowest tier is A or something. I'm just like, I don't think you understand what this means.
It's fresh.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Like A would just be serviceable. Like good.
Solid answer. Just headbutt the B-Boy away.
You need trash tier.
And both of those junglers that we were talking about are heading down towards the bottom side. So we'll see on the reverse clears for them if they do make their visits.
Dude, I wouldn't even mind if people just got rid of S tier entirely and just A tier is the best.
But the jungles definitely were a big part.
That is a harder
of
sell,
game.
but
Dardoch
like
got player of the
that's
game
how fucking like grades and shit
had
work.
quite a strong performance.
Nobody's getting a
and
fucking
we'll
S in
see about
math.
This particular one because on the Trundle you have
S
a
for
lot of
suck.
dueling
Like
power.
A+, that
So
sounds clean as
oftentimes
hell for like the best thing in the game.
Especially in these pro matches, will get very
It's
aggressive
literally
with
just
the
power
Trundles
crept, power
and look
rankings.
for some invades and trying to make some plays off of their lanes that do have a significant amount of CC and things that they can set up with their pillar slow and then look to affect some of these extra lanes. But Dardoch, even though it gets
Z
scouted,
means
it's
they
fine.
play on a
Finish up
different
his next
axis
clear
slash break the game.
on the top side.
Oh.
Just goes back up
What
towards
does
his Krugs. He's
Z++
actually so fast on
mean?
clear, he has to wait for them to spawn. Now they have. So
Is that
Oh,
like
like
breaking the
even
fourth
doing that?
dimension?
there's one window where
The
I
sound barrier?
notice him up in that top lane try brush, but there's
Is
really
that
no
like you
angles
die
left.
IRL if you play
I
against
also
this
do
shit in
wanna note
game?
that the Shen is indeed roaming very heavily
Yes.
still,
Fuck.
despite the reduction in experience and the increased threshold up to level 5. A lot of the times, though, you'll notice Kangas, he's trying to
Like I'm not saying we shouldn't
his
use S tier.
return
Like
with the minion
that
wave
one's
crashing.
accepted, but
So he is avoiding a
I just
lot
think
of the scenarios,
anything
or at
else is
least
just
some of them. Where there's a decent amount of them
Right
dying.
there with you.
Perfectly, but he's getting back in the lane and helping out regardless. So that's a choke on the Ignar. It's
Agreed.
half health on the Alistair now. So I think Zazel overall is still playing this very well, showing you that you can roam.
And I would
still
consider
play
S
with the new
means like
changes.
I think the way TFT Academy does their tier list, granted I haven't played since like set 16, but oh, hold up, hold that thought. B-Boy's looking a little bit dead. Shit. I like the way TFT Academy did their tier list, where it's like there wasn't always an S tier thing. S literally means this thing is like overpowered. It'd be like in League, like you should not play against this champion. It is unfair and you'll fucking lose to it kind of deal. Not just like, yeah, it's the strongest, but you can play into it and beat it.
Dardoch was there first, and
Yeah.
Smite it, bro!
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't wait for the upgraded smite and then went for it? Oh, that is a little bit of a blunder. Wow, that is a crazy thing to do.
Oh.
Dude, what?
The crab will
That's a
turn
crazy
around
mistake to
even
make.
the best of plays. Contracts gets in there.
Smelled too good.
That looked pretty devastating.
Smite trigger finger. He's able to hit the smite, get the level 6.
No, I mean, like, literally the reason his gank worked is because he didn't delay his last camp to get the extra treat.
Gets the extra kills
but then he
here,
goes for the crab. I guess I can see why he would think he could get it because they got a kill, but like he would need his team full on there fucking zoning out Wukong.
And started
Figured they would.
Yep. Right when he died him the most.
But it didn't happen.
Again, level 5 from Contracts. And
they got pushed in.
Look at it. 7 Goblin
FBI's
He had the upgraded smite. It's not fair, Kangas. Yeah, it was still 7.
I mean, he even had camps he could have fallen back to get his upgraded smite.
He easily is able to take it.
Huh.
Nice, nice. Nice job. Really well played.
Yeah, really huge.
Let's go.
This is you.
All right.
Damn.
I
can see why he felt like he could get it, but that's...
And that signs a live Shopify rebellion because Dardoch had kind of ran away with game number 1. The start of game number 2 here was the gank bot lane, which gets first blood to FBI, but now
literally just
Contract
had
showing
to sack the wave.
They
probably even get like another good-ass fight.
Yeah, the tech for the smite upgrade is so critical, and everybody
really wanted it.
Jumped on that train.
Stayed
really
mid.
Nice move.
Too long.
Let's see, though. Now that Zinni does have an early kill with the Dark Seal stacks, having it purchased in time.
Yeah.
See if this Silas that is going to have a game that should be perfect. You've got an Alistar ult to steal. I mean, again, as we mentioned, the Taliyah rocks are pretty annoying sometimes, but they should be able to flank from lots of angles, the Shopify team.
Yeah.
They have so many flankers that they should be able to put that pressure on multiple angles here on the Dignitas team comp and see if they can push us to a 3rd game in the grudge match.
And you know what helps with a stun from the Unraveled Earth is a self-cleanse from the Alistar ultimate. Get all those resistances as well as removing the CC. That's going to be
he kept
3
saying on hit
though,
recently
to
too.
Contracts and the Rebels.
When Varus was randomly getting picked.
Contest from Dignitas who have a tiny
did
little gold lead for themselves. But the game
lane,
is
he would
still
do the
pretty much dead even. So now I'm going to say Shopify with that first neutral.
What's the item, the ulti thing?
Have a little lead.
Experimental.
Dragon's still up. Nobody's looked at that one yet. We haven't actually started it up. No one's currently on it. Dardoch's just on this bottom scuttle crab as he has a window here, but he will walk away and not start up the dragon.
Yeah, him and a level 6 Alistar roam time is definitely not something you want to fight really here for Shopify. Signar has to be a little careful though. When you're doing these roams, you don't want to give the free Alistar ultimate over to Zinni.
Denethor goes for the Gnar
Wow,
ultimate.
still hit? I guess Gnar got huge.
Dude, the hitbox on Ambessa ult for the people being near you is super fucked up.
But you saw
I've had a lot of times recently where I Ambessa ult and it just like does not take me to the right
Zinni,
place.
so he's not gonna
super
give
annoying.
it over super early on.
So it's not in your favor?
We'll see here as everything does calm right back down, teleports back up
Not
to the top side.
really. It'll be like
it's gonna put the extra
somebody's
pressure
running at me
towards the setup on
or
the
some
other
shit and I
side.
ulti them to try to like go behind them and get away, but it'll like put me closer to myself or like it'll put me backwards from where they were when I ulted. It's like where I end up sort of deal.
Gnar was level 6 because he just stuck in lane the entire time. Instead, it's going to be a reset here from Dignitas for their bot
This
lane.
is the
FBI
Eclipse
goes
buff
back in
batch.
and picks up the Youmu's first item completed for him. And we'll head right back to that bottom
How much?
side. Dardoch is just
What's the
having
buff
a
by?
power farm in the jungle still.
6% to 8%.
Can't get the interrupt on the recall there, so Zinni as well gets back to
It's pretty
base.
good.
Yeah.
He's got some burst damage, got his Merc Treads as well, too. So he's got alternators, got his Merc Treads. I mean,
Did
the
they
Silas
preemptively
in a
nerf
dragon
Ambessa?
fight definitely is going to be
Nah, her win rate's been
something
pretty
to watch
bad.
out for, as well as Contracts getting Trinity Force power spike here on Wukong.
Yeah.
It's like her item.
For the Wukong jungle. Suddenly you're able to
Yeah.
actually threaten a lot of damage now onto enemy squishies.
And he's looking
She's
for
50
Dardoch
now.
right now. I wonder if Contracts can find him. You see him on the top there if he even checks
50
Grudge.
years old.
But
older
Dardoch is
than
finishing
that.
them all up, so his timing is good.
Contracts waiting around. Will now walk up towards the Krugs.
Well, it's even
and will
buys
spot
Eclipse.
the
I feel like
reset.
there's
Ooh,
not
it's
many.
actually canceled by Dardoch.
It's like
He decides
maybe
to
Renekton.
walk into the brush instead.
Renekton will
Contracts with the
Zed
sweeper, walks back
did
up, but it's just
before
kind of being annoying
Voltaic.
onto
Would
Dardoch right
sometimes
now, who
buy
does
it.
not want that smoke currently, has not spent his gold
Lee
yet.
jungle.
So they have the Silas roam, but Taliyah can ultimate
Lee
as
jungle
well
gets it?
here from Powerfox. So let's see if they go.
Zinni's up here. The dive is coming in from Shopify.
Uh-oh.
Sometimes you see Jarvan jungle get it.
Denethor under turret, and he's just dead. The
wow,
Weaver's
that is
will come in, but Palafox not able to get
a lot of people
close
diving
enough.
his ass.
Teleport from FBI as well.
God, that was
Dignitas
free.
do not defend the play.
Just did it quick,
delete.
flashed
and I
in,
think the comps
gnarled.
probably were about defending the play because you had Talia ult over
As Silas.
and teleport was channeled very quickly, but it doesn't matter, not quick enough. That Gnar got splatted against the wall, Kangas, instantly.
Had the flash available, but did not have the window to do it fast enough. And then, yeah, the answer from Dignitas was just too slow. Zeyzal even comes in with the Stand United to keep his team topped off. Successful dive means that now some tempo play for Shopify Rebellion on the Rift. Dignitas have gone for a whole reset here. They're sending Palafox topside, their bot lane mid, and now Denethor into that bottom lane.
Yeah, we're going to rotate over, keep Zinni in a side lane.
Boing,
a long
boing,
lane there
boing,
for
boing.
Silas up to the top side of the map would be quite nice. You know, he has his teleport ready, and so they easily can
feel like
try and contest on Dragon.
This Wukong being 2-0
Honestly,
is
too,
Monka as fuck for Gig.
Dignitas going to have a hard time kind of retake vision. They put so much effort for the last like 5
really
minutes.
Wukong's like the highest win rate
Constantly
jungler in
roaming
Solo
behind
right
that
now.
dragon,
This champ is just
constantly
crazy.
refreshing their vision. But because of the quickness of the previous play there from Shopify, now
Did something
swapping everything back
change to affect him?
A lot more priority for
Positively.
I mean, he's been good. He got a buff
some vision set
a few
up
patches
of their
ago. He's
own
been
around the
high
approach.
win rate,
They're
and
not gonna start the
then
dragon
I don't know.
immediately. That's an engage from Ignar instead.
I guess the
Contracts.
jungle item
Crush
scales
will
with your
land
bonus
only
armor more, and
onto
he
Zeyzal,
gets a
and
lot
now
of
the
bonus
engagement
armor,
for
so his
Fudge.
clear
The
speed's
public
slightly faster.
execution onto the carry. FBI is just down. B-Boy with the kill. Curtain call onto Dark.
Wow.
Guys under the turret to Zinni. Shopify find 2 quick kills in the jungle.
Actually, I didn't look at the gold. They
They're
weren't
the
even up
ones with
much.
a grudge to settle this
Sorry.
time
Nice.
around. Kangas,
Dead
game
game.
number 2. They're blasting Dignitas. They do give
I'm not a fan of
some
Trundle right
area
now.
on the top
I think
side of
he's
the map
just-
that Talia left up there.
I would only want to play Trundle if they
is
have
gonna
an
be able to
actual
get,
like
I think
reliable
he got 1
Giga tank.
turret plate from the
Like
beginning
Ornn,
of it.
Sion, Rammus.
Since they have
Yeah.
already knocked off a couple there.
They don't have
and
somebody
was able to push in,
good
but
to ulti. You're
it's
actually just
definitely
not very
big for
useful.
Shopify to get the kills, get the dragon for
I think it
themselves
was-
as well. I mean, really
What
nice.
was it? I
snipe
was
there
watching
from Fudge.
MSI.
Yeah.
There was
Roams
some
up the
really
river.
weird Trundle prio
Boom, that Varus is
there
toast.
as well.
Public
It
execution
made no
directly
sense.
onto the Varus.
Like it was similar
Flash
shit.
available still, just not able to do it fast enough. The trigger pull of Shopify
It's not like they
Rebellion
were
is too
picking
quick
it for
the
any
reaction
particular
time of
reason. It's like,
Dignitas
yeah, this
so
is the
far in this
jungler.
game number
Like,
2.
okay.
And that means an early lead here
Nobody
for
can
Shopify
beat me in a
Rebellion. They
level
have
2
the
all
dragon,
in.
1,000 gold plus the 3 grubs. Things are landing heads for Shopify.
Me
Yeah, you
smash,
can
me
tell,
chomp.
that FBI's camera was directly over
Oh, yeah, I
the
got
gym.
counterpicked
So
by
let's
Kindred.
walk through this from FBI's view, and you can talk about why he does not flash this, because he's clearly looking at the skirmish, so he goes for the change of corruption, and then he pushes his E right on the Shen, as even though the Ambessa is on the Scuttle
He
Crab.
had
Got that.
flash and he's just getting hit by natty Ambessa ults. Like, I feel like that's pretty unacceptable after the nerf.
Nice job there by
Yeah,
Fudge
yeah, it is.
approaching, and now he gets snared, and now
Oh,
he gets
and he's dead.
murdered.
It should be like a 1 out of 10 if you're getting hit by that or something. If you
Got
didn't
hit
see
by
her,
the
or like you're
deadly
distracted by other shit,
flourish.
to be more likely.
And
But
it was deadly indeed. It is a bigger
Ambessa
lead
just sitting
now
there and
for
pressing R on you
Shopify.
and hitting you when you have flash.
FBI
That's
is wishing he
That's
was gonna
pretty
be able to
big.
dodge
Yeah.
some of these things.
I mean,
He
if you
just
flash
pissed,
Deadly
chilled, and
Flourish,
took it.
then maybe you get away, but Contracts had such a good approach there with the Cyclone regardless. That's just tough for Dignitas.
And then he died
Ooh.
again immediately.
As Shopify come into life here in game number 2. A reminder, they'll be on the road with C9 Lion and Team Liquid for our little road show there. The remaining teams playing their match next week. B-Boy right now, alone in the jungle. That's a shutdown
And they
for
got a kill back.
Dignitas.
This is
Okay.
classic League of Legends phenomenon, Kangas, we call the AD carry humiliation
Exist
ritual.
mid,
Getting picked in
die.
the mid lane.
As, both AD carries get
You
a
do
little
it,
taste
then
of
I
it.
do it. That looked
Yeah.
like fun.
Yeah, B-Boy,
Give me a
he's got
turn.
flash too. Ha ha ha.
You know, you gotta point it out. If we're gonna point out for one, we gotta point out for the other. Yeah, that's
Guess
unbiased
Jin did.
broadcast.
These AD
It's
carry
even.
players, they're all like, don't put mages
Yeah,
down here.
complaining about the meta, complaining about flashes, saving it for the next game.
Wait, they're
Dignitas with that
contesting.
pick will go straight to the Herald.
They want the
Pick
smoke.
that one up, so
Oh.
neutral objective for them now. As Zinni actually jumps onto Denethor
Ooh,
here,
good
steals an
flash.
R ultimate, does not get the
Wait, Zinni?
the ult into the
Hold
wall.
up.
Denethor has a flash available.
Oh, he got
Shopify
away.
can get away now. Dignitas
He's zooming.
can't find a hard engage, so no kills either way. It's just the objective for Dig.
I've definitely died a lot as Silas, just like
Just
overextending to
the
grab somebody's ult. Like you E at them, and you put it out to grab their
Dignitas
ult,
goes into the
and you're like,
hands
oh wait,
of
fuck, I can't get away.
Meanwhile, though, whenever you're going
Yeah,
for
I mean,
that, the
he was trying to
lane
immediately
push
use
in
it
on
too.
bottom side, plus a little turret plate action there for Fudge. Honestly,
That's actually what happens to me against
don't feel
Ash a lot,
too
which is
bad
why I was
about
surprised
it.
Asphalt was an S tier, because like
B-Boy and FBI
it's
can
typically an
have a deal
engaged
there in
tool,
mid
but
lane now.
when isn't
Nobody
Ash
else
just
is
letting you
running
walk
plays.
up to her and grab her
Just
ult
let
like
us
that?
lady carries
She's so long range, and a lot of
flash on
times
each
trying,
other.
she'll just start slowing the
That's
shit
what they
out
were
of
saving
you.
them for. It's actually for the 1v1.
Grabbing
try
it
and
mid fight's
outplay
kind of
here.
whatever.
Yeah.
Not bad, but I would
B-Boy
not call that
flashes
shit
forward to
S
try and get
plus
that
tier.
fourth auto into the chain of corruption. I was trying to visualize it in my head. Right
Yeah,
now.
I don't think I would put it S tier either.
Ignore, get out of there.
Did he not put
You're not supposed
Varus
to be in the bot or the mid lane here.
up there?
Zazel
Varus
takes Blasco over the
was
spot. Dardak over the reset, drops a ward down. There's nobody
not
from
the
Dignitas
top
in
tier.
this
I think it
top
was the
lane
second
right
tier.
now. They're instead looking bot. It's going to be a race for the turret. Shopify
Yeah,
have multiple
Varus
members
was
hitting
second
that
tier.
top one. Dignitas with 2 members hitting this bottom one.
So I would say
One plate
Varus
remains for Dig.
is
Can't
just
see the top one here.
better
so
than
who gets it
Ashhold.
first? Looks like Shopify Rebellion. We'll get that first turret.
I think it's
Well,
situational
yeah,
though,
good
because I mean
old-fashioned
it's a
tower
slow
race.
ass
Yeah.
projectile.
Check out our split push cameras.
Dignitas kind of gave up on it, though, I will say.
Guaranteed value.
One person hitting it at the very end.
Ah, you gotta give it your all the entire time.
I know.
I think the way this dude plays Silas is pretty different from most
Well, I guess
people,
they did get
in the sense
there
that
at
like
the very
he's
But look at that.
a much bigger
you know,
fan of
Ziggy's
the
not
like
giving up on the top side. He went
Q-Max,
all the way to the
Electru,
secondary
like one-shot
tower
you
up there.
Silas more than the
He
like
finished the
Conquer
race. He
Drain
was like,
stuff.
I'm gonna do another race.
Yeah.
Let's
Mm-hmm.
He's
on
that
racing
could
and
probably
pacing,
influence it a
you
bit.
know? Plotting the course. All right, Dragon 30 seconds here. That's the next focus as Zazel is
Oh.
able to block away the chomp from Dardoch, but the pillar comes up. It's gonna be
Electrocute
Shatter Dash
Ash
from
arrow
away,
proc.
Not getting picked in the jungle is step number 1 for support on their warding path.
I mean, I could.
Now
You
it's
could
Zinni
probably
actually
one-shot people. You
jumping
just
straight into
Ash
the
ult
mid
them,
lane, seals
fucking
away the chain
E,
of
Q,
corruption.
E2,
The rest
dead.
of Dignitas are fighting in the river
Yeah.
here. Zinni throws it out, will land it onto the
Oh,
jungler.
not that
Dardoch,
hard
the
to land.
focus here.
Oh,
That's
wait,
exhausted on the
Contracts is
Contracts, who has to
ulted.
cycle
He,
it
oh
away.
god,
Denethor,
that's
meanwhile,
a
joins in
disaster.
on the flank.
That is an
Shut down
absolute
onto
huge
Contracts
disaster.
for Palafox.
Denethor?
Nar's
Welcome
getting
back,
kited.
says
He's taking no
Palafox to his
damn.
old jungler. Already dead.
Nar
out
actually
of
just
the
jumped
gray
into 4
screen
people
here.
and just
Dignitas with 1
not
kill.
threatened at
And
all.
Look at the dragon.
What the hell?
Nicely done here,
Okay.
Dignitas. They defend the mid lane this time. FBI,
Wow.
he ran. He scrambled
Shopify was
out of
so
that
disconnected
lane
there.
As Zinni was running at
It's
him.
a
He
true
stole his
even game.
ultimate, But then as FBI
Didn't even need a
scrambled
flash.
Wukong going in
FBI
first is
scrambled back to
always
his
cooked.
tower with it
I
just
swear.
As Ghost Blade active. And then Zinni,
Yeah. You gotta treat him like
fires off the
cannon or
engage. They
something.
think, oh, the fight's probably going to be good for us now if I can hit the chains of corruption, and Contract's committed to it. But that was onto a tanky Trundle.
Yeah.
And so nice little turn there.
Ooh, public execution goes wide from Fudge. Zinni will commit onto Denethor still. Who's
And-
still mini and will go down.
And
Ignar
he's
cannot
dead.
save his top
Wow.
laner. Successful gank top for Shopify.
Nice counter here. Shopify not going to take that previous team fight.
And he's
loss
gone.
line
Oh my
down.
God.
They make a cross map play. So here's what we're talking about. You're running FBI off the top on the top side, uses the Ghost Blade. And
The
then they
replay
think, okay, we're gonna
takeover,
get a good fight here.
the
But
whole
look
screen.
at the teleport by Raptors as well.
I mean,
Contracts fully commits in there. He gets exhausted though, and they kill him.
it was
While
just
Denethor
awkward, I
goes
guess.
straight for B-Boy.
Fudge
Dinar
was-
with a massive
Did he not have
health
TP'd
pool, was able to
earlier?
create so much space
His
for the
TP was
rest of the
super late.
team that, yeah, they just delete
Maybe it wasn't
that
up or something?
Wukong as soon as he committed in.
I was looking at it again.
and then
Contract's
they're able to
angle looked pretty
follow up
reasonable.
with the dragon
They
for
didn't see Denethor
themselves
TP
to
behind.
also even up the
Get on
dragon
Jin.
count.
Denethor has had a fantastic
He got
2
hit by the
games
Varus
now. I
ult
know
over
he's
the
only
wall.
0-2-0, but those types of plays are what give us some excitement for these rookies coming into the league. Like, he was able to come back from a deficit against Fudge in game number 1, and already coming back here in game number 2. That was a fantastic teleport flank.
I particularly enjoyed when we hear from Denethor as well, you know, during pros and in the interviews afterwards, when he is very, very dedicated and committed to improvement. You know, as a tier 2 player, paying his own way to go to Korea to, you know, play in Korean solo queue, improve his own gameplay, always focusing on
that
how
you went
he
to
can play better
Korea?
on all of his teams. And,
Holy.
you know, constantly looking for
Korea?
to be the next big
Korea.
thing in the LCS, and Dignitas have definitely been rewarded for bringing in both Denethor and Dardoch.
Yeah.
And
Immersed himself in the
there
culture.
you go.
Yeah, but which D
So,
is bigger?
my
Which is the
question
bigger
In the
D?
solo
Denethor
queue.
or
The
Dardoch?
analyst test was referring to them as the double Ds, but Dardoch has 2 Ds in his own name, and as we we heard earlier, DD God, you know, is one of his monikers in solo queue. So does he count for 2Ds himself? is it in fact triple Ds?
And
Doc being two of them.
let's raise the stakes more, Cody. Will anybody else on Dignitas name
I don't think you can say
change
triple Ds for
to
two
add
people.
another D?
That's
I'm thinking Dignar. That's got a good
too
ring
weird.
to it, you know?
Dalafox.
Yeah, it's just double Ds.
DBI. Nah, that one
Does that stand for something weird or
yeah,
bad? I don't know.
I don't know. It's always scary when you just throw those ones out there. I don't know what I just said.
Acronyms. Oh.
When you learn a word from a different language, you're like, I don't know what I just said. Hopefully it was broadcast appropriate. Speaking of broadcasts, though, remind to get your tickets now. We're going to be at the Gas South Arena. Are you gassed up, Kobe, for the Gas South Arena?
But I guarantee you, I will be.
That's good. That's good. You're conserving the energy right now.
You can't just go around always gassed up.
But don't conserve your wallets. Get your tickets right now. Scan that QR code. Come say hi. We're getting gassed up.
We got the speed gin build.
Zazel and Zinni right now.
Yeah, I was seeing that.
Dardoch. He takes away the Raptors. FBI.
No rapid fire.
To get in towards his jungler, but Zinni's just committing.
Wait, did Zinni just Trundle ult?
Is now Chain of Corruption on to
Dardoch ulted his ass.
But he fancies himself.
He's just killing him.
Bro, he waited so long on that.
Into the stasis,
Wow.
but Palafox with Weaver's Wall will be enough.
Yeah, he did.
I could see wanting to delay it a little bit because
Zinni,
once Zinni's Trundle ult runs off, he'll be like super negative MR.
Yeah,
I don't know. I really just think Trundle's undertuned right now as a champion.
He was just like, you know what? I'm
I think when Trundle's good, he doesn't die like that.
Fine.
You know what I mean?
I'm fighting to the death then.
Kind of just
I'm
got blasted in the
I'm gonna
ass.
fight to the death with you. And
Did
Ignar
eat some gin ults there too.
They do go
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's just running at you, ulting someone, and just beating ass. That's literally Trundle's
not like a huge
thing.
one
It's like his
or
comfort
anything,
zone.
Yeah.
but a little bit.
He can't do that, then
extra
he's
to
just not
FBI.
worth picking in my mind.
Yeah, that is more gold for the
He
side
is
of
useless.
Dignitas. Happy you point that out. Still gold lead overall for Shopify Rebellion. Only 1,000 though. Not even close to insurmountable for Dignitas, who've done a good job of stabilizing the game that seemed like it was getting a little away from them. 30 seconds until this next dragon though. Denethor will get this top turret before the objective spawns. This is when we see teams again start to go for their resets, spend the gold that they just picked up, get the wards down. Zazel doing that right now.
Yeah, getting some really deep vision here through the blue quadrant of the jungle leading up. I mean, Hextech Dragons, so nice. Hextech Soul, so nice. When you have a Varus in the game, a Jhin in the game, these long
Let me see if
range
it's
applications.
popularized,
That's like
this gin
lethality
build.
Varus's ideal Dragon Soul. That
See if
or
people
maybe
are
Infernal.
doing it.
Just be able to get that extra oomph on all of your Qs you throw out. 3 items completed.
Is it an
Meanwhile,
oomph or a
yeah.
crackle with
Ooh,
the lightning?
that's
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Because it makes a distinct noise. I don't think
Those
I can
are
replicate
two.
it. But
So on
you
Game of
wanna
Legends
try
top regions,
that proc of the Hextech
he's
Soul.
Well, we won't
most
be
common
hearing it for
item,
a while, as Soul's still
Yomu's,
far
then
away
Rapid
from
Fire,
both
then
teams,
Stormrazer,
but
then IE.
Dignitas in the river. Shopify have a big
I'm
flanker
looking at
from
OP.
Zinni and
It,
Zazel, but it's
it is
spotted
the build
on a
on
ward.
OP.
That's gonna be pulled back
Oh,
out of
Zinni. Uh-oh,
Silas in
that's
some
not
trouble here,
good.
trying to steal away
Gets
one of
out.
the ultimates, but Chains of
Wow,
Corruption will now
really
lock
gets
up
out from that
Zazel.
spot.
Zinni's out of there.
Interesting.
Shopify mid laner chunks down to below half and does not have the Zoni's Hourglass
He's
anymore.
got like significantly more games over the next builds.
Valuable
Switch some
pick
Razor.
from Dignitas, but they don't kill him, so there's still a fighting chance.
Shopify can reapproach. Zinni has the flank and he has the
Maybe
Alistair
IE just
ultimate this
sucks.
time
Like that one thing
around.
you're
A big
mentioning.
one to survive the
You're like,
fight.
I don't get the
Zonias,
math,
you
but
just
maybe
need
it's
the
just
flank
not
guy
good.
from behind who now
I would
spots
believe it. I don't
Zinni.
know, dude.
Fudge also has a flank angle. That is Dragon secured for Dignitas. Dardoch picks it up. Ignar could be sacrificed for it as he's running away from the rest of the team. Shopify do not get the dragon,
Goodbye,
they'll just get
Ignar.
the kill.
They'll just get the cow.
They'll get the beef.
You will be
He was
remembered.
corralled into the back of the dragon pit here at the end, but
I feel
that's
like there's a lot of gens who don't actually know how to use his
are
ulti.
willing to pay.
Yeah.
Ignar there, he
Like,
went to zone the rest of them
They're just
out,
using it
so
too soon
he
in
knew
fights.
There's a possibility that this mission is a one-way mission.
Because you're just like, if I don't push hard, then I don't get to use it. But I mean,
Salute the cow. Thank
okay,
you
but
for
if
your
you
service,
do push
Ignar.
it, you can't actually fight.
But it was all because of that pick that, you know, Ignar
Especially
as
with
well
this
was able to
speed
start.
build
You know,
thing.
he's the one with the hex
Like
flash out of
actually,
the
so
brush
much
to
of the
get
emphasis
the
is literally
initiation onto the
having the
Silas. They got
mobility
Zinni's
in the fight.
Zonia's into flash
Like,
and
they're
flash
supposed to be
away, so
attacking.
Zinni was able to escape. Lost
I guess the reason this build is even done at all. Like, it's not for your ultis.
I'm curious what I think I just need to watch some LCK Jhin games and see what they're doing or like how he's being played, or if it's even the fact that
look for that type of
Is he even relevant to this
flash for
chess?
quite a while still. Definitely expect Zinni to pull off more.
Because I agree. I feel like opening up in a fight with your ulti is pretty fucking useless.
Highlighted how impactful that can be in team fights.
Yeah, it would only be good for like an actual
at the
pick.
beginning of the team
Yeah.
fight,
Or if your ult's gonna legit full kill somebody, but it just doesn't.
Eyes on Zinni to clean up the form
Yeah,
a little
or
bit
if you just
here
can't auto for whatever
the team to do
reason.
due diligence and clear out those wards. That was a great ward to spot the TP flank from Zinni to begin with. Dardoch now on invade here, looking at the Raptors yet again. I want to say this is the second, if not third, Raptor he's taken away. He doesn't want contracts to eat his nuggies.
We are the for fun Jin Zoomer man.
That is the camp most frequently stolen.
It is?
It is by far the camp most frequently stolen.
Well, I mean, even
Did you
mid-laners
see,
go in there and take him. It's ridiculous.
Tarek announced no more watch
They're too
parties.
squishy. It's too
For Vala or what?
I mean, they're just too
Yeah.
easy to order. Dardoch
Did
here
he say why?
is across enemy vision.
Not really.
And trying to poke his little head around, but
It's like I'm gonna keep this short.
his
I'm
whole
done.
team is on resets right now, and they're both side lanes are getting
Interesting.
pushed in. So this is not a great timer for Dignitas.
I mean, I don't.
Both side lanes are.
I don't really follow Valorant whatsoever.
I
don't know. I heard he was like the biggest. I don't know if he's casual level
out of there.
or what.
He was initially.
Plus the seismic shove, but Zinni jumps straight
Oh,
in onto FBI.
fuck.
Fudge with the public execution.
Goodbye,
Shopify
FBI.
Rebellion find their man. And that's 80 carry down on Dignitas.
Nice move.
He was
here
like
from
the
Shopify.
second person
Because
to
they had
take
those
over the
side lanes
broadcast
pushed
after
in,
like
it was
Shroud.
being answered by the Talia on the
I heard
side,
Shroud
so
hasn't streamed in a
Valfox is
few
not
weeks.
there, even though you start chaining teleport. We've seen time and
Oh,
time
yeah.
again the teleport channel time.
I saw him like on Tarkov, but not streaming. Like
In now from Igniter.
5 days ago or
Rest of
something.
the team,
I was
another
like, what the
level
fuck?
rise, but Zinni takes away the Alistar ultimate. They just
taking a
dive
break's
the turret.
pretty
What
normal.
turret? It's already gone. Now contract
kind of
slipped
rough in the
away from
streaming
Denethor's
world, but
engage. That would be
for
flash
mental
out of
health reasons, I feel like
Wukong,
it's
but
good.
another kill to Shopify plus the mid turret. They got a 3,000 gold lead
Yes,
now at
it's
28
definitely-
minutes.
They just have so many avenues.
maybe you're not the
for
right
the-
guy to ask. How, you probably have some of the most hours streamed on Twitch of like
All
anybody.
these champions. Okay, so let's take another
Yeah.
look at this again.
Yeah, probably.
So even with the spell shield down here for FBI, Zinni gets it off.
What's the
into
longest
deadly
break you've
flourish.
taken in the
You don't
last
get
like
to move.
10 years?
Instantly deleted. With
like
all of the
literally
dive
from
that they do
streaming.
have, and
Yeah,
then
just
as Zenithor arrives,
the
it's
longest
like, well,
amount of
party's
time you've gone
already
without
over.
streaming.
Yep. Go home, I guess. Yeah. Called it off. Had to
I don't know. I
invites for next
might literally have just been like 2 days for
FBI 's like,
travel or
I'm
something.
not coming to this one. No, you guys start the party. Maybe I'll come late after everyone.
I
used a
literally
lot of
just
their-
did that too.
Yeah. Show up after the party.
Yeah,
play
I
some
just
board
took my
games.
longest
Yeah,
break.
Yeah, you're the after party guy.
That's why I missed the first series today.
Right there.
These 80 carries,
Yeah.
though, yeah, it is tough when
Bro
there's
is a
so many
grinder.
tools that the enemy team does have to dive upon them, even with a spell shield, but annihilated there, and nicely done from Shopify. They're continuing to push this pace, grow their gold lead.
That's a lot of
and they should
traps in
be
the
able
mid lane,
to
goddamn.
get the next Hex Tech, but
Zinni all alone on the side here. Rocket Belt does get him away. Flashes the seismic shove.
Oh.
And a flash commit from Denethor, not able to land the Gnar
Hate when
ultimate.
that
Zinni gets
happens.
to safety, but
Wait,
now he goes
and then he goes back in. Wait, Zinni's cooking.
He's got B-Boy
Oh my
behind
God.
him, and Zinni
Holy
fancies
shit.
the fight. Shopify Rebellion get onto the back line. Fudge
just started to go in
He
solo.
flashes this
Yeah,
time,
he
but he
did.
still goes down.
Oh,
Zinni with another
God.
one.
SGG.
And a double
Absolute
kill to B-Boy.
disaster. Holy
Shopify
fuck.
Rebellion find a triple for the 80
kinda
carry
crazy.
right at
I
the
know.
entrance to Barrett.
Even
that
just getting
is
out
Zinni's
was
best
like
clip since he
so
has
bad for
joined
them,
the
and then he just goes back in and
LCS,
fucking
man.
kills them all.
Holy!
Yeah.
What an escape, and he turns with the stolen Gnar ultimate. Zinni has arrived.
Who needs to escape when you can just turn the fight? Zinni says the only way out is back in. He liked those odds.
Okay, be honest. Who of you in chat voted for Zinni? Everybody switch sides.
Who held the line? Let's look at it
Everybody
again.
switch
I've been
sides.
saying from the
Man.
beginning that
But look
Zinni's
at this. Okay,
legit
he
goated.
flashes the seismic shove, dodges away
Yeah.
the Gnar.
Okay, but
barely
like-
got long range
Okay, that was a pretty bad
there.
Varus
FBI
ult.
also kind of misses his
Varus
ultimate,
ult
so,
misses,
you know, a little
Gnar
bit of
flash
column A, a
ult
little bit of column
misses.
B, but the turn back in is just freaking beautiful from Zinni, and his team wipes Dignitas. They're gonna
FBI's
be
charging
able
a
to
Q,
grab
gets
the
Ambessa
Baron
ulted.
afterwards as well.
Oops.
And that might put a wrap on game number 2 to push us to a critical 3.
Almost there. Can I go top? Yeah, you can.
Can I go top?
As now he's alone again. Oh, they just can't stop this guy. Those Weaver's walls are just
show him in the comms, but it's his team screaming.
In there and turn the play yet again. Ignor's limping away with the unbreakable will. Will survive that time, but that's right out of a replay into another Weaver's wall onto Zinni.
Giving Silas
again, he's showing, hey, you don't mess with me,
all
man.
of the good ults in the game's
right
not
Yeah,
great.
This angle was too good for the Silas, and Zinni is really making them regret it. Dignitas trapped inside their own base, being attacked on all sides here by these buffed up cannon minions. And Shopify should be able to whittle down these outer towers.
What was a relatively close game has now exploded. 9,000 gold lead for Shopify Rebellion as Ignar goes for another engage. It's exhaust onto Zazel, but Contracts with a re-engage. Cyclone's available, B-Boy dominating.
Looking very
and
GG.
into the back line goes Zinni.
Yep.
Shopify's mid laner has the Gnar ultimate. He could
Jhin
look
wins.
to jump further. Not going to go for it this time around. It's just going to be
1K
one inhib.
bounty.
Another in the mid lane here, but Shopify Rebellion with the Baron buff will push the wave in. Contracts knocked back by Palafox. First Nexus turret falls. Second inhibitor will follow. Dignitas have a 3-man defense against Shopify Rebellion, but they got no Nexus turrets left. Shopify's mid laner steps up big in game 2. It's a 1-1 series.
Episode
Actually
number
close
2
series.
of the Ultimate Grudge match here in this series is the chapter of Zinni. Analyst Des, is Zinni your player of the game, or is Zinni your player of the game?
Zinni is my player of the game.
Are there like less weeks of regular season or anything? Or
Actually come out and have a good performance.
it's like standard?
7 weeks. The schedule is
I was getting bored after the Annie game.
is mostly standard, except on week 5, it's going to only be half the teams play, and they each play 2 games, and then week 6 will be the road show where the other half the team plays.
But like, what is
Dad is mad.
Should be like the high tier teams down in Mexico. Should be kind of hype.
I want
the
the story.
The last game.
But you lock Silas Trundle after Varus.
I'm just curious if like
they locked in Silas.
having a losing record at this point is doomed or not.
Locking in Silas?
It could be, but we can't access champion select, so we might as well talk about it while we're showing this play. For me, this is something that the observer
I tuned into LEC
there's so
earlier.
much action happening that it's hard to catch.
He was like
something
Fnatic
this.
was
So let's just
0-3
watch
or
it here,
something.
By the way, this is the lead up
Talking
to
about
the level 6 fight.
similarly doomed they might be.
Dignitas, then looked really good for Shopify Rebellion. I'm focusing in on Contracts because he does the trick that we talked about at the beginning of the year.
0-3 doesn't even look that bad, but I guess if the season's short, makes sense.
And so what does he do? He waits. He waits. He waits. He keeps
Literally
waiting.
3 fucking matches.
Keep waiting.
Keep waiting.
5:30. He now has
Upgraded smite.
He has upgraded smite.
Dude, they're talking about this like this is new. This shit has been going on since like
Zazel, hearing the comms very
I was
loudly,
literally doing this
super
like day
confident,
2 after the
walks
changes
into fog,
this year.
which starts the bad moments here.
This
for
is
Shopify
absolutely
Rebellion.
nothing
so while They
new.
lose, B-Boy,
I assume
Contract's
every
like,
jungler
I
knows
ain't
about
giving
this.
up. You think I'm giving up this Skull Crab? Hell no.
Yeah.
Now let's look at the perspective of Dardoch, because he doesn't think this is going to be contested. We just took out your 80 carry. Why would I lose this might? Now, yes, he gets a glimpse of the Wukong, but he sees 3 men, and he still loses.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Palafox just going back mid here just sells the fuck out of
I
it.
wanted to zoom back into this fight because
Yeah.
take a look at the perspective.
He went back so early.
Now, this is the nightmare of all junglers.
Yeah,
To lose
it's
a
super
level 6
awkward.
fight just because
I
of
kind of get
smite.
why he
One
doesn't want to
jungler
just
had
face
the
check
smite, the other one
Silas,
did not. It
Wukong
didn't
sitting
even
there.
matter that the 80
Well,
carry didn't even participate.
They just showed it, like, he actually had the position.
That one, that
And then he,
was very
like,
depressing.
yeah, he went back mid without, like, there was a timer where he could have stayed longer without the wave actually just even dying.
Why would I lose this might? Now, yes,
Yeah, I mean,
of the Wukong, but
he definitely would have
he
lost
still
some of
loses
the
at
wave, but
700.
his team could have just escorted him back, which I think would have been better.
Turn around, so it was not being helpful, and I wanted
Yeah.
to zoom back into this fight because
It's surely awkward as hell, though.
Take a look.
I feel like
Perspective,
Dardoch
level
probably
6.
should have just
This is the nightmare of all junglers.
conceded this.
To lose a level 6
If
fight
you don't
just
have
because of
vision, at
smite.
least.
One jungler
I think if
had
he
the
had
smite,
vision
the
on
other
Wukong the
did
whole
not.
time, it would have been
didn't
okay.
even matter to the 80
But,
carry
like, you
didn't
just
even
absolutely
participate in
cannot
any of it.
let him do that.
So,
Because
that
junglers,
one-
like, it is
that
so
one
worth
is very
Wukong just
depressing.
flashing to smite that.
He's going back
People will
to
do that a lot.
Is that a play that you wanted to look at?
Yeah, go to 12, like 40.
I think him can shade it. Like, not super recently, but a while back, where like
and then, yeah,
he did that shit to me. He like flashed shoulder crab.
I think
And then we just all fucking died afterwards.
They're like, okay, we're gonna.
I was like looking at my second monitor. I assumed I just had it for free, and then he just
lines,
fucking
and Ignar goes
flashing
in,
linked
and
it. I was like, whoa, what the fuck?
Like they can just
Looking at
back
your
off
second monitor.
They
yeah, I
realize
was
that
like,
there's people
fucking
here.
I'm just taking the crab. Don't think he's here.
Started tabbing out, messaging all the girls.
Fudge is already
you know,
rotating, and
normal
crucially,
Indian things.
Sneaky's
Alpha
mom.
does not have TP, so he cannot join this fight. And they know that. So because Fudge has such an early rotation on this play, it actually ends up costing them a lot. Because to me, this is the fight that actually ends up snowballing Shopify in the game. They immediately kill off FBI. He didn't
while he flies in from the E. God damn.
Zinni kills off Dardoch. This allows them to pick up first Drake.
Yep.
And it's actually a really crucial turning
You
point.
would think it's the girls, but it's 100% RuneScape. We have word.
Ignar, just because Dignitas did not have TP
Meteos?
advantage.
Raz, what are you doing to me, man?
Why would I be tapping into RuneScape during a league?
Yeah, he is.
It's cool.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
He's alone.
Oh,
it's a
no.
1v4, Jack.
No, I don't.
1v4.
I feel like if I had RuneScape open during a league game, I guess it was Gemstone Crab.
You missed all your spells.
Right when I think I'm out, they pull me back in.
He's already just hard AFK
Change
those.
right back in. The Gnar ulti on 3 goes golden.
Bro, the fact that they picked Gnar after already giving them, I guess they tried to say like, I mean, if you want even more perfect ultimates, you can have more perfect ultimates. Would you like them, Zinni?
Zinni did like them.
Let me grab.
I really hate this draft. I
really loved it.
I'm hating it so much.
I feel like the more you see the game, the more you're just like
how
seeing
easy
red
it was
about
for
the
Zinni.
draft.
Like that last play, super cool.
Yes.
But you showed the first play, that was Contrast getting 6. Zinni made it in there. Second play, that was Fudge landing a good ult. Zinni just like pressed a couple buttons on Dardoch to get the kill. Yeah, the silence was the most important thing in the game, so therefore Zinni gets player of the game. I think Dignitas wins game 3. They was going to draft better. I think that draft was so bad.
Mm-hmm. Well, look, you're saying draft. I'm saying play. Zinni, 84%.
I agree. Congratulations, Zinni. When you're up, you're up. But
this
soon
is the Zinni that we wanted to see. Emily?
There you go. I mean, I am like, I feel like we still haven't necessarily seen the Zinni that we
I've seen it.
to see,
That was promised.
But he did,
yes.
yeah, just based on watching him in LCK Challengers. But I think the big thing to me is just him increasing his comfort level with the team, right? Because he is going to play very far forward. He is going to go for these like very risky angles a lot of the time. And I think it's been a tug of war between him and the rest of the team and kind of trying to talk out where they
Zinni's
find
first pog
common
all
ground
year,
in
really?
those plays.
Yeah.
And in
Maybe.
here, in this game, I feel like they found common ground. It was a very crucial point.
And I just wanted to see Zinni on something that was like had
Zinni's first
Last
positive
game was
KD
already, this
all
game is
year.
Silas, we're really starting
You
to see
didn't like the Annie
Zinni at his
Gallia
peak.
rotation, right?
I didn't.
Dardoch's already back in his chair, focusing up.
Jack.
Dig can't start 0-4. They cannot start 0-4.
Say something kind about Zinni.
No! we just glazed him for 6 minutes. We're fine with that. I get it. He did well. Palafox actually played pretty well.
He did.
Well, he just had glazed on broadcast. Is that allowed?
Could only have gone to game 3.
I hope
In
so.
the third iteration.
The third iteration.
You
the
can't
first
have a
iteration
trilogy
was a
without
sweep.
going to 3.
Exactly.
Second iteration was a sweep. Now we're going.
I remember
game
one time
3.
on the
Dardoch
dive
he's
before we were
locked
filming.
in.
I
In
was
fact, we need to go to break right away
talking
so
like the
we can start
producers
the
and
game on the
stuff,
other side.
and I used that phrase, and the guy was like, "Don't say that," and I was so confused. I was like, "Wait, what's wrong with it?" And then I was told that it has a certain interpretation. It's like, I guess I could see, but I didn't assume that was like the main way. I assumed it was just like sugaring someone up. Putting glaze on a donut.
Oh, they're literally top. I don't have ult
running
for 40.
top. I'm running top. Run down.
He's okay.
He's okay, by the way. We can fight out though.
We can fight.
Yeah, it's gonna be full fight.
Coming. Looks good. I
No
can hold
flash
the
Trundle,
alpha.
no flash Trundle. I have peel.
Holding Gars.
Looking.
I have Death Stance.
We're just gonna.
I have Death's
Trundle if we
Dance.
can.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's top lane code for I'm unkillable.
What's up?
Steps up big in game 2. It's a 1-1.
I gotta go, V.
What's faster to say I'm unkillable or I have death stance? I literally can't die no matter what. I have the most overpowered item ever. Dude, I feel like Pobelter was complaining about this item earlier than most people. He kind of knew.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been there too. Item is insane.
Yeah, it's definitely really good. Like, to me, I just think that it's really OP when you're winning, but a lot of times if you're losing and you buy it, it doesn't do anything.
Mm.
The win more item.
I think being too strong when it's winning though is kind of bad.
I don't love it. I'm usually not a big fan of snowball mechanics in leagues. I think the game's just already snowball enough. But I mean,
true.
A lot of people do like that. It leads to more of the Giga Stomp moments and the highlights, like 25 stack Magi shit.
It's a little different than Magi's. No risk.
Yeah, not the exact same.
Hello and welcome back, everybody, for Game 3 of our Ultimate Grudge Match Bowl. Kobe, you just said it before it came to
Johnny
us.
Rocket?
It's delivering. This
I don't
is
know.
the series that people wanted on their Saturday afternoon.
Did you ever
Random Twitch chatter.
I literally don't know. They mentioned him earlier, and I didn't know that either.
Always.
Dardog, the newest addition to the Ultimate Grudge Match Bowl as well.
It's a
You know,
burger
we
place?
never even asked him what it meant to him to be part of such a momentous occasion.
True, we
Maybe
should
we'll
have.
hear from him after the series. Yeah.
Dardoc, we're gonna have to check in. Also, what was Dardoc's friend that you were talking to?
Johnny Rockets.
Johnny Rockets.
Johnny Rockets.
What does Johnny
You don't know
Rocket
Johnny
think
Rocket?
about this?
Can we get a check-in? Johnny Rockets, are you in Twitch chat right now? Or
Johnny
YouTube
Rocket?
chat or any chat? Somebody shoot a message over to Johnny Rockets. We'll see how he's feeling about Dardoc so far. I'm hearing from Grapes, one of our producers, that he is going to check in.
Yeah.
So we can get a live Johnny Rockets update.
We need to also ask Johnny
Persona they
Rocket what we
made
think
up
last
to
week chat
hype
and
up
which
the
Finlander
matchup.
would they, if they were making
Could
a
be onto
team,
something.
Which Finlander would they want on their team?
Should we just run that back a third time in Game 3? I mean, we might as well.
We are, Candace.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to
You could
post
just
the
be
results
right.
of each game's vote. And we're going to name every single chatter.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
voted
I
on
like
each
that.
side, yeah.
Out them.
We're gonna name
Especially
every
the
single one.
flip-floppers. Yeah.
We're gonna see. We're checking the data.
Now,
right
as
now,
casters,
as we
do
speak.
we have the power to do that? Yet to be determined.
Yes.
But we can at least say we're going to do it and then see what happens. See
Yes.
what the socials team does. See what the moderators do. Shout out everybody who makes the LCS tick. It's Game 3, Dignitas versus Shopify Rebellion. Digger on blue side. Shopify Rebellion with last pick. And a couple bands already coming in here. Poppy, Nocturne Nautilus from Dignitas'
Garner?
side. Lee Sin, J4, and one final band that they're waiting on.
Orion dispatch a little
Shit,
bit
I'm
on the
behind.
clear speed.
Skarner? It's gonna divide.
Skarner's
0-3
already
though.
been the existing pro play tank.
That's not me on the
option.
Skarner.
Lisa Sejuani in the
Not
first
so
series of today,
good.
though.
Dude,
She
I played
wanted to
Skarner
take
yesterday.
some
I got
come
griefed
back. It had been a while
insanely
since I had
fucking
seen
hard
Sejuani
in a solo queue
play.
game.
And
This was like the hardest Grief I've experienced recently. It was like, so I'm red side, third pick or something. Enemy team, I'm hovering Zach because his win rate's good now. So I was going to play him. Enemy team first pick Zillion. The support on my team, who was like 1-2 pick, tries to swap with me. I was like, no, I don't want to swap. Like, I don't want to pick Zach early and then get countered. And they are showing their support, right? And so then he just locks in Zach and says he's going to first time it. And then just proceeded to int the entire game. Like, try to steal my jungle camps, just AFK later on, even though we were winning without him.
that we.
I was just like, what the fuck is this? It's like this guy just goes into the game trying to be a menace. Just like literally just looking for any reason to get provoked kind of deal.
Into the mentality
Almost
that
sounds like that Yumi dude that was like hostaging people, like swapping them.
Yeah,
right there.
If you want to
You know what I'm
elevate
talking about?
I don't know what that guy's doing, but I don't know. Just people like that, I feel like just need to be permanently banned, like Harvey banned.
Lulu combo for Dignitas's bot lane,
Yeah.
so they have
I can understand people who get like frustrated in game and like get toxic if they're provoked and shit, but it's like if you just go into the game like just trying to grief everyone from the very beginning for no reason, I think it's just
people kind of messing around with it, but
I mean, it's just
we're like beyond
behavior.
Damage that Azir has been afforded. Well, maybe the lane, the trades in lane will be a little bit more threatening. I know everybody's.
Did you know what I was talking about with the Yumi thing?
Well.
No.
So we'll see here.
Yeah, it's like a dude that would go into champ select,
they have a pretty standard
like hover Yumi, but then like he would wait for someone else to hover their pick, and then he would pick it for them, and then he'd tell them to pick them Yumi. And then he would not swap them intentionally, and then that guy who picks them Yumi is just like Yumi jungle or something, or Yumi top, and then they instantly, like, the champs like gets disbanded because of that guy who picked Yumi jungle.
Yeah, Orianna definitely still an option. You can get those dive combos.
It was like a specific dude, and he apparently was getting banned for doing that later, but yeah, I mean, like, it's funny for a second, and you're like, okay, that's just cringe.
I mean, I guess they could still go with it, but Rumble is like the very
He had
good
that happen to
resource
each,
top
like,
laner.
all right,
You would usually want
nice.
a pair there, and so since Shopify, I think, does a good job by them stealing away the Rumble, even though Palafox does like
Legit
playing
actual
Yone,
terrorist.
not necessarily confident to throw down the full commit on a Yone angle just yet.
Sure. Ooh,
Kalista
locked in for B-Boy for Shopify Rebellion, stepping up to answer the Yanara strength in the lane here. Kalista, notoriously one of those kind of lane bully AD carries that has been creeping its way back.
Wait a
in.
sec.
Players like tactical, players like
Lock
Jan
is
pulling it out.
unpicked?
And,
Is he gonna get picked here?
The Nautilus is banned.
Nah,
but
he got
you
turbo
you
nerfed.
got plenty of other engaged supports that
I saw
you
it last
can
night.
pair it with,
Might I
so
sell you
can-
on a
I
blitz
saw.
drink?
You could
Actually, wait,
definitely
no,
sell
it
me on
wasn't
a
even
blitz
last night. It
drink.
was
I love
this morning for me.
The Ballista combo.
Did you see the Belveth in
It is called
LPL?
when you blitz crank hook and then Kalista
No.
ultimate and
Did it
yoink
win?
that super
Ironic
far.
Nope.
that it is the opposite of what a ballista does.
Did it do over
You'll
1,000
also
damage in
shoot
the
it
game?
back out at the end of just not quite
Oh,
as far.
Nope.
Really?
Did it build a heart
Oh,
steal?
you're pulling them in as the ammo.
Yep.
Yeah, you're winding back
What?
your Ballista.
Why? Is it the build?
I see. I like
Not
it.
a good
All
build.
right.
So, you know, I was talking
He went
about
cracking
that
into
Kalista
heart
Palafox
steal. I
does
didn't watch
feel
the game, but
confident
I
to
was linked the
fully slam it
screenshot.
down
0-3-1.
I
Plus
like
the
it.
Aurora.
And this
so
wasn't a
I
win
guess we're
trade,
assuming that
correct?
Aurora for Denthor
I didn't
top
say
lane,
that.
Yone in the
Yeah,
mid lane
in-
for Palafox.
Exactly. Into Rumble, it's quite a good matchup, and you can bully the Rumble if left isolated, and these pesky junglers don't mess with your lane.
Ugh, those pesky junglers.
LNG
most are
Esports.
probably no longer going to be the pesky supports with the changes. Also, it's Lulu and Renata, so.
They reminded me of
level 3
some
Renata gang
Dota
top
player
lane
that got
is that
banned for this TI
class
or
of
something
support
for
usually does
win trading.
stick to their lane
Oh yeah,
a
Dan was
little
telling me
bit
about
more.
that. Some like 16-year-old Peruvian dude.
But
It's like
yeah,
a
I do honestly like the
top
angles from both
prospect.
sides, as we said, kind of setting up there.
Yeah.
The Yone
I
combination
didn't even know he
also
was
pairs
Peruvian.
really
He was
well with an
some
Aurora
LGD
double
or
pick
something.
for the solo laners on the end there for Dignitas, because again, you've got these really good dive angles for Dignitas. So they're going to try and create their space for FBI by going forward and pushing the fight, taking it to Shopify.
Dude, okay, I was
And then
watching
Shopify, they have a lot of
some
very
Dota
good
coach named Gorg,
combinations. I mean, Kalista Renata bottom
and
lane.
they were
definitely
like
one of
looking
my
into it,
all-time
discussing it,
favorites.
and then there was
And,
some
the
information
Rumble
where
top
like
side here for Fudge
apparently
has been
they
quite
were
good. So we'll
asking for
see
his
how
phone
well
or
he
something,
fares
and then
up against
he
Denethor's
threw it
counterpick.
across the
because,
room when they
Denethor himself
asked.
coming from tier 2, and
Like
definitely
there was
impressing us.
weird shit where like someone like the guy described it as someone texted him claiming to be their mom, and then asking or saying the money's deposited or something, and then he threw his phone. Like so, it was really fucking funny and whack.
In the ultimate grudge match bowl
I don't think of the exact
Threw
quote,
his
but
phone?
Palafox and Zinni both have champions that can hard
How did he think that would end well for him? Was he trying to break
They
it?
can hard throw games. If either of them go in for the
I don't know.
wrong
Yeah,
play, it can look quite silly.
That's
but
fucking
man,
wild.
they can also look
Like all
quite
those.
awesome.
Like,
Oh no, guys, he's innocent. He's innocent. He threw the phone and he broke it. Yeah.
Get in chat. Vote yourself
Yeah, no, he's
again.
clear.
We're gonna run
Chat's
this.
talking about Johnny Rockets right now.
We're gonna run this a third
Yeah,
time.
it's troll as fuck.
Don't worry. We're gonna keep.
I mean, that was like part of why he got
He's our esports
caught.
pundit now.
We're gonna have
Dardock pundit.
branded segments.
I don't entirely know.
Check in.
Do you think he
Some
would
of the
call
story
in,
was like
a video
scattered.
call with us?
Yes.
Only if he wears the bow tie.
I'm gonna accept for him right now, and he's gonna wear his bow tie.
Yep.
He's gonna wear his bow tie on the video call.
There we go. All right, I want to set some expectations now, Kobe, as Shopify Rebellion had the win last split. They already 2-0 Dignitas.
is this
They also
PTA
2-0
Zero?
DSG.
Oh,
that let them
shit.
sneak in to playoffs.
Yeah, they
Zero got
toppled
buff
those
this patch.
giants.
They toppled the two teams that didn't make it to playoffs. That's all you have to do, it turns out.
What if he's gonna do Dusk and Dawn? Oh shit, FBI.
That's a couple summoner spells used
Guma
from the
Yanara.
Shopify Rebellion to get a low health bar FBI.
I haven't played with the skin
I
yet.
want to remind people that
Looks cool.
they have yet to beat Dignitas this split. They beat Sentinels, but if Shopify
What if
are
instead of
trying to
orbs, she had just like
improve
all the
their
players on
placement from
T1's
Summer now,
heads as the
this
balls
is a
and just threw
crucial
people's
match
heads
for
at them?
to win.
Yeah, certainly is. And
I
it is a
mean, I think it
crucial
would
grudge
fit. The
that they
Pengus are
need
kind of
to win as
random.
Well.
Yeah. Yes. That.
Oh, those are Pengus?
Yeah. Although,
Yeah.
unfortunately, Contracts was the
hell?
one that was kind of playing it cool. He was like, nah, it doesn't matter too much. It was
The
Palafox.
players'
Yeah,
heads
he was
would make
blubbering.
more
I'm
sense
glad
than
that
That would be.
random ass
I
people.
was not
excited
the
this
suggestion. That would be
passion.
really
Yeah.
creepy.
Contracts was trying to play.
I mean, given there's already
I
Pengus,
don't
it's
really care.
already
I
weird.
hate you.
Do you think Palafox...
You have no shoes on.
I
Yeah,
think
do you
throwing
he put his shoes
Pengus
back on?
is a little
he
different than
plays with
throwing
his shoes
players'
off. It makes
heads
him more
at them.
comfortable.
Really?
Get some
Okay, but that would be
Palafox for it.
cartoony
I
though,
feel like I
like the
learn
little
something
player
new
heads,
about Palafox every week.
Yeah.
literally animated.
You're going to be really delighted with the Palafox secret that we have for next.
Someone said it's Atty, not
Oh,
Pengu.
a little teaser.
It's a good one.
Right there. Okay.
It's
What?
coming straight from Johnny
Atty?
Rockets.
That looks like
the name.
Pengu.
What
What is Atty?
In the mid lane here. I don't know if we ever ran that poll, by the way. Of
Maybe it's alternate
let's run it now.
universe.
You want to run it now?
Pengu.
I
All
want to
right, we
run
can
it
request
now.
that.
If we say it enough times, then production will just tell us, nah, we can't run it right now. So,
Yeah.
all right, we're going to have to
Oh no, I
run it,
didn't sign up
you
for the
know, all
T1
good.
Riftbound yet.
It's all right.
Nice teaser, Kangas.
Nice teaser, yeah.
Did
I
Meteos?
think
You
more,
wish you could
I've
vote
not
right
ever
now
played
as
Riftbound.
mid laner.
more than what matters on
No,
if
they're
the
doing.
community is supposed to
You didn't
vote
see it.
again.
They're doing like
I
a
think what Johnny
signature
Rockets thinks about it.
set of
Actually,
cards
only one vote
for
matters.
the
Only one vote matters
T1
right now. As the bot lane is shoved in here,
2025
back behind
roster. You
Ignar.
didn't see that thing?
Ignar
Nope.
will rotate around and head up, and it looks. Oh, we are able to do it.
Good
It's
teaser.
weird
Look at
because it's
that.
like
Yeah, perfect.
it's
Hey,
a
they're on the screen
raffle
right now.
for
Which
who
would
can
you
buy
rather
it.
have?
I think.
Now, reminder: Game 1, it was a 1% lead for Palafox.
Yeah,
Game
it was
2,
basically dead even.
I see.
dead
Yeah, I don't know.
Game
I
2, massive lead for Palafox.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I hear a lot about collecting
75% at least.
cards like
But who won player of the
Riftbound
game
and
that game,
Pokemon
too?
and whatever, but
Zinni.
Zinni did,
haven't
you're
personally
right,
done any of
Kangas.
it.
Good answer. 100%
I
credit.
I
on
have
this
way
test.
too much
I
shit
wasn't
as
even
is. Like
in the
I don't need
caster
more
booth when,
things.
that was brought up on the lounge.
I need
went
less
to use the
things.
restroom, so I
I wanna
was
get rid of all
guessing
my
based
stuff.
on the prompts that you set me up for.
Yeah. You know what? That's why
And it's
Mhm.
flipped again.
I think we've got
I mean, you're also not really looking to launder any
what is
money,
this, an
so
army of
you're probably not
rats?
in the
Whoever
business.
just won
Mm.
is
Yeah.
who they want to make their team with.
Ugh,
Is that why people do it?
flip floppers. Am I
Oh,
right?
wait, hold on, though.
It is getting
Yeah.
closer.
It's not as one-sided
Huh.
as the previous game. The Palafox Diamond Hands holders. Some
Yeah.
people are still holding Palafox stock, despite him getting pushed in early by the Azir, which you're going to get pushed in early anyway. Palafox also, he's up in CS, and he's going to get more CS at the tower.
It's
He's-
close.
Yeah, look at this. The Yone CS.
The
Oh, missed
Palafoxers.
his Q
they've
on a
taken over
minion.
the vote.
That's embarrassing.
Genghis, and once he gets level 6.
So
they
fucking.
This is
bad.
actually
put the
a
extra
legit
pressure on him.
Yeah.
fresh
The
matchup
Diamond
from
Hands
this
also,
patch.
when we talk about it, you see the
Azir
power
and
that we
Fleet
have.
Yone both buff.
Everybody wants to be known as Diamond Hands. Nobody wants to be. Well, I don't even actually know.
Well, you also said that we would.
They changed
out-
Fleet
Oh,
on minions?
What's it called when
It's on
you sell
champs,
stock
right?
too early and
Oh.
you don't have
I
Diamond
think it was
Hands?
minions, wasn't it?
Is it like
What's the
league
opposite?
rank? Is it like
I don't know.
bronze hands? Is it?
I don't
wood
know what
hands?
changes were.
Like wood hands has a
League-
different
I think it's
connotation.
like
Footwork.
loser or something like that.
Yeah, we'll have our experts look at that. They'll update us. We could really ask the producers any.
What to
They'll give us
change.
the answer.
Yeah.
Stats guy Leo, what's the answer to that one?
Chat, what's the opposite of diamond hands?
Again, I feel like if we're going league terms, it's got to be like.
AJ Found doesn't have it. Maybe look at the patch
Iron
notes.
hands, FBI hands, getting pushed back towards this turret here as he pops the barrier. Gets chunked down by Zazel and B-Boy yet again. No action in the first 5 minutes
Dude, the
of
new
this
Belveskin is
game,
so
but Dragon
sick.
has spawned, so that could be where junglers
What is
like
it?
to put their
I
attention.
haven't seen it.
Jet's got my back.
They do?
Paper hands.
Paper hands.
Even
Elite?
Like a
worse than
monarch.
wood hands because you grind
Yeah.
up the wood and make paper with it.
It looks really sick when you're
flimsy little
level
paper
16.
hands.
When I
fucking
think
huge,
paper hands, I
gold.
think you got a lot of cash, you know? It's
It's
or
basically
checks.
just higher
Ah,
healing
bro, your
like,
hands are
on
made of
everything.
Paper
Means
mache hands. Yeah.
The
all
minion
right.
percentage will be higher.
Well, now we have like a whole
Okay.
more, like machete hands to chop the wood.
Is it significant or just like a bump?
Playing rock, paper, scissors hands.
10 to...
Has to play into the
Oh!
mid lane
Seems like
here.
a decent...
Oh,
Oh, nice timing.
divide from Zinni. Hitting Dardoch
weird.
It goes from
and
10
Palafox. 2 for
to
1
130.
So now we know the
That was what
sand
it was before. Now
soldiers
it's
are
15 to
greater
160.
than steel hands, which is what
As base
Oh,
values.
yes. True.
I find it weird that like
Tech hands lose
the
in that
reason they
matchup.
buffed Fleet was
Sand
allegedly
Sand
to
hands. Can you
help
believe it?
ADs
Sand
handle
hands
mages.
beats Hex Tech Sands,
But
and the Hex Tech hands
I don't
used flash.
think that does that at
Well,
all.
if you
Like
think about
most
it,
ADs
Parasec
don't
is
want
like
Fleet.
the newest, coolest technology. It's the future.
There's like
Sand
only a
is
few
like
that would
the
even run it.
oldest, Like it's
The thing is just
rocks
ass,
that have
the
been
trading pattern with
dissolved
it.
Not dissolved. That's not the right word. You know, like weathered in the
That's
sand.
a moth, not a butterfly? How is that a moth?
Yeah.
You know what? The words that you use don't matter as much as the vibe you're giving off, Kangas.
How
I'm
long
down
does it-
with it.
Fairy
How long does it take
court?
for Hex
Why
to
would the
get
fairy
on
court have a
his
moth?
sand?
You're kind of going for like technology versus hippie.
Moths are
exactly.
creepy. Butterflies are
Yeah,
beautiful.
you know?
Yeah.
Ancients
True.
versus the
Yeah,
future.
exactly.
Yeah. But when you're talking about the Iron Hands, I thought you were talking about the Mortal Steel from Yone there as well.
That would
Still haven't done static
You know what?
Callista.
I was referring to both actually as a 2-for-1.
2-for-1
Meteos
reference.
recommends
2-for-1
it.
reference. Those are rare.
Double entendre, some would call that one. Is FBI's pushing?
Somewhat.
Somewhat. You want? Come on.
There's always something jank for me about Callista. Like
You know what? I'm still down with your vibe.
something with her jumps just feels off.
All right. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you.
Like,
This game is 7.5
recently
minutes
or
in,
always?
No kills on either side. So we spent a
I
lot
don't
of
think
time
it's
talking
been
about different types of
always,
hands.
like-
Right now, I want to see hands.
I don't even know what I
keys
want to say
to make the
recently,
match happen.
but
That was a dragon picked up by Shopify.
it just feels like it doesn't
Rebellion.
always
Not contested here by
jump
Dignitas.
where my
So
mouse
early
is.
objective
Feels like it goes
for
the opposite
SR.
side sometimes.
True.
Something
And
their
the
side.
Chemtech hands.
But I don't know if it's just me.
Dragon hands.
Could be me
Dragon
issue,
hands
just
on-
not playing her
I'm not
enough.
gonna finish that one. What else can-
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So I wanna
I've
talk
never
about
really been
something
a
that Dardoch
Callista
mentioned
player.
on pros. We're just
I'll
gonna
play her
hard
every once in a while
segue
for
into
fun,
this one to
but
get us off that
she
topic.
definitely does
'Cause,
not feel
Dardoch
fucking
had an
smooth at
interesting
all.
point that he mentioned. If you go back to that first series versus Lion,
She
they had
does when you have a lot of
fantastic start
attack
to
speed
game
and
number
you're
one. Game two got a
not
little out of their
on
hands,
zero
but he
items,
actually
no
had an
boots.
interesting quote there. Felt like they're stumbling at the easy part and doing
You're
the
actually able
hard
to
part
attack, and
better.
you're not getting
They're
slowed.
getting into a position where they actually have these leads.
Yeah,
They're in
I guess for me the smooth
positions,
part is
but
when you have
closing
like
out, they were struggling
tier
with.
2
They
boots
were
and
able
maybe
to close
one
out game
item, but I
number
feel like when you
one,
get too much
struggled
attack
here
speed,
in
it
game
starts
number
getting
two.
weird
Now they're on
again.
the grub. Shopify are approaching.
When you're like fighting people who are
Meteos.
CCing you and shit,
Now
like getting
he's
slowed.
The focus here. Everybody from Dignitas.
Becomes
throw
awful
their
to literally
hands on
stand still.
Fudge. That's going to be first
Yeah.
blood over to Dig.
And
I really like that aspect
the grubs,
of her.
Their grubby little hands, but they lost their first blood money, Kangas,
Same.
and that gold lead does increase for
I
now.
feel like her
for Dignitas.
attack
It's not the
speed should not
biggest.
be lowered by
Let's
slows.
take another look here. Dignitas, obviously, they're
I
just
don't really know how
gonna
you
all
do
attack
it, though.
the weak side of the
Yeah, I have
flank.
no idea.
If there's a pincer movement here,
Yeah.
Fudge alone, of course, right over the wall. Dardoch Q's over the wall into ultimate on Fudge. They take him down, even though he gets his ult off in a
Her
little bit of
holding's weird
burn.
too. Like
The
aiming
rest of
skill shots
Shopify
at
are
Callista,
like,
you would
"Ah,
think
we
it's
can't-
really
we still
hard,
can't
but
fight this, so we'll just take the grubs
I feel like
and
it's
get out of
kind of
here."
easier to hit Callista
But
with skill
I have
shots than a
more
lot of shit
important
because
critical update.
like she
Some of our
jumps and you
data
see what direction
has
she's
both
jumping and you just throw it
falsified
there and then
or
she has to like wait for her
heavily
next
influenced that
attack
bottom
to
side
finish to be able to jump again.
Here, B-Boy taking
She
a
actually
huge
ends up
chunk of
standing
damage.
still
FBI
for like a good amount of time.
almost gets the kill.
Yeah.
There with the bailout. Now the handshake back onto Ignar. Hostile takeover will land. No, it does not. Flash from FBI had the summoner spell. So Dignitas survived the gank.
Yeah, well
A little bit of
done
a
by the
guessing
Dignitas.
game.
Bottom line,
She's
they
gonna jump
fight
or not.
off the gank, and it's all even on summoners since everybody used theirs with them putting so much pressure onto B-Boy. All summoners from also the Shopify side. So I'm giving honors to my Dignitas bottom lane there for fighting them off.
To make
with
her
the
bonus
extra
attack
presence of
speed
the Skarner,
be
getting
turned
vision
to
of enemy
AB if her
jungle,
jump
absorbing
auto.
that pressure, trading all the summoner spells. And back to our data, though, apparently the Diamond Hands Palafox.
I think that would be too weird. Like, you fucking kill your
hit
teammate
really
you
hard.
slow her attack speed as she's about to pop all of her E's. Like,
during the vote. So a lot
okay, it surely wouldn't affect that, though. It should be like an on-hit AD or something.
Disastrous for the reputation of the LCS as a whole.
I think the league generally tries to avoid mechanics where like you can fuck yourself over by just playing your champion normally, kind of deal.
Risky stock.
Oh, they really heavily bought into Palafox.
That is true.
So it's on those two.
That's a good point.
As of
An
right
unsolvable
now,
issue.
Looks fine, but we'll see.
Which is also ironic because that means that it was not a flip-flop.
Or it would be like she hops way less distance.
Sure what he started with though.
Here's the
she slowed.
into the top lane.
Like,
Denethor got
the same attack
blood.
speed.
He's got another gank, but
Yeah,
this time Fudge
that'd make
will
more sense to me.
survive it. Not quite enough damage for the kill there. But I like this look here from Dignitas playing around their Fed member. Denethor is the one with the most gold lead over his lane opponent.
Yeah, it's not a huge lead though. So, despite Fudge getting turned
Fudge
on, at
getting
the grub
turned
fights
on?
and
Whoa,
getting ganks,
what's
I think
he
he's doing
doing?
quite a good job because
Up?
the matchup is really annoying versus Aurora. And
Kobe?
He's still farming effectively.
I mean, it is hard to play in
the
that
gold lead for Aurora is mostly
situation.
the first blood actual cash.
And 2 turret plates as well.
Yeah, that he did get. So we'll see when we get to these team fights. Because again, it's going to be Dignitas with so many diving flank members here with Aurora, Vi, and Yone, huge dive potential. Can they get around, like Azir ultimate and Skarner defenses that they are going to try and use? Palafox here under attack, under tower. Jat and Raz still holding. They're calm. They're no paper hands, okay?
They're not sweating hands either. But
no.
right now,
Shit, my food's here.
Shopify are making them sweat a little bit with their second dragon here. Uncontested again. Dignitas are allowing Shopify to scale these up, stack these up. That is 2 in a row now for the Rebels. And a couple of plates here for Zinni, who currently here is getting a slight lead over Palafox in the 1v1.
False alarm.
I want to go back to the
not
point
my
you made
food.
about that top lane, though, and Fudge
What was it?
holding on versus the Aurora
Something else.
despite that first blood, despite the counter pick there in the top lane. And Denethor now having the Leandri's first item completed here.
We're going in.
He hasn't been able to push too much more, but now they go in. B-Boy throws his support
He's dead.
at Ignar.
Okay.
Hostile takeover will land, and that's enough Ren stacks for days.
Really?
B-Boy picks
GG.
up a kill.
Nice force on the kill, and they call the jungle
That
as
seemed
well. Okay,
way
this
too
might
free.
not be done here. You can force them off the tower. Get the kill, deny some minions, get some tower
did
plays.
zero damage
too
back?
nerfed.
Even with the threat of Skarner,
FBI
FBI giving them some
did zero.
Dusk and Dawn Azir.
Dardoch in the mid lane spotted out here by that
I was
control
seeing
ward,
this shit in solo
Zinni
queue.
Is safe. His jungler went by.
Oh, I mean, I guess that's why it's
Not much for Dardoch
PTA,
to do
huh?
outside of just
Yeah,
take
I
these
mean,
chickens.
it's
Contracts will go
definitely
for
has a
reset
good
and
trading
run right back
pattern.
onto the map.
I don't know how the
There you go.
overall damage
Look
is.
at his red buff here. See that his chickens have been taken, and now mid lane here. Zinni almost finds the outplay on a
Looking
Palafox.
pretty
That's
good.
flash away from Diggs mid laner, and now Dardoch gets it answered in kind. Zinni has to flash away from the Vault Breaker.
So Palafox calling Dardoch
Looking up
and
Azir.
Ignar. Interesting. I'm just kidding.
That's 2 extra hands. 2 extra pairs
Wow,
of
its
hands.
win rate
in the
is
right there.
not
Yeah,
good.
pairs, there you go.
Too many hands.
Azir in
man.
general or PTA Azir?
Regardless, though, flash for flash, ongoing.
In
aggressive
general,
here.
but that's all he
Contracts did
runs
see
anyway.
As the Raptors, the remnants of the Raptors were still stolen, but still
Wow,
got to grab
okay,
his red
it's
buff,
PTA Azir,
as
but
well as clear
most
up to
people
the top
don't
side.
even
So
go
the Skarner's
Dusk.
gone to full hard steal in a pretty good
Still
position.
Nashers.
We'll see if they're able to bring their team fight together. I think their team fight will
Lichbane
be
first
very
actually has like a
solid
way
for
higher
the
win rate
side
than
of
anything
Shopify.
else, but it's not common.
Renata is always a great counter to heavy dive.
Must
Zinni
be a
as
one
well
trick.
Going aggressive on the
Trying
top
it
side
out.
into the Aurora,
I mean, these
though.
numbers are so
Does
significantly
take a
low.
A
large
one
amount of
trick with
damage.
250 games this patch?
Contracts
Damn,
currently
he's
on the top
grinding.
side, sees Dardoch, pushes him away. We'll go
I mean, the
in
Dusk and
swerve
Dawn
out,
build
and
I
not
see
gonna
is
commit
at
onto the
80.
top laner. Ignar, meanwhile,
Yeah.
gets handshook back from Zazel.
It is always interesting, too. With Dusk and Dawn on the Azir, it gives him healing, which he did not have for, like, most of the history of this champ. But now he's under attack.
He didn't get the ulti buffer.
Enough to keep him alive. He abides
Oh, he
under
didn't
the
get the
turret,
buffer.
but Denethor is there to get the kill.
It's kind of hard to time with her coming through the wall like that.
Wow.
Get her
Is
ass
he dead?
contracts, Colorado. Nope. Oh, the bleed. He calculated it.
Is there an actual visual for Skarner's fucking rot?
That was a satisfying walk.
Bleed?
I think it's like a very small one. He also had red buff.
Barely able to get him
I
to
was
burn
just
down
looking
there.
at Vi's health bar and she was
Free time
ticking,
on the
but like
bottom side tower, so Shopify
I don't know, I can't see anything on her.
cleaning up here, even though
I think there's
Zinni
something.
was targeted. The no flash Azir, nice little pincer movement. Here we go.
Chase him down. Oh,
Ow.
just gets the electrocute proc. Huge chunk, not enough to kill.
So
I did know it exists, and I did know he procced
for the
it.
side of Shopify after the attack.
It's pretty relevant for clearing the jungle on Skarner. But it's a little weird because like that dot will keep your jungle pet ticking it, so you can leave a monster pretty early and the dot plus pet will finish it. But if you start attacking something else, then your pet will start hitting the new thing, and the dot does not do very much damage on its own.
So yeah, Palafox will back off. He was just stacking
This is
up.
exclusively good for
And will now go catch that.
going from
I
like
mean,
Raptors.
you just have to be like a good judge of when you can leave a camp, which can be kind of hard to know. This also relates to how fast you're pulling your next camp.
Is a hair's breadth away from falling as well as now Contracts spots out Dardoch with that control ward, and his team rotates up towards the Herald. 15:50 on the timer. A minute till Dragon. Shopify look to go for the Herald before the Dragon fight.
Yeah, with your mid tower, you lose a
Maybe
lot of
Callista
objectives
is
that way, 'cause mid tower is
juiced
so
on
easy to
WASD.
Shopify now. Palafox gonna sniff around.
Maybe that's how you're supposed to play it.
Available if he wants to go for it.
WASD Callista.
Interesting. Even with Blade of the Ruin King completed, Yone's now
Maybe it
an
just
official
feels
champion.
really natural and good on that.
But not really threatening enough here. Dardoch will just go for the invade. He will
I
take
could
the
see
bottom
it.
Scuttle
Maybe.
Crab, look at that blue buff before the Dragon spawns in 30.
What was the competitive rule with WSD? They can't use it yet?
To see if he has
Think so.
sold his Palafox stock or not as they're fighting.
I mean, Palafox is winning this 1v1 currently. Zinni
Oh
got
yeah, it was
chunked
that
right
bug
there.
thing with taunts. That's right.
Has the shield and the Dusk and Dawn heal,
You should just-
and I have confirmation from
You should always play
G
WSD
in
against Shen
production that Raz was shaking his head.
and Ramus.
No, so he's not
If you
sold.
want to abuse an unintended feature, yes,
No,
yes, you can
Raz.
cheat too.
Classic diamond hands. Never.
You don't make the rules, man.
Never sells.
If we
You see a bunch of accounts got banned because they were abusing the pink cord thing on support.
Dragons up here.
Oh.
4,000.
And then
I would
people,
assume
dude,
so.
seeing people cry on Twitter was fucking killing me. That shit's so funny. They're like, yeah, I bought and sold 100 pink words while I was dead, but like, really, my whole account banned. It's like, the fuck did you think, man?
The dragon that will be the third in a row
Is
for
it
Shopify.
perma or?
Depends on how badly they offended. Some people got permit, some people got like 10 ban.
Well, they did like more than one game or something.
Yeah, Drew Lemon tweeted about it. I don't know the details, but
That makes sense if it's more than one
good
game.
riddance, bro. If you're just like spam, I think the same thing happened with the Viego boot thing. Viego
Oh,
bot.
yeah.
You are the payment for
People
a
are just
dragon.
actively abusing a bug, like queuing up multiple times, and you just keep
Yeah,
exploiting it. It's like,
It's gonna be on her tombstone.
why do people think they're not gonna get in trouble for that?
Died a good herald.
Does Shelly bleed? Like,
Yeah.
Does it count if it's like void ooze? I feel like that's what.
Doesn't
I think a
matter what
perma
you
would be
bleed.
It counts.
harsh.
It
Get,
counts.
I mean, but it really depends on the severity.
Good to
Yeah.
know. Got on the technicality. Palafox jumped onto Zinni, but backs away.
They did it one game.
Still
They
the
should not get
1v1. I
permit.
feel like we haven't gotten a definitive which one of these mid laners is having the bigger impact on this game, Kobe.
I would be surprised if one game did it, but
I know.
Everyone keeps ganking.
Just all in. Go, Palafox.
I'd also say
go.
it's also on Riot to disable like Viego
It's
for
really
that.
interesting too with Dusk and
But
Dawn
the
Jack.
support one's kind of whack. Like this just
Does
was
have,
there any
you know,
condition to it
significant amount of
besides
HP on
just
it.
be
You do that
dead?
healing proc
His
that we're
support.
talking about.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you had to do something pretty specific. Same with the Viego
Get a
one
real
as well.
test
It's like
without everybody going
you
over
could
the line.
disable Viego,
Viego.
but
They're gonna
like a
send
lot of the time
everybody up there,
that's gonna
make
have a
sure
bigger
Pal
consequence than
Fox
like
just run away from the tower
deliberately
and
not
gets his
buying
own
boots
time.
as
Third
Viego,
plate
because
cash.
most of these exploits you have to try pretty hard to do it. It's not something that's going to accidentally happen and people need to be worried about it. It's like you're going out of your way to do something
It's still
that's
the
like
Dragon
pretty
stacking for Shopify,
clearly
meaning that the
exploiting.
pressure's on Dignitas. They gotta
It
find
was
a way
literally
in.
just
They
not
gave up
having
3.
boots.
They
You
didn't
had to
even
do
let
I don't even know what the
fight.
details
They
were.
looked
It was
at the
something
fight
about
option
like
one, didn't
not
commit
having
to it.
boots
You
and then
can't just
to
get
possessing
for free,
someone.
Kobe. You gotta find
I don't know
a
if
way
it was
to actually
specifically
get
their
it. So
AD
what's
carry,
Dignitas's approach
but
gonna be in your mind?
it was something
They're
about you
actually
just were getting like
pushing
free
here
tier 2 boots
around.
that you just keep selling.
Contracts,
Oh,
flashes forward,
oh,
not gonna find the
fuck,
additional
contracts.
impact into the wall.
Yikes.
Dardoch will interrupt it. Palafox now finds an angle on the
Palafox
B-boy.
just
Dodges
dove
on the
Zazel and
hostile
did
takeover,
half
but
his
now
health.
Dardoch flies onto
This
the
is
back line.
so
B-boy
awkward.
Sucks up his support, throws it back in onto the jungler, but now
Wait,
joins
he lives,
Denethor.
he lives.
B-boy's in trouble. He's gonna go down.
Dude,
Denethor
what is
will
happening in
follow.
this fight?
Zinni
Who's
gets
winning
the
it?
kill that time. Emperor's
SR.
onto Dardoch means a double.
FBI's
The
doing
Zinni
C-damn.
FBI will answer one.
Oh, and now
side, but
Contracts
it's
comes
back
flying
to the
in.
wall. Contracts finds that one.
Bro.
Shopify Rebellion. Find a
What an
1 for
awkward
4
fight.
trade.
I feel like nobody
I was watching that
from
from
Shopify.
Callista's
with
POV.
Dignitas trying
Seemed
to
pretty-
find the initiation. They go
pretty
for
winning.
the backline here.
I mean,
Palafox
Palafox
looking
is,
at B-Boy
like,
and Zazel. And
I'm not
so
sure what he was going for here.
Kind of pushed out by Fudge here. Palfox ease in onto Zazel, and
okay, I guess he just whiffed the ult.
Ultimate over the top onto the Renata.
You can't fucking see it. Like the ult literally went underground.
So their attempt there is kind of stifled. Contract's got his ultimate onto Denethor. So they were able to peel for a while, and it allowed B-Boy to get the bailout at the last second. They peeled for them. Their backline here for Shopify
Zinni
is able to survive, and only Zinni dies because FBI full committed his flash in there at the very end.
That was the most disgusting thing
What did he
I've ever
do?
done in my life.
Contracts?
he did.
You didn't see how he started? He like tried flash E-ing and just fucking hard whiffed it.
Out. Yo, Christian, we are both disgusting. No. That's a
no,
great
I was
use
watching
of all chat
Palafox.
right there.
It was pretty bad.
Ooh. Wow. At least they can laugh about it a little bit here, as it's now a 2.6 thousand goldie for Shopify. Extra kills means extra gold, and B-Boy living there was huge. The bailout
That's what I'm saying with Skarner, man. Like,
matter at the end.
actually getting the exact right range on that flash E can be kind of tough. You look like a complete dumbass if you miss.
He goofed
Checking
it.
on this here. How's he feeling about the Zinni versus Palafox debate now?
Actually, disgusting is a double use word.
He got an assist. That's
Could mean anything.
Technically a 1 KDA
True.
right now.
Yeah.
It's better than a negative.
Their engage was just not synced up at all.
Nope.
Palafox went in.
I think they know.
And afterwards, and Dardoch trying to get
think
in
they
there,
know.
And
Denethor was so
No
close
Bork
as well,
Callista.
even though he did get pulled back over the wall.
Bro's on hit
He was
maxing.
able to go between worlds and jump to the other side of the big circle.
Bork is
but,
dog
that
shit
one
on
bailout
ranged.
kept B-Boy alive, and now
Unless you're
Shopify
playing
rebelling
classic.
30 seconds until this pivotal Dragon Soul. They're going to teleport their top laner to join up.
Dude,
FBI's
this is
getting
Zerky
chunked out
kinda
at the start
stabbing.
of the fight. Dignitas control the access point through the river currently, as they'll teleport their mid laner in.
Witnessing.
Contract's going to walk up. Fudge with the big teleport shield drops down the equalizer. FBI still
FBI is literally doing no damage at all.
But he's got Palafox behind him.
Oh my
Dignitas
God.
almost blow up B-Boy again, but yet again.
Well, that's
the
GG.
will be enough.
Well, he's actually so easy to hit when he's
huge
huge with Lulu ult.
As Shopify Rebellion will once again win the team fight. This time, their reward is Dragon Soul.
yeah, and that one was not close. They demolished them in the team
Shopify
fight.
with the
They started
2-1
out with
reverse
some
sweep.
poke from Zinni. Again, the Dusk and Dawn proc
Dig
just
remaining
pokes them down.
winless.
Then they're able to get the full engage. Fudge just
Sad.
walk your face right into him with your big old teleport shield.
They looked good game
they
one.
burned them all down in the first like 2 seconds.
Find you, Aurora, okay?
Let Skarner take down.
Like, look at FBI. He's half HP from his ear, stabbing him twice.
No TP.
He's hitting Skarner doing
I'll take
Z.
you aren't no by the way.
Why is he like the front line?
Looks good, looks
FBI.
If they hit me, it's good.
For fun.
He's like frontlining and hitting the Skarner,
Yep, I got big
doing
on you.
0
I have
damage.
W on you too.
Is that good?
It's free, it's free.
No.
Soul,
No, he lost his whole health bar.
Is he super behind? Why is he so weak? He's 2 levels down on Skarner.
Go, dude, collect your free win.
That was the most animated I've ever seen.
23
As well.
minutes.
This split. That was a high
2
five.
items. Looks pretty
Even
behind.
in some of the good plays, he's looked a little grouchy. I'm just going to call him out on that this time around. Warren's a high five for the team fight wins.
Played against Hurricane Yunara recently, and I feel like Yunaras are like psyoping themselves into not playing the item. That shit feels so fucking strong every time I see it.
I saw Viper build it like hours ago.
Combo triple threat from Shopify Rebellion.
Yeah, that's gonna be a free
It's just hard for me to believe
Yeah.
that's not the right item if it's unless it's just terrible. It did get buffed this patch as well.
Yeah.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
What was the buff?
The Grudge Match Bowl, Ultimate Grudge Match Bowl
Damage?
Part 3
Attack
is
speed.
delivered in Game 1, it delivered in Game
Oh.
2, Game 3 here.
Well, that's pretty good.
Now that it's
1%
opened up,
more move
it's
speed,
looking like a bit of a
and then the
stop.
bolt goes from
Shopify
55% AD
Rebellion,
to 65.
Again, their goal this split
But that's
was
huge.
to improve. In order to do that, you
Yeah.
gotta beat the teams you beat last split, as well as add a few more.
Yanara
names to the list. They did it with
is
Sentinels.
in
They
love
could
with
do
that
it
item.
here, now
It just
taking on
they made
Dignitas.
Fiend
So
bolts,
now that
which
they are winning,
she kind of also
can we
loves.
push the Shopify
But like Kraken with
supporters
Hurricane is
even
insane.
further?
I just think if you're behind on Yunara, I would not consider going Fiend Hunter Bolts. It seems like it's obviously a good item on her, like she synergizes well with it. But I think if you can threaten to just jump on people and one-shot them, it's a lot more threatening. But he's not doing that right now at all. He's too behind.
Spamming these supportive champions, Annie,
Yeah.
Galio, and
No, I think with
over and
Hurricane
over.
buffs like that
But
for
they
sure.
kinda unleashed him.
Thinks Hurricane every
with
game,
the
Yanara.
Silas pick. Now he gets the Azir pick here. And is it going to be the summer of Zinni instead?
I don't even know when you would want Fiend Bolt at that point.
I like that question.
Oh my God.
Flip the script. Or take down Palafox, get a win for yourself. Embers divide on to said mid laner. Palafox is dead.
Okay, wait, they got Rumble?
Dude, he legit
guy is somehow way in the back line. How did he get back there?
Two more quick kills.
He eat in twice.
It's only Denethor
Oh, he
and
seemed to
Ignar
have
alive on Dignitas at the flash.
run away from his
Response from Zinni. The reaction time.
Oh, contracts.
Was there,
He's just
and
ooming shit,
Shopify's
dude.
mid laner stands
I feel when you're a
tall
Skarner who
in
hasn't been in the
game
jungle
number
for like
3.
30 seconds.
The Rebels have the
His mana costs are
powered
so
way to
high.
push in, and it's only a support staring them down. 15-4 with the Dragon Soul. The Rebels dig the grave of Dignitas in this ultimate grudge match. Bull Part 3. GG. Shopify take the series.
That was definitely a good Silas game.
Congratulations.
Any good reactions on his ear?
Yeah, I think his Azir game's good.
Huge win for them. I mean, yes, it's the grudge match. We're all happy that that is settled for now.
But it was
But
against
also, as you
another
brought up earlier,
not so great
these two
team.
teams fighting
Yeah.
to get into playoffs. They're often
I mean,
very
they-
close. That could be the
I will say
cutoff
they
line.
definitely seem
Now
like they
Shopify here getting
are
another
losing
win
less
for themselves, though. They've got
partially,
a really
like-
good amount of separation now. They could
I feel like the games before were just explosively lost in the first 5 minutes.
Worlds with tiebreakers and scenarios that Shopify
Yeah.
wouldn't guarantee playoffs.
Chain got worse.
But it's like 99%.
I feel like it looks better than that now.
Close, and they've put themselves in
Yeah.
a fantastic
For sure.
position. You want to be able to control your fate, even if it comes down to a tiebreaker scenario. You want to be able to say, oh, if we just keep winning,
Alright,
let's
GG's
just
Mr.
let's add some more.
Snaky.
They're gonna be 3-1, Kobe, going into that
GG.
weekend in Mexico City.
Intimidating stuff.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Got that
who is
2-game
your
co-stream.
Alright, see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Alright, stream. Thanks for hanging. Is my head lower in my cam than normal, or am I just slouched? I don't know. Thanks for watching, though. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good rest of your Saturday, and I'll see you then.